Yeah, we're ready, Jimmy. We're ready.
Well,
It's the Opie and Anthony Show with Opie and Jim Norton. Anthony's sick.
and Daniel.
And Daniel will be helping us out with the program today. And young Sam. And if we really need him in a pinch, Mars will step up to the plate and give us some fine radio. Right, Mars? He sat in your seat when you left early on Friday.
Oh, did he
Or
really?
Thursday, whatever day that was. Woo! You missed some good radio.
That was good, huh?
Radio gold. Right, Mars?
You were sitting here when no one's here by yourself and just kind of pretend that Dana's sitting next to you and like you're having like a real conversation with him. And you're like, yeah, and I know, Dana. That's a good point.
See, nothing. It's just amazing. You don't have an answer to that question,
Not that
Mars,
that was a
for
great
real?
question / joke, but
Well, I'm watching my step, answering and being
Mars,
part of the show.
energy.
yeah.
It's early.
Very early, yes.
Most of us haven't been awake an hour, but we fake it.
Okay.
And
All right.
then you get on mic. I'm watching my step.
You want me to come out running?
No, just a
Yeah,
little
that's
more
what
pep.
we do.
Okay.
Did you hear the mics went on and we were off and running?
Last
Came alive.
We came alive, is right. Did you watch the Jets game, Mars?
No, sir.
Fuck.
I couldn't watch it at the cellar because the TV was blacked out because there was a problem with the cable.
Are you kidding?
Well, there was they had a TV problem.
Really?
They couldn't get any TV.
Oh, my God. Well, you're not a Jets fan, so it doesn't matter.
I would have watched anyway, though.
Fucking Jets just fucking got scorched.
Bye.
Miami, the fish. I can't even talk to Big Ken today in Philly. Big Ken, a big fucking Miami Dolphins fan.
Aren't they shit this year?
Who? The Jets?
Dolphins.
I don't know. What's the Dolphins' record? God, you just hit me with a question I don't know the answer to, Jimmy. I don't like that.
I don't know.
Are the Dolphins shit this year? I'm going to have an answer to that in a couple of seconds here. Why do you hit me with?
I don't
with
know.
that?
I mean, they're a division rival for.
I know. I should actually know that. It's the first.
Dolphins are 2-3.
2-3. Okay, and the Jets are 3-2.
All right.
Two losses in a row for the Jets. Little Hail Mary at the end, and the Jets lose. And then my Twitter exploded with everyone just saying, stop already with your dumb sports curse. Can you make believe you're not rooting for the Jets so we have a chance?
How much time before the end of the game in the fourth did they lose it? How many plays?
Last play.
Oh, yuck.
6 seconds, I think it was.
How much did they lose by?
Touchdown. Four. Oh, Jimmy. I got to grab the paper again. Yeah, 4 points. Okay. 4 points. The Jets were leading it.
What, did they play that shitty prevent defense going back?
Oh, my God. Too many questions.
What's
Mars,
worse?
help me out.
What's worse than that, though?
We're not sports radio. I just know my team lost. It was a heartbreaking defeat.
When they lose in their last drives, a lot of times it's because they're afraid of the.
Well-
usually that's on a field goal though, because they'll give up yards, but not the big bomb.
Honestly, I did not see the final play because it was way too late for me.
Can maybe a
I
listener who
found
saw
out
it
this
call in?
morning. Yeah, we'll get some help from the listeners.
Because that drives you nuts as a fan.
The Jets like to blitz. They are a big-time blitzing team, so
Okay.
which really fucks up the other team. So
Yeah.
I don't know what happened on that last play. I would assume they weren't blitzing if there was just a few seconds left in the game. I'm sure they were, playing it safe.
There's nothing more annoying than when you watch them just kind of fanning back and a 3-man rush, and you know that the other team's just going to keep picking up 5 yards and 6 yards and 4 yards and 9 yards. And
Yeah, Rex
fucking
Ryan
raging.
is the opposite of that. He really takes a lot of chances with the blitz. He blitzes more than any other team in the NFL, I do believe.
Okay.
But some guy that knows a hell of a lot more about sports than me will probably take me to task on that. But I think that's pretty close to the truth.
And speaking of Twitter blowing up, I have a bit of a Twitter war on my hands.
Why?
Which I
What-
didn't know was going to happen.
With who?
The fans are so funny. When I was in Colorado, and I kind of started it, but I didn't mean to. There was a bunch of heavy set gals,
Right.
who were bloggers,
Right.
And they would blog about ghost stories.
Ew.
And I know, and they were all over the hotel. And I
What do you mean? They all got together? It was like
Oh, it was
some
a convention.
It was a bloggers convention.
It was. I didn't. And I think what it is. I sent something out as a goof. I didn't mention the name of the hotel I was in. I didn't know what their organization was. I forget. Let me see if I can find the tweet that really. It was just about there's a bunch of. They were not happy. I made fun of them.
Oh, really?
Hold on a second. Here it is. The hotel is full of obese women who blog about ghost stories. Feels more like a herd than a convention. Fat bloggers. Yuck and yuck. It's harmless. I don't say where I am. I don't say the hotel name.
Yeah.
I don't know who they are. I don't take a picture of any of them. You know, I'm afraid of getting sued.
So obviously they found you.
Well, boy, did they.
Yeah.
They were not happy. And now a couple of them had the bad judgment to comment on, who is this Jim Norton?
Oh, really?
You know, just being ladies.
They just stepped right into
They have
a roundhouse.
The fucking animals.
Yeah.
I almost feel bad for them. A couple of them have had to go private now.
Oh, really?
Because I've responded to them, but not. Like, I'm just fucking having fun. It's like it doesn't mean anything.
Yeah, of
it's
course.
silly. You know, it's like.
But see, the listeners are having fun too.
I know.
They just don't realize that they take it even further than we do at this point.
Yeah, you see the one. She's protecting her Twitter, but there was a couple of funny ones from this one lady who
They're
was
old, Jimmy. What the hell?
Well, all I know is she was just she tweeted that I was
Yeah.
unpleasant or whatever. So I hit her back and the
What,
one
they don't want followers.
she's like
Thousands
so.
and thousands of followers.
It was all fun until they called me a cunt with bad hair.
Someone wrote that.
Of course they did. So uncalled for.
Why does it always have to be something uncalled for?
It's just the listeners just don't know. You play with these ladies. They're not mean ladies. They're just bloggers.
Yeah, they
You
would have
know,
went with it.
Yeah, they did. They just they don't like me. They thought I was a little mean, and they were right. I'm hostile.
That's classic.
But it's funny.
So are they attacking you too, the fat ladies?
They were, but again, it's harmless. It's not like real. This guy, who's he? He doesn't seem funny. Oh, he seems like he loves negativity. Like that type of shit.
Yeah, not a funny guy at all. As Jay Leno is hugging you on national TV, trying to give you a reach around
that would have been nice.
after your uninvited segment last week. That was very awkward.
Yeah, he was just. It's always weird when you stand there because you got to talk because the camera's still on you. But he seemed genuinely happy. Which
Yeah,
was
he
nice.
was just holding you.
I know, it's nice. I like to be held.
All right, you got a little Twitter war. That's nice.
But I mean,
my dumb tweet yesterday, because I'm slowing down on my tweets. I'm in the gym, and I'm at my locker, and actually this guy comes out of the bathroom completely naked, and in between like the locker stalls, there's rows of them. There's like a mirror, you understand,
Yeah.
and a hairdryer. Guy walks out of the bathroom completely naked, and then he picks up a hairdryer and starts fucking blow drying his cock. I cleaned it up for Twitter. He's just blow drying his cock. And then someone he knows in the gym, stops by and they're just having a normal conversation as he blow dries his cock. Like, is that necessary for any reason?
it's really not. It's probably because he's probably the guy who gets his damp balls. Like his balls probably get really wet and sweaty.
Take a towel to him.
I agree.
First of all, you don't have to walk out of the bathroom area without a towel on. There's literally 200 to 300 towels in the bathroom. Guy couldn't find a towel.
Some guys like walking around naked.
Then there's another. I see it all the time in my gym. Old guys especially, they don't give a shit.
Right.
They just stand around naked, just talking about the big game, talking about politics and stocks, and it's not even a gay thing.
Right.
They just are comfortable being naked in front of each other.
They're the same people that leave the iron on the fucking couch. Their judgment is not really good anymore. They think it's appropriate to walk around nude, and it's just uncomfortable.
But this was a younger guy, and he's just blow drying his balls. I'm like, what the fuck, dude? What is that about?
It really is.
I really want to ask him, what is that about? And then everyone's like, where's Opie's eye now? If you pull out a camera in a locker room, do you know how much trouble you would be in? You can't pull out a fucking camera phone in a gym, in a locker room.
I know.
You can't do that.
Too bad there's no way. You can't do a hidden camera thing, but it'll be very funny.
Oh, by the way, trust me, I was trying to figure out how I could get it done.
You get arrested for that. I think.
But my
though.
BlackBerry, yeah. Can you turn that off?
I'm sure you can on go under sounds. You have Sam try. I'm sure you can.
So you could turn it off. So
Take
I
a
could
picture. Let me hear what that sounds like.
So I could take a picture without that noise, alerting people that I'm taking their picture. That would be an awesome feature.
The iPhone is also.
Look, you get this dumb sound, obviously. We all heard it. See?
You could definitely turn that off.
Yeah. Oh, look at that. A little lonely picture of Jimmy. Maybe I'll tweet that today.
You could. I think the iPhone is totally silent. I've never had to sneak a picture.
I think it is.
But you could also make it loud. We're just taking each other's pictures now. Two men. Yeah, it's silent.
That's it. All right.
silent.
So I gotta get that feature on my phone.
But I heard they put that so in locker rooms and stuff like that. One of them I think was where you couldn't turn it off, and that was so you couldn't take sneaky pictures of people
Yeah.
on camera phones.
I hear you.
So I don't know if that's a feature.
Well, this
that
guy
can be shut
deserved
off.
to get his picture taken
course
and
he
then
did.
humiliated.
Just block his face out.
Let me say hi to. I think we're getting. Where's the jet info? We don't have the jet info yet. Let's go to Bruce in Philly. Bruce.
Yo.
Hi,
Hey.
Bruce.
Hey, guys. Love the show.
Thank you, Bruce.
I wanted to thank Opie for not rooting for the Phillies and not caring about baseball anymore.
Well, I am rooting for the Phillies, though. I hate to
Oh,
tell
boy.
you. Yeah, I mean, my
Well,
my
sports curse is off then because they won last night.
my sports curse is not off. Did you see the Jets game, my friend?
No, I was too busy watching the Phils.
The Phillies game was a great game. I took a peek at
man,
that as well. It was a great game. Danny was just saying before we went on mic that playoff baseball this year is
It's ridiculous.
Is
Every
fine.
game that I've watched so far
Most of the games pretty good.
have been really close games, tight games, like in the ninth, going into extra innings. I mean, just really good plays, clutch hitting. It's ridiculous.
Absolutely. So go
All
Phillies.
right, guys, punching out. Thank
Go
you very
Phillies. Go Phillies. They're going to get it done.
much. Go.
I mean, I'm watching out of market baseball, and like I never do that. If my team makes it, I'll watch. But
Right.
like, when am I ever going to watch like a Phillies Rockies game? Like that would never happen to me.
You're a Mets fan, right?
Yeah,
I
well,
remember that.
unfortunately.
Yeah, we held hands at the Met game once, didn't
Yeah,
we?
we should do it at City Field. I haven't been yet.
All right, we could do that. Let's say hi to Josh in Wisconsin. Josh.
Hey, what's up, bro? I
Hey.
just wanted to tell, I had the same issue with the gym here in Madison with the old man ass and the big, long, stretched out fucking balls, and they walk around with the towel on their shoulder, sit down bare-assed on the fucking benches. They leave that sweat fucking line on there. I had to cancel my membership.
Yeah, I really don't even think it's a gay thing. First,
No, not at all.
They're just comfortable being nude, or I don't get it.
I feel like I'm in pretty decent shape, and I still walk around with a towel around myself. There's no reason for it.
Yeah, because there's no women in the area. Why would you walk around naked? If it was a co-ed gym, I would walk around, see if I still got it.
Yeah, I would too. I would like
I
walking
would give
around.
him a little peek.
All right, guys, punch
All
it
right.
out.
And then my girl, I was telling her when I got home from the gym, and she reminded me of the time she caught some lady washing her vag in the sink in her locker room.
Ew.
Yeah, it's a nice gym too. It's not one of these shitty little like strip mall gyms.
Why would you do that? Like, why wouldn't you just stand in the shower?
Wash your vag in the sink.
Yeah. Like
And
brushing
the
an awful
showers.
mouth.
Right.
Just stand in the shower, prop a leg up, and fucking clean it out.
I don't get it. Let me say hi to Chris in Jersey. Chris.
Good evening.
Hey, Chris.
Hey,
Howdy, guys.
what's up?
All right. Your whole gym thing isn't that bad. My gym, Governor McGreevy is a member.
The Governor McGreevy who came out of the closet?
Yeah.
Yeah.
How big's his penis? Have you seen it?
Unfortunately, yes, and not very big at all. I
Oh,
don't-
no. Is McGreevy not packing?
No. It's horrible knowing that he's in there looking at everyone. And
He
God
might not
knows
be,
what-
though.
Wait, he walks around your gym naked? Now, obviously, we have
Well,
no
not the
idea
whole
if you're
gym,
telling the
but-
truth, Chris. I got to say that because,
Oh, that's true.
we don't want to get in any trouble. But you're saying that he gets naked in the shower and he's not packing?
Well, I'm not really looking, but, you catch a glimpse in the corner of your eye, and there it is. And, all right, it's not fantastic.
Right.
Don't get me wrong. I wouldn't knock him out of bed for eating crackers, but Jesus Christ.
Right.
All right.
All right, there you go. Thank you,
Sorry
sir.
to hear that.
Bobo wants to talk to us. Bobo.
Yeah, I've been in a Twitter war too, Jimmy.
Oh, no, Bobo. With who? Who
Oh,
would
boy.
who would challenge you?
A lot of people in Twitter wars. And a lot of people want me to help them out with Twitter wars and stuff. I can't be bothered with your dumb Twitter war, Bobo. You wrote me 1,000,000 times last night.
Everybody thinks that my Twitter account it's a fake Bobo, but in fact it's the real Bobo.
See, a lot of people have been telling me that that's not really you.
Yeah, but it is really me.
All right. So you're in a war?
Yeah,
But I heard that account is somebody else, and it's not you.
Yeah, but in effect it is me, but they think it isn't me that's tweeting.
Okay, so who's tweeting under your name?
Me.
I got to stop following you, Bobo. Your last tweet, and I quote, "Here's HEARS, some prove PROVE time for pussy diving."
But that was just trying to prove that it was the real Bobo by putting actual things that they would know.
No,
that
you're missing Obe's point.
All right, let me read it as a sentence without the quote. Okay, so it would read, "Here's some proof time for pussy diving." What does that mean?
No, that was a line I used.
Here's some
Read
proof
that.
time for pussy diving.
I am now following Bobo. You just won me over, young man. What's his Mr. Met 8? I'm going to plug him and follow this motherfucker. He
Here's some
rules.
proof time for pussy diving. Do you understand that doesn't make sense, Bobo?
Yeah, I understand. I was just typing things. That I said.
It's not proof, it's proof.
My computer is kind of slow.
No, it's not your computer.
Yes, that's what your computer says to other computers about you.
Because then a couple tweets down, it says, "More proof, live in Mazbeth, Queens." It's proof. Proof.
Well, mine is something I misspelled wrong.
That's all right, Bobo. What do you mean your computer? Let's get back to this. Your computer's slow. How would a faster computer have helped you
I also
put an OF instead of a VE?
Right.
I've also depended on spell check sometimes. But unfortunately, that doesn't have spell check.
Okay.
All right. So who's this other guy? What's his Twitter name?
I don't know. It's just a lot of people think it's a fake Bobo.
No, you're the real Bobo.
Are you sure?
Yeah, I'm sure there's a lot of people that think that they're suspecting that it's a fake Bobo.
Bobo. Jesus Christ, Bobo. Have fun. Have fun. Coke fucking Kane. He wrote Coke, COKE, fucking FUCKEN, Kane. Isn't it fucking Kane? Not Coke fucking Kane?
Well, for a while I wasn't sure exactly what it was. The way it was said.
All right, Bobo. Just use that check spelling feature. It'll help you out a lot.
Well, I guess what I could do is I could always run Word at the same time and type whatever I'm going to tweet, and then it'll.
Yeah, you're all right, Bobo.
And then do that. You have a good day. Hope.
All right, have fun with your
it might
Twitter
be-
war. It sounds crazy. It sounds like you got your hands full in Mazbeth.
I'll see you guys Friday.
All right, thank you, sir. Let's move on to Tyson in Toronto. Tyson,
Hey,
what's up, Tyson?
in my gym, which I haven't been to in many years, the old guys would always get around that little hot tub thing in the bathroom
Yeah.
and put their junk up to the jets and just rock back and forth and up and down, and they'd be at that for about half an hour at a time.
You got some jet riders in your gym?
some of the old jet riders, so we all just slowly back away.
Yeah, I don't really understand that. I don't really get it at all.
It's not a good thing.
I guess I was always a shy boy. I was very shy. I played a lot of sports, and I didn't really want to be naked in the locker room ever.
See, I'm not.
I would like not even take showers and stuff.
Really?
Yeah, for the most part. Yeah.
See, that's weird. Like
I'd go home all sweaty. I didn't care. Didn't shower when I got home.
That's the opposite direction. Like to me, that's not good either. Like there's a balance between.
Dude, I fucking didn't develop until I was 18 years old. So think about that. I had nothing.
Oh, it was like you had a tiny hog.
I had no muscles, no hair, no hog. I had nothing. Nothing.
You were a late bloomer.
I looked like a girl.
All right, you just didn't want people to see. All right, it wasn't
so-
homophobia. It was like your hog was tiny.
Oh yeah.
All
No,
right.
I just wasn't developing as a man yet.
Okay.
I was a late bloomer, so I figured I would just take care of myself at home.
Yeah, all
Get
right,
all
fair
showered
enough.
and nice. So there you go. All right. So the Jets lost a heartbreaker last night.
And by the way,
unless you're a Miami Dolphins fan, yeah.
People do notice small penises in the gym. Years ago, me and Florentine did sketches for MTV with Rich Francesi.
Yeah.
It was shot in a gym here in New York. And me and Jim we're both at the sink together, at opposite the different sinks. And the guy walks up, and he's standing between us washing his hands, and he was nude. And his penis was so small. It was like Jim and I just looked up in the mirror at his penis and then at each other and started giggling like little children. I mean, I'm 41 now. I was probably 27 at the time, and I was just giggling at another man's penis. We really do notice.
Why would you walk around naked if you have a small penis?
Dude, it was so small, it was sticking straight out like a baby dick.
Right.
It was like one of those, like, it didn't even go, like, hang.
Right.
It was a tiny penis.
I mean, whatever. But that was my afternoon. A guy blow drying his fucking cock. That was wonderful. Thank you for that. What else is going on? So we got the Jets. We talked about the baseball. Bernie Madoff gets into a fight in jail over the stock market.
It's not.
And they say and wins. But if you read a little further in this story's going to be all over the place today. It was really no big deal. He was arguing about the stock market with some other old dude, and then it got a little heated. And the one guy pushed Madoff, and then Madoff pushed him with both hands and knocked him down.
And that was the end of it.
And then he was hovering over him with a really red face. And then the guy got up and kind of just backed off. So now they're saying he's got cred in the joint. Madoff's got some cred. He's 71 years old, and he's got his first fight out of the way, which is nice.
Unfortunately, it wasn't some like some 6'5" Crip or Hell's Angel or somebody who would just beat the shit out of him.
Yeah, as soon as I saw the story, I'm like, oh my god. But yeah, he got into a real fight. No. A little scrap with an older dude.
I was watching something. I only watched a few minutes of it, so I can't really talk. It was a Hell's Angel special on. Do you know how fucking big they are in Montreal? I didn't know Hell's Angels in Montreal were like.
Was it Vancouver?
No, Montreal.
Montreal, okay.
They were like they were fighting to take over the entire drug trade in Montreal. This Mom Boucher, I think, was the guy's name.
Okay.
The leader of the Angels. They're fucking like people forget how tough the Hell's Angels are because they become like this thing. Like we just know the Hell's Angels.
I don't think people have forgotten. When I see a Hell's Angel,
No, it's like that they can kick your ass, but it's not.
I'm very aware right away.
You forget these are guys that have machine guns too.
Yeah,
like you know what I mean. Like you don't hear about them like shooting people up as much, but like up there in a war for like fucking drug turf, man, they blow shit up. They fucking
how long ago was this?
I don't know, a few years ago. I didn't watch the end of the
They're
special.
still battling it out, huh?
Yeah, like they're like. It's not that you forget that they're individually tough guys, but people for years you've just known the Hell's Angels are
of course.
bikers, and it's like it's like the quintessential tough guy. Like, what are you, a Hell's Angel? Like, the guy's a fighter.
Right.
But you forget, like, they have guns, too. Like, they're like a real fucking...
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, they will kill you.
Yeah.
I forget that the Angels, because they do a toy drive, I forget that they will kill you.
Of course they will.
And it was good when I was watching.
I don't have much on it because I just haven't seen this.
I don't either. I should have seen more.
What channel is it on?
I don't remember, but I taped it, and we'll have to watch the end of it and then come back and comment. That's the worst. You throw in a concept and have nowhere. Basically, all I just said was I forgot the Hell's Angels will hurt people. I'm an idiot.
Every single one of us do that, though.
And then Zito the next day, yesterday was in the paper because he's suing the city for...
He's suing the city. I know a little bit about this one. The lawsuit's been going on for 10 years. He hit a pothole.
In Mickey Rourke's bike. He's riding Mickey Rourke's bike.
And hit a pothole.
Yep, and he wiped out, broke his leg.
Yep.
And the fucking city, man, they're saying, like, well, you can't... They're just... They're doing what they do. They're red tape. They're scumbags.
Right. They're like, you can't prove or something that this was caused by hitting a pothole.
Or that they did it and they can't find the paperwork for that.
Right.
They're such fucking assholes, man. To fight that bureaucracy, I don't know how you have the patience. You should just go down to town and just fucking knock somebody's teeth out or break their jaw.
Yeah, that whole system is just fucked up.
It's terrible.
I think we all know that by now.
It's like all the money he spent probably in 10 years in legal fees. It's like
he's got to be in the hole for a few.
Yeah, he's got to be
a few bucks,
unless the lawyer is just doing the right thing. Because he values his fucking...
Really? A lawyer doing the right thing? Really?
He doesn't want his eye socket broken.
Name one lawyer that did the right thing, please.
I can't.
Please. Yeah, you can. Come on. Give me one. Let's say hi to Stryker. Stryker, what's up?
Hey, morning, boys.
Good morning,
Stryker.
Jimmy, I think it was probably History Channel you saw that on because I think it was Sunday. They were running their Gangland series, and it was all about the motorcycle gangs.
No, it was not...
Warlocks, outlaws, banditos.
Oh, maybe. It was either that or National Geographic.
Yeah, you got anything else on that, Stryker?
It was actually a really interesting series. And one final thing. Go Dodgers. Kick the fucking Phillies' ass.
Well, that was all you had. The guy's name was Maurice Boucher. His name was Mom. Do you know anything more about him?
The Stryker's gone.
That was the worst help I've ever gotten in my life.
Yeah, Stryker's gone, and I'm not happy about that.
No.
The Phillies over the Dodgers. Come on. Everyone knows that. You got to just relax.
Did the Phillies win and go on to the next round?
I don't know, Jimmy. You're asking too many questions today.
They did?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes, they did. Well, yesterday afternoon, I was watching Mike Tyson on Oprah. Oprah's getting some big-ass guests. Big guests.
What's he promoting, or is he just talking?
It was weird because it was the Tyson documentary. You saw it, right, Jimmy?
Loved it.
I fucking loved it, too.
Loved it.
And Oprah's ranting and raving about it, and she's like, when I saw the movie in April. So I'm sitting there like, why is she talking about this now? But I think maybe they just weren't taping shows, is what I'm trying to I don't know.
Or was he not doing press for a little while? Maybe he wasn't because of his daughter's death. Maybe he was stopped doing press.
I know the.
Or maybe it's coming out on DVD. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe she couldn't book him. That's a good point. And yes, the movie is coming out on DVD. And if you haven't seen the Mike Tyson documentary, it's amazing.
Yeah.
It's not a good piece of film. What's his name? The director.
See, I liked it. James, is his name James something?
James Tolbeck or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah, he hit on my girl in a bank once. He's just a lovely human being.
But I told
that story a while ago.
That's a compliment, though. It wasn't like he said anything rude to her.
Have you seen him? He's a fucking fat fucking troll.
Well, yeah, but as a guy, you're supposed to.
And then yesterday I was joking with her. I'm like, you could have had some of that. She fucking punched me.
You should have had him in and just asked him about it. He probably would have been. I mean,
he's a fat fucking troll. Yeah, we'll have him in, no problem. And honestly, his filmmaking sucked on this. You know, he was getting too fancy, in my opinion.
Yeah.
You thought you kind of liked it, right?
I'll tell you why.
The filmmaking. I'm saying the film itself because Tyson opened up and we got to see Tyson in a way that none of us saw before. It made it an amazing film.
I think he was trying to make it a little bit different than just because basically it was 90% interview. And when you hear that the whole thing is an interview, so Jesus Christ, I think he was trying to just give it a different look so there was something that just kind of changed for you other than just an interview with different angles. But it wasn't really necessary, but it didn't bother me.
Yeah. I mean, multiple shots of Tyson talking and overlaying Tyson talking. It was weird. It was a bit of a distraction.
Seeing Tyson kind of get emotional was kind of
yeah, I felt like he wasn't comfortable with what he had, so he felt like he had to jazz it up, and you didn't have to. There's Tyson showing that he's got some intelligence and he's got that he's a human being in the end and all that. It was amazing. And he cried through half the film.
Yeah, talking about Cuss was difficult. And I'm telling you, it convinced me that he did not rape Desiree Washington.
Yeah.
As a guy, I always thought, look, man, he did because he's not used to hearing no, and I really believe him now.
Well, Tyson is a major problem. Tyson is trying to change his life around. He's married again. He just got married. And he's got another, newborn.
Does he?
Yeah. His kid's about 7 months old, 8 months old is the latest one. He's gonna end up in jail.
Why?
Just because I don't think he's gonna be able to keep it together.
I think he's sober now.
He is sober and he's trying. And maybe I should be have an open mind about this, but I don't know.
What did he say on
some
Oprah?
Major demons. Well, we got a few clips here. Tyson gets emotional over the loss of his trainer. There you go. Perfect setup
On
from
Oprah?
Jim Norton. Yeah.
Oh.
So Mike's mother died when he was 16, and he never knew his father. One of the most poignant moments in this film, Tyson, is Mike remembering the boxing trainer, the mentor, who was like a father to him, Cus D'Amato. Cus died in 1985. And we see in the film Tyson, you going to the funeral and feeling a sense of being so alone after that. How did his death affect you?
I don't know. I just started drinking and going to drugs a lot, yeah.
Losing him made you feel like you lost yourself?
Oh, I didn't have any really desire to do that stuff, like fight anymore.
Didn't?
No. But, I don't know.
Wow. He didn't even want to fight anymore after Cus
He
died.
can't talk. He sounds like he's crying there. He can't talk about Cus D'Amato.
Yeah, he chokes up.
Yeah, he can't talk about him.
Best part of the film was when, and it's actually just an old clip of Tyson in the ring going, "I don't want to do this anymore." Danny, if you could find that, that'd be awesome.
Is that when he was last fight?
Pretty much his last fight. I'm not sure if he tried to come back after that. I'm not really sure. But it was the one where he just, after the fight, goes, "Look, I don't have the heart to do this anymore. I don't want to do this anymore." And it was just like,
I don't have it. I lost. I need the money.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't want to try to I'm misquoting about it.
There's a guy's named Kevin McBride who beat him.
Kevin McBride.
Okay.
Absolutely. Some kind of journeyman, really, right?
Yeah, Tyson should have killed him or would have killed him at one point.
Right.
But there was cool parts to it. What else was he talking? Oh, I love when he's talking about Don King. And he goes, he is a wretched reptilian motherfucker. Called him reptilian. It's my favorite moment in the movie.
Fucking Don King. And Don King comes in here, and he's just happy to be alive, almost clueless with all the destruction he has caused to all these fighters. Just doesn't have a clue.
He knows. Only
you
in
think
America.
he knows?
Oh, yeah, absolutely. That slick motherfucker. He's a smart dude, man. Don King is a smart guy.
You think he completely knows, right?
100%. He knows everything.
What's up, Stanley? Stanley from the Morning Mashup walking by. Mike completely breaks down in this next clip from Oprah yesterday.
I had read, too, that Cus had told you to control your emotions at all times. The fact that you're tearing up here now and that in the film Tyson you tear up a lot, means that you have been able to let go of some of that, right?
No, I had to because even though he was just a great guy in so many other ways for me, he was also, as far as living life, I wasn't prepared for that, you know.
Yeah.
All we did was we would sit down and watch all the great
fights. Yeah.
And okay.
Oh, there was an audience there, Jesus.
Oh man, this is a mess. We watch all the great fighters. I would ask them, how do you beat him?
How do you beat him?
Yeah.
And would he have an answer?
Just that no one could beat Muhammad Ali.
Yeah.
Thought.
Wow, he is just fighting back, not crying.
It'd be funny if Cuss had given some kind of a racist or homoerotic answer.
Right.
You grab that big black cocks, Mike. It's so inappropriate.
Wow.
Yeah.
I just cry. What the fuck?
I know, but he's
probably his boys laugh at him after these interviews and the film was done.
No, because he's going to weep. Like that's not like you're fighting little tears.
Mm-hmm.
That's like you're fighting. He's just gonna not be able to talk, weep. Like that's fighting that one.
Is that the clip, Danny? We think this might be it, right?
It could be. I wish I could listen to this stuff before it hits the air.
I know. I'm sorry. Let's see if this is the clip.
Want to continue?
Well, I would like to continue, but I saw that I was getting beat on. I realized I don't think I have it anymore because I got the ability to stay in shape, but I don't got the fighting guts, I don't think, anymore.
When did you recognize that? At what part of the fight?
I don't know. Early into the fight. I'm just sorry I let everybody down. I just don't have this in my heart anymore.
Did you feel as though you had it coming into the fight?
No, I'm just fighting to take care of my bills, basically. I don't have the stomach for this kind of no more. I'm more conscious of my children and those guys looking at my parents. I don't have that ferocity. I'm not an animal anymore.
Does that mean we won't see you fight again?
Yeah, that's most likely. I'm not going to fight again. I'm not going to disrespect the sport anymore by losing to this caliber of fighters.
Mike, a lot of people wonder what you'll do now with your life. Boxing has been your whole life.
Well, I'm sure I'll find something to do. Boxing doesn't define me. I'm just sorry to disappoint the people in the city. I know I didn't have it in my stomach no more, but I was in dire need to take care of my life. I'm just being honest. I'm not taking nothing away from because I don't love this no more.
Oh, that's where it really gets good when he goes, I don't love this sport anymore. That is sad.
Yeah.
When, like, just a champion like that bows out. It's always sad.
They always go
I mean,
out.
we make fun of, the sports star crying, but in the end, it is really sad when they have to turn that corner.
When Tyson,
and say goodbye to something they love.
Tyson's a guy who made a living in a very savage like he's a guy who you look at as just a frightening guy. To see the human side of him is a little different than a baseball player.
It's kind of creepy, right?
I like it though. It's like it makes you like the guy a lot more.
I like to think that there's human beings walking around that aren't human.
There are, but they're fucking lawyers.
Yeah. Let's go to Bruce in Louisiana. Bruce.
Yeah, the part that is so eerie and surreal in that movie is when he's talking about Costamato dying, and he said something about the one thing he gave me is the knowledge, and he is just about to break to cry, and he says the one thing he gave me is the knowledge that nobody could ever fuck with me again, and he just about cries. He goes, because I know I could fucking kill them.
Yeah.
And it's like, for that moment, he means that he could fucking kill them. And then the other thing is when he talks about the woman he allegedly raped, and he calls her that, what do you call her? Like that wretched swine
of a woman.
Yeah.
Oh, my. And he didn't rape her. Right there, you could not talk about a victim like that if you really victimize them.
That's the way a guy who is falsely accused of rape would describe the woman who falsely accused him. Like that, you know what I mean? Like that convinced me, like, well, I think he was innocent.
Yeah, I think so, too.
You wouldn't call a woman that you raped a wretched swine of a woman on film. You would say something, but you wouldn't say that.
Right.
All right, love you guys. Happy birthday, Jimmy.
Thanks.
All right, Bruce, thank you. The Tyson interview on Oprah continued with Mike talking about his relationship with Robin Givens. Listen closely to this.
Robin is a very tough woman. She's very tough, and she can be very mean as well. She's not no easy pushover at all, Very strong. But I was like, when I was in this marriage, I was so I was wide open like a puppy dog. She could have did anything. I was like, okay, I love you still. You know, I didn't care about any money. And I always didn't want to lose my wife at the time. I was just a young kid, and I've never really been in that degree of matrimony before. And it just devastated me. I wasn't prepared for any kind of emotional struggle like that at all.
Yeah. So you just said that until recently you'd never been faithful. So you weren't faithful to Robin either.
Oh, no.
And your second wife, were you faithful there?
No.
And why?
I didn't understand marriage. I didn't take it that serious. I didn't really understand it till, I reached a stage where I'm 43 and I'm just tired. I'm just tired of being alone and tired of not having that intimacy.
Yeah, so now he's saying he's going to be, just with his current wife and faithful and all that. The clip continued. They talk about the Barbara Walters interview with Robin Givens when they're sitting there, and Robin Givens is like, he's just saying pretty awful things about Mike Tyson and says, yeah, he hits me and all that. And then Oprah said something like, what were you thinking as you sat there listening to Robin Givens say all this stuff to Oprah? And he basically said, I wanted a belter.
Well, I think
which contradicts everything that... You know what I mean?
She said he didn't hit me. He's emotionally abusive, and he's very scary. You know, she really was. She threw it. You could see, like, when you look back on it, knowing what you know, you're like, holy shit, he's being thrown under the bus by this bitch.
And Tyson goes, yeah, when I heard that, I wanted a belter.
Did he talk about the rape?
For saying all that. Oh, yeah.
With Oprah?
Yeah, now we move into the... I mean, we could do this all day long.
Do we have that clip or no? We don't have that one?
No. Well, I told Sam just to give me some quick samples, because I mean... Mike talks about biting Evander Holyfield.
I would love to hear that.
Okay, let's do that. From Oprah Winfrey yesterday.
Tell us what happened the night you snapped during the Holyfield fight. What was going on there?
I was angry that he was butting my head. He kept betting me, and he cut my head the first fight with headbutts, and he did it again. And I was just enraged. It doesn't make no excuse for what happened, but I was just enraged, and I wanted to inflict so much pain on him and stuff. And I was just pissed off that he was such a great fighter, too. And I was just pissed off. I wanted to just beat him up. I was just mad at him, yeah.
Did you regret it immediately afterwards? What did you think of yourself afterwards?
I didn't think of nothing at all.
Because you bit him twice, once in each ear.
Yeah, I didn't feel guilty at all.
You didn't feel guilty?
No, I didn't feel guilty at the time.
Jesus, can you imagine? They really got into that in the film, too.
Yeah.
Where they basically said that Holyfield was a dirty fighter, and he kept headbutting Tyson, and Tyson was getting more and more frustrated, and he was bleeding, and he finally had it, and, and bit Evander Holyfield on the ear there.
Yeah, but I like that he just admit right there, too, that he was pissed that he was a good fighter. Because Holyfield... My friend Quentin's a comedian. He's a boxer. And for years before they ever fought, Quentin told me that Holyfield will beat him. He said his style of fighting, Tyson will have tremendous trouble with.
Yeah.
You can't beat him. Yeah. And he was right.
Yeah, Holyfield was he was all right,
He's the perfect physical specimen. He went up in weight. I think Kenny said he was 205. He weighed 205 or 210. He was light for a heavyweight. He was a perfect physical specimen.
Yeah.
He just, it's like if you had to send a human being to outer space, that's the body you'd send. The head, maybe not so much.
So you're saying, Jimmy, if he was blow drying his cock in the gym, you'd be all right with that one,
You'd be obligated to take that delicious thing and throw it over your shoulder and help him while he got the balls, just to keep it from hitting the floor or his ankles. Evander the Commander Holyfield.
Tyson continues on the Holyfield thing.
Did you ever feel remorse for it?
Well, I apologized to him. And
when you apologized, did you feel the apology?
No, I did not. No, it wasn't sincere. It wasn't sincere and stuff.
Thank you for saying that, because when I heard it, I didn't think it was.
No, it wasn't sincere. It wasn't sincere, but I just
But why did you do it? Because you thought you had to do it publicly?
Oh, it's just publicly. I did. Everybody in my crew would get on my nerve. I thought, okay, I apologize. And it really, I was more offended for apologizing than because it was so insincere. I just always wanted to have a place to sit down and talk to him and shake his hand and just express myself to him.
Did you have you talked to him?
No, I don't. I think when I see him sometimes he's a little leery of me,
Tyson's got a good sense of humor, too. It comes out. I don't know if it's on purpose or not, but Chris Charles from Oceanside, yeah, Holyfield's the dirty fighter. Give me a break. That's what they were saying in the movie.
They were saying that Holyfield was continually headbutting him. and he did it in 2 fights. I don't
in
think
2 fights he was headbutting,
Yeah, I think he was using the headbutt a little more than
which would
he
be
should
known
have.
as a dirty move in fighting.
Yeah.
So I'm not. I don't know.
Yeah, I agree.
I didn't. I honestly, before I saw the Tyson film, I didn't think Holyfield did any of that crap on purpose. But that's what they're saying.
Yeah, he was
so.
getting in there and butting his head.
Yeah. And finally, this is the clip we wanted to play. Maybe we should have just played this one this morning. Tyson lost a daughter recently, like a young
Exodus. Yeah.
How old was she? She wasn't even that old.
I
like
think she
2
was
or 3?
4.
4. Okay.
And she got strangled. She was there was a
workout machine, like a treadmill or something.
And she got found with her. I guess there's all kind of stuff, pulleys in the back or whatever, and her neck got caught. And I don't know if she stood on it and then tried to climb off and fell. I don't know what happened, obviously.
And no one knows what happened.
Yeah.
So Oprah's basically saying, "Do you know what happened to your daughter?" And this was the weirdest fucking minute and a half on Oprah yesterday. Listen to this. He lost his daughter in a horrific way.
You had, in a previous relationship, a young daughter, Exodus, who passed away through some bizarre accident. Can you tell us exactly what happened?
Mom, listen, oh man, this is my angel right there. I don't know what happened. I don't want to know. Oh boy, I went about this. I started off to go about this in the wrong direction. I started to go just go in this place and start blasting. But once I got there, I think from all my experiences in rehab and all this, it just kicked in. Boom. Mm-hmm. It was all about being responsible. Mm-hmm. What had to be done, she had to be buried, she had to be taken care of. Mm-hmm. I didn't have no animosity. I didn't have no anger towards anybody. I felt I had the right to. I really felt. I don't know. I just I don't want to say the wrong thing because I know. Mm-hmm. I thought.
But we heard it was a freak accident that she.
Yeah. Well,
somehow.
That's what I heard too.
Had twisted the cord.
I don't know.
You don't know. You still don't.
I don't want to know. I don't.
You don't want to know.
No, I don't want to. Because if I know, then I'm gonna put somebody. I'm gonna tell somebody's gonna be a blame for it. Mm-hmm. And if somebody's to blame for it, it's gonna be a problem.
You don't want to carry that.
Yeah.
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 Jeez, this guy's got some major demons. He doesn't want to know because he doesn't trust himself.
Who could it be, though? I mean,
it has to be someone within his inner circle, obviously.
Well, it was. I think just
probably someone who was supposed to be watching her wasn't, and and this unfortunate incident happened.
The mom,
and he's basically saying, I think he's basically saying someone would have to die for the death of my daughter.
Yeah, I mean, his son was there, who was a little older, and the daughter, and I think the mom. I don't know if the mom was there or not.
Right, but he doesn't want to know. That's weird.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
You got to know.
Where did he want to go in blasting? It's like unless the paramedics might have fucked up. I mean, I don't know if he was saying that.
I don't know. It's so vague. Who knows? I'm sure they investigated this whole thing. So, all right. It's me and Jimmy today, making it up as we go along. And we'll take our first break. We'll get into some other things.
We have Mick in today, too, Mick Foley.
Yeah, Mick Foley was just on Channel 11. He's going to stop on by and say hi today.
Sporting a bit of a mullet.
You see that?
Yes.
It's getting a little weird, his hair.
Happening to
We
Mick.
might have to talk to him about that.
Yeah.
And what's up with Rob Bartlett?
Oh, his beard?
That's a weird beard.
I saw Bartlett in the garage yesterday because Imus's studio is
right
now right
across
next
the
door to
street,
us.
yeah.
Right across the street at Fox.
We should just go over there and do radio with him today.
I'd love to do that.
We should just do that.
I know I'd bomb, though, and he'd just turn on me.
He would turn on you if you were killing.
Oh, he just
That's
can't help
Imus.
himself. But right next door, so we saw Rob, and it was nice to see him. He looked good. He's big, crazy fucking. Rob has a psycho beard. He has a beard like Bobby Fischer right before he died.
Yeah, and I think he's like, does he have his hair in a ponytail now or something?
Yeah, it's weird.
What is he
It's long.
doing?
I don't know.
Is he turning into some OCD freak?
I don't know what happened to him.
Is he just living in one room and coming out just to do the Imus show and going back into his room?
Well, this Christmas is coming up, and Rob likes to put on the Santa outfit and give little lap rides to unsuspecting youngsters. Fucking creepy as.
All right, we're going to continue. Thanks for checking us out today. Opie and Anthony, starring Jim Norton today. You're checking out the Opie and Anthony show. Today, it's me and Jimmy. Anthony called in sick, so we're kind of making it up as we go along.
I want to go rub his stomach.
It's kind of strange because we have the option to not do a show. I'm sitting here reading my papers. It's 5:30. You get the phone call that Ant's going to be sick. And then Jimmy and I could just go home. And no one's going to question it. But we decided, you know what? We need to do radio. Right, Sam?
That's right.
See,
That's
I'm
the
learning from
attitude
you,
to
my
have.
friend.
Yes.
I've taught you a lot, but now I learned from you.
Yes.
To have a little more passion for this radio thing. What do you got, Steve? What? Oh, terrific.
What's
Thanks.
it about?
It's a Norton bit. You want to hear your Norton bit? He calls it the Norton bit.
Oh, is it mean-spirited?
Extremely.
Why is everyone walking around like they're FBI agents? What is that about?
Female body inspectors? It's like the shirt I have.
What's going on with you guys?
That's
It's creepy.
they put
Does any other show have this?
no hell no.
You know, there's a guy, John Anthony, works for, I think, Mad Dog Station. He's like, wow, you got a lot of people that work for you
People
for
don't-
the show. And it's embarrassing.
People don't realize how important this show is.
Does any other show have as many people behind the scenes as we do?
Hell no.
And then there's like 4 levels of management. It's It's getting ridiculous. I see these shows walk around. They got one lousy college kid running around sweating a lot, trying to help out.
But then the show hosts have to stay till all hours, and we don't want you guys staying late.
Oh, is that the?
That's the gist.
Okay.
Yeah, because
all right, let's keep it how it is. Then.
you know, like the morning mashup has one producer, and there's 4 of them.
Yeah,
they're here until 3:00 in the afternoon.
They
For real?
are?
Yeah, yeah.
For what? Doing what?
Doing stuff for their show.
Like what?
That's why their show sounds so good.
Does it?
Yeah. I like the morning mashup.
How would you know what that sounds like when you should be listening to this program?
exactly.
I tape it. Listen
They
in the
really stay
afternoon.
till 3.
They're here till like 3:00. Yeah,
What,
all of them.
What time do we stay to, Sam?
Well, it depends. Like, what time would the show end hypothetically?
10:30.
10:30.
Okay, so 10:30.
A lot of people think we're supposed to go to 11, and you could argue that all you want on the dumb message boards, you idiots.
So show ends at 10:30.
Yeah, right.
You'd be down the 36 floors and on the sidewalk out of the building by 10:30 and 45 seconds.
Okay, that's putting in a full day.
I couldn't get out of here faster if I threw myself out the window after every show.
And like other shows,
I actually get annoyed when I can't get an elevator right away. I really do.
Other shows they'll see like somebody who works for the show coming, and they'll say, "Oh, they must want to talk about the show. They must have an idea."
Yeah.
I'll sit here and wait for them. Whereas you guys will see someone at the end of the hall and literally grab your things and run.
Because they're just dumb.
Yeah.
Every single one of them that walks down that long hall they're just dumb.
What do we want to hear? Creative input from somebody who shouldn't be giving creative input?
I've never worked where the behind-the-scenes staff is actually smarter than the management team. It is the most bizarre thing ever. And they know I'm onto them, which makes it really uncomfortable for them and me. They're so dumb.
I don't know about that.
They are so dumb.
Yeah, I have to agree.
I mean, but you know what? They try hard, which
They're
is
nice enough.
Yeah, it's nice.
A lot of dopes are nice.
Yeah, it's kind of cute. It's kind of cute when they offer up their dumb ideas and we
Yeah.
say no every single time.
We want to do a promo where you all sit in Guinness. Why don't you die? $31. Really? Fucking put your face in a bear trap, idiot.
I look at every single one of them like, show me your resume. What have you done in this business that you're trying to tell me what to do? I deal with Mel Karmazin. That's it. For real, that's it. The rest of them, shut up. Pencil push all you want. I don't need to know.
Well, luckily you guys are extremely talented.
Yeah, I know.
So that's
We
all
know
you
that,
need.
Sam.
That's all you need to deal with.
Jimmy, you want to hear your bit?
Okay.
Norton bit.
I
The
do.
Norton bit?
Yes.
All right. I mean, they're nice guys.
They're all good people.
A
and
lot
they
of
all-
incompetence are nice.
Are they going to be sad now?
I don't know, but I think they all do a good job.
You're at that level. I understand, Sam. I had a kiss ass. I kiss ass for decades. Trust me.
I think
No
it
more
just-
kissing ass.
I see what they do. They do a good job. Work very hard.
Yeah. What do they do?
Well,
What do they do, Sam?
They'll.
For real, what do they do? Don't make this into a bit. What do they do?
All right.
And you don't even have to name names. I think there's about 5 or 6 guys in management for this channel alone, right?
Yes.
Not counting Greenstein or Mel.
Yeah. There's at least.
I know
three
1,
that are
2, 3.
specialized.
Okay.
Yeah.
What do they do?
They talk to the legal team for us.
About what?
About what?
Like the the McDonald's guy. Remember
that shouldn't have. Trust me, that should have never been a problem. They spent 2 days on that. What else?
They talk to us about maybe some ideas for production to run during breaks.
Like what?
Maybe the Norton bit. I don't know. I haven't heard the Norton bit. Some replay suggestions.
Like changing the name.
Yeah,
what did you think of that suggestion?
I preferred the horseshit name. I think.
Well, what did you think of their suggestion? If you had to sum it up.
On Encore, to change the name to Encore was probably unnecessary.
They
So
made a
would you
funny
say-
promo out of the Encore thing because
Yeah.
we
Yes.
mocked how ridiculous the Encore thing was, and so then it made sense.
So would you say that when the
I'm
person
sure
was
you've heard that by now on this channel. Yeah.
Would you say that when the person was pitching the Encore idea that you wanted to spit coffee in his face
I wouldn't have-
and scream about his incompetence?
I would never go that far. I would just politely disagree that probably wasn't necessary.
So they talked to the lawyers about a bit that they didn't need to talk to the lawyers about.
Exactly.
And they wanted to change the name of the replay. What else, Sam? By the way, this is Sam. This is not me trashing them.
Oh, thank you
Exactly.
for saying that. Thank you for clarifying.
I just needed some specifics. I'm so glad you're here.
Yeah.
If there's things that we probably shouldn't run, like replay, they'll notify us, the staff, to take it
It's
out.
satellite radio. Everything should be replayed.
For legal reasons, they'll stop, put the kibosh on that stuff.
Sure will.
Uh-huh.
So that's good, because
Oh, yeah.
otherwise we could get in trouble.
That's helpful.
Yeah.
Just makes our jobs harder when you have to get rid of all the really good stuff that really worked. You know how much harder that makes it for me and Aunt and Jimmy when we have Radio Gold, but they're like, oh, I don't know, oh, that could be a problem.
Yeah.
But you do want to be safe, though.
No, I don't.
Oh.
I got a few money, Sam. I don't care.
Oh, right. I don't.
Balls to the wall, my friend.
Well, some stuff.
We're all in now.
We are?
Because we have nothing to lose.
Some of us do.
And there goes the morning mashup.
See,
Hello,
now that's a
morning
show.
mashup. What do you mean that's a show? They're not even working. What are they doing?
Well, they take a little break, play a couple tunes.
Why do they all walk together? That's not necessary.
They're probably discussing some show ideas. What do you want to do next break? What were you thinking? How did you think that last break went?
You don't like that they walk together? Wait, you weren't here for the walk together bit?
Yeah.
Where we play happy together?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
So what could they talk? They just follow Nicole. Wherever she goes, they go. That's it.
Well, if you had a set of tits like she did, I'd follow you all day long, too.
I'm close to it if I keep eating. I am. Fucking Pop-Tart eating zilch.
How good are Pop-Tarts,
They
though?
fucking rule. How much fat's in a Pop-Tart? How bad is it? How many
You
calories?
don't want to know. Don't go with the frosted ones if you really
The
want.
unfrosted ones are not good either.
Unfrosted ones will knock down the calories just a little bit there, Jimmy, a little bit.
What, like
What's
200
your favorite
calories?
Pop-Tart?
I
My
don't-
favorite Pop-Tart, people laugh at me, but it's delicious.
The brown sugar, I think I like the best.
Thank you.
The best.
I was arguing this over the weekend. People like that brown sugar sucks a dick.
Who would argue that?
Well, they like the ones like strawberry with the frosting.
Those are good.
The blueberry with the frosting.
How many calories in an unfucking frosted brown sugar?
350 calories.
Per pastry?
I don't know.
Oh,
Go get the box. I'll tell
I
you.
don't wanna see 'em 'cause I'll eat
Because they
one.
trick you with the serving thing, too.
Yeah, it's 2 per bag.
No, that's not a serving.
What's
I
a serving?
guarantee the Pop-Tart box would officially say a serving is one Pop-Tart.
That's what I mean. Like 2 servings per bag.
Who the fuck could eat one Pop-Tart? If you're going to eat Pop-Tarts, you eat half the box easily in one sitting. Easily.
I like eating Pop-Tarts while I'm shitting. I feel like I'm pushing out all the calories.
All right. Speaking of the morning mashup, I changed gears here, Sam.
Okay.
We're going to do the Jim Norton bit that was just handed in a second. But the morning mashup, they rock. What is this? By the morning mashup.
Well, you know how we always like to see what other shows are doing?
Yeah.
And by the way, this is not part of Jocktober. I would never want to make fun of the morning
We're
mashup.
featuring the morning mashup for Jocktober, Sam.
No.
Are you kidding me?
I would never do that. This is a...
We feature shows that we hate.
That are terrible.
How dare you?
No, this is not part of Jocktober. But I thought you guys would want to hear some of the stuff they do.
Okay.
So this is Mashup Rocks to the tune of Let It Rock, as sung by the Morning Mashup.
We want hits, yeah. Wash up your dirty face, girl.
You stopped it.
Get out.
Why?
Get out.
Okay.
Don't get out.
Okay.
Jimmy, you like this?
Yeah, it's terrific.
Up off your pillow, cause we feel your pain. Sun comes out tomorrow, so you pray to God.
They know we played their song, and now they're walking past our studio, and I can't fake it. That was god awful.
Why don't you and Jim sing a song together?
That was fucking awful. Open up the goddamn studio door. They need to know. They need to know. Morning Mash rocks. Dude, you guys did a great job on that song. That was amazing. Huh?
I thought we heard our song going through the whole
It was good.
Are you guys minorly obsessed with us?
A little bit.
A little.
He's
sick again?
Yeah, he's just sick, yeah.
You know he's got the swine flu. He just don't want to tell you.
Yes.
Well, every time you get sick, you get scared like you're going to have the swine flu, right?
Yeah.
But no one's really going to die from the swine flu, just a few extra people.
Gee.
That's what it's about.
That's lovely. That's nice.
Yeah, but people die from the regular flu.
That's true.
I mean, it's crazy, the fear part of this whole
Swine
thing.
flu is not even as deadly as regular influenza.
See?
Thank you, Kenny.
You guys get a shot or anything like that?
Hell fucking no. No, we're immune to all this shit.
No. I don't do flu shots.
We
no
just
condoms,
played your
no nothing.
We just played your song.
Why you mash up rocking?
Huh?
Slow
Because Sam thought it would be a good idea to feature you guys as part of Jocktober.
That's not true. That's a negative thing.
Don't deny it, Sam.
I said not Jock.
Sam?
That's a little fucking sneak, isn't it?
Yes. Yeah, he is.
He's the
Sam?
sneakiest guy on your show.
No,
I'm like-
a fan of the mash show.
I mean, I go, who are we
That's my
featuring
man
on
right there.
Jocktober today? And he brings in your audio.
So what is this? What is this Jocktober? Is that Whack Jocks or something?
No, my favorite radio shows.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
It's where we make fun of other radio shows.
Yeah.
Okay.
And,
So you're making fun of us?
I'm not. He brought it in. I
Sam
said the
brought in the
song was
audio.
great.
Just start trying to want to turn the dial, and he'll find the bunch.
You should hear a bunch of our songs. We've got a lot of great songs that we've.
We're making fun of them because they actually like try to do song parodies
Yeah,
and
we're
stuff.
not very good, but we try.
We do try.
It's fun.
Stanley, you're sweating. You all right?
No, that's Vaseline.
Yeah.
Why do you got
He
Vaseline on
bathes
your
himself in
face?
Vaseline every day because he thinks it's going to keep him from getting wrinkles. So he's always shiny.
You're black.
You
You're
never
not gonna
know
get
what's gonna
wrinkles.
happen when I walk in here. So
Nothing?
I put on my Vaseline
Nothing
from
on
like
that?
Brooklyn.
Yeah.
So I have to whip some ass. I'm ready.
Yeah.
That's what it's
Like
about.
a fighter
I'm
almost.
ready. Like
Yeah.
a fighter. You ever see the fighters that kick
Yes,
off?
they
do.
I'm ready.
Did you see the Tyson documentary?
No, but I heard it's
Oh,
phenomenal.
fuck. Go see that immediately.
It is?
It's on DVD.
Okay.
It's amazing.
I'll get
And
it.
then report back to us.
Yes, sir.
We can do 20 minutes on that one.
Okay, you got it.
All right, they got to go do their
Bravo,
show.
Renee. Have a great show, fellas.
All right, there goes Stanley.
Sam's my man. That's my man right there, Sam.
I've turned the corner on Stanley. Now he's my favorite on the morning mashup.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Better than Nicole?
Well, I mean, yeah.
Does she have a gentleman friend that she sees regularly?
She has a.
I think she's living with someone
She has
now.
a live-in boyfriend,
Okay.
and they have a puppy together.
So, what's up, Kenny? Kenny couldn't wait to get to the mic to give us that knowledge.
She twitters way too much about the boyfriend.
Does she really?
There was
Yeah.
a shirtless picture of him on her Twitter the other day.
Really?
Yeah.
No.
Putting us all to shame, I'm sure.
He was laying down on the couch with the puppy on his
Is he in
chest.
good shape?
I mean, he was laying down, so it's easy to appear in good shape when you're laying down.
Do you have a better body, Sam?
Hell yeah.
Can you stand over there? I'd like to send out a picture of Kenny in case anybody has any anybody they need laid to rest. Fucking horrible Undertaker suit.
And the FBI thing in his ear. What's that for again?
That's because...
Excuse me, he asked me.
No, he's looking at me.
Yeah, you get enough mic time, Sam. Let Kenny talk. Kenny.
Since I guess the stock went up, Sirius splurged and bought like receivers now so we can listen to the show.
Right.
Like privately because they're always complaining that we can't listen to in the hallway because it offends other people.
But we're in radio. Nothing should offend radio people. Whatever. You guys have heard that rap too many
agree.
times. But how are you getting offended? We got the easiest jobs in America.
Well, I think it's entertainment.
And if I was
until 10 seconds ago.
Why couldn't they walk around? This is like a catacomb, this place. They can walk around our studio if they're offended.
I know some people purposely walk by here
To
every
be
day,
offended.
like a daily ritual.
We know who it is.
I'll tell you what. Some people probably do it. It's almost like this: if you say you had a fight with a guy, and this a guy come up and poked you in the chest, and you knocked his fucking teeth out effortlessly. Every day, that guy might feel obligated just to walk in front of you, not to fight with you again, but just to let you know that even you humiliated him and beat him, he's not the bitch that you think he is. That's what my guess would be.
Oh, man, I would love to openly talk about that. Really?
Mm-hmm. More lawyer shit. That's good.
I'll tell you this much. I never went to management or human resources
Never.
on somebody.
Never.
Always fought my own battles. Won a few, lost a few, but at least you're fighting your own battles, right, Kenny?
You're right, GH.
All
When
right.
you're right, GH.
We're going to play the Jim Norton bit that was just handed in. I have no idea what this is.
Can I give an exact quote, by the way?
Yeah.
Because the lady who was apparently someone had made fun of her hair tweeted me, so I tweeted back on hers, and I said,
Wait, is this the blogger?
One of them, yeah. There's a few of them.
Yeah, you started the show by saying you're in a
blogger war.
a Twitter war with some bloggers that blog about ghost stories or
Yeah,
something.
they're a bunch of fat ladies.
And they
all
had
mad at me now.
some kind of convention where you were staying. over
And
the
one
weekend?
woman wrote something. She wrote something that I had indicated that something had been said about her hairdo. And I wrote back, Madam, I happen to think you have a Jim Dandy hairdo and have made no disparaging remarks about it. It's rather sassy. And then she responded, Hold on. Why do I have to have an iPhone when I'm on? All right, here we go. Let me see if I can find her. She responded in my... It was actually one of your devoted followers who decided I was a cunt and had shitty hair. Nice people you have on your side.
She has a sense of humor, I think. I think she's all right with it.
Oh, that made me laugh.
Yeah, right
A
on.
cunt with shitty hair. What a mean thing to say to a lady.
Just so not necessary.
No.
Could have got the job done by going.
Yeah, nice hairdo, so
something, right?
You're a cunt with shitty hair, and
can you say anything worse?
They're just trying to get all that in. That character restricted thing Twitter has.
Yeah,
That's
what a
just
pain in the ass that thing is. They should open that up just slightly.
I know, 1,000 characters.
1,000, nice, right? All right, here's the Norton bit.
Coming up on an all-new Owen Day Behind the Laughter, comedian Jim Norton opens up about his private life.
So I'm on my stomach, and I guess maybe a little goes in, and it's really hurting. I'm like, yes, stop.
And the work that goes into creating a great joke.
And I just have to keep stop. And she's like, just relax, you're tensing up. I'm like, of course I am. Trying to fuck me in the butt.
How does a famous comedian hone his craft?
And she's getting annoyed at me. She's like, just relax. And I'm like, I'm trying to relax. And then a little bit would go in, stop. I have to shit.
Jim Norton opens his heart.
I'm gonna shit.
And his sphincter.
And then she stopped. I ran into the bathroom because I had farts.
And we all know farts equal funny.
And I fucking push out like...
Hysterical laughter and soiled bed sheets.
I kept saying, how much is in? She's like, not much.
When we go behind the laughter with comedian Jim Norton.
Yeah, that's not bad, huh?
All right. Yeah.
Still,
I like the replay of the constant...
Hey, I think it's time for a little Jocktober action.
I agree.
Some real Jocktober.
Some real Jocktober, not that morning mashup. That song wasn't that bad, to be honest with you. It was all right.
We're just ribbing them. That's the difference.
For their audience, it's perfect.
What's her
And
name
they
on
play
Twitter?
They play that damn morning mashup everywhere I go now. Satellite radio is taking over the businesses out there. I don't know what that's about. I don't know if it's that SiriusXM is marketing themselves better or something happened with Muzak.
Less commercials.
Yeah, I think it's a commercial-free thing.
Really?
Yeah, people in stores just have commercials playing.
Yeah, it's definitely very noticeable that satellite radio is being played more and more in businesses.
Cool.
All right, let's get into this. Let me see here. Yes.
Happy Jocktober, everybody, from your friends at the Opie and Anthony Show.
1/3 of the women polled said they do this right after a breakup.
My guess is tickle their clit with a rake.
It's a celebration of craptastic radio from around this great nation of ours.
A little more specific. That's pretty good.
That's the whole thing we did. She looks like every actress who was like a really hot teenager who's battling cancer later in life.
So turn up this turd-tacular radio. It's Jocktober on the Opie and Anthony Show.
That's right, and today we feature a show out of Memphis.
That's right.
Memphis's continuous soft rock.
Yeah.
Wow, very, very exciting. A show called Mike, Mike, and Mandy.
Yeah, and you'd think the way they get along that they were married.
I see the theme this year.
You
This
don't
year's
know.
theme with Jocktober, the couple radio.
Couples.
Yeah.
Couples doing radio together. Some are married. Some you're not sure if they're married.
Right.
Some have that sexual tension.
But they're all the exact same show.
Right. It's just
Every
amazing.
single show
Yeah.
featured is the same show.
Well, they're trying to get the men and the women listening at the same. It's impossible. You got to pick one and just go with it. We know we have female listeners, but we do know this is a guy's type of radio show, right?
Yeah.
But these other shows, they try to get both parties. All right, we start with Mike and Mandy's joke of the day.
Well, Mike and Mandy love bad production. they love to start their segments with bad production.
Mhm.
Everything has to have a name and a bad production piece to start
Everything
it
has
off.
to have a label.
Yes.
All right.
It's Mike and Mandy.
The more you hear it, the funnier it gets.
With
I like you both. You're funny.
the joke. The joke of the day.
Oh, yes. Let's do it. College football jokes. Oh, boy. Oh, boy.
All right, go ahead.
What do Ole Miss and a sandcastle have in common?
What?
They both...
They both get more than 3 fingers into their asshole. I like guessing at the funny jokes.
Yeah, you got very excited there, Jimmy. They're doing college football jokes.
Yeah, I mean, it's because there's men and women listening, so sometimes the men want to hear a little college football joke.
That's a long intro, by the way, for the joke of the day. Why wouldn't you just go, hey, here's the joke of the day?
Because they don't have any material and they need to eat up time.
That wouldn't kill 11 minutes like that intro did. Jesus, fucking endless.
All right, go ahead.
What do Ole Miss and a sandcastle have...
I love that she gave permission for the man to tell a college football joke. All right, go ahead. I'll allow this.
You get this one.
Wait,
I'll allow this one.
Ole Miss and a sandcastle. Ole Miss, the team, and a sandcastle. What do they have in common?
Ole Miss and sand.
Yes.
Vagina. A sandy vagina.
Okay, the old lady who you call Miss has sand in her pussy. That's your guess.
Yep.
And I would guess that something about they both crumble after something, or they both crumble with the tide, or some dumb crumble joke. Some fucking dumb crumble joke. Fucking assholes they are.
I love how Jimmy just gets so annoyed by this whole thing. Okay, good. John in Kentucky. We're getting stuff done here today. BTW. That would be what? By the way.
By the way.
Opie, Muzak filed for bankruptcy about a year ago. I never followed up on it, but your suspicion was right. Okay, so that could be what's going on. Because it's very noticeable. And I don't think SiriusXM is marketing that much more than they have in the past. But that they're probably taking advantage of the fact that Muzak is in deep trouble.
Yep.
Ball jokes. Oh, boy. Oh, boy.
All right, go ahead.
What do Ole Miss and a sandcastle have in common?
What?
They both look good till the tide rolls in.
Oh.
I guess the tide has something to do with the other team who beat up Ole Miss.
Yep, that's correct. That is indeed. That is the joke.
It's a good one.
Yeah. The joke of the day.
Cool.
Does she even know what that means?
Well, she's laughing. She must, right?
Oh,
man.
Oh, I love it.
Remember, I am only the messenger.
Right.
I mean, I know there's a lot of
hold
Ole
on.
Miss
You're not
alum-
just the messenger. You're the one who decided that this is the joke of the day.
Yeah.
You're the decider.
Of all the jokes.
Yeah.
This is the one.
Yes.
Yeah, you had the final decision here.
The only innocent one is the mic. That's fucking transferring this gibberish.
I am only the messenger.
Right.
I mean, I know there's a lot of Ole Miss alum in the area, but
A joke's a joke.
you know, to the victor go the spoils is how the saying goes.
No, it's not how the saying goes.
Alabama
The
took it to
saying
you
goes the
guys.
opposite.
So
Yeah.
To the victor goes the AIDS and herpes. Stupid. Of course, that's how it goes.
Wow, you like this show, Jimmy?
No. To the victor goes the... Why would you ever say that?
I don't think I've ever said that
Never.
before in my life.
They're on WRVR, The River.
Oh, that's cool. There's no IRE, though.
No.
That's
there
Mike?
isn't. That's Mike.
Mike's official FBI shirt. He's got an FBI shirt, huh?
From
Jesus.
Memphis.
Half the people walking around New York City have an FBI shirt.
He looks like his fucking hair stopped growing 30 years ago and his head just kept getting bigger. What fucking creepy Fred Gwynn hair. Yuck.
He's got giant eyebrows, too.
He's just weird looking. That's what he looks like. He looks like a fucking female impersonator with a man's wig. Because you know how they're always bald with the fucking weird, like the guy that works at the fucking restaurant. We see that. Creepy was he.
I miss that guy.
I do too. with
Let's
this
go
awful
get
hairdo.
breakfast this morning.
I would love to see him again.
We're going to leave early so we can go check that
Yes.
guy out.
Pardon me, mister. Could I borrow your hair to cook Chinese vegetables in? Yuck.
The guy just loves us.
He thinks we're the
He's-
fucking bee's knees.
He's a big fan of yours.
Can't get enough of me. Worships me.
Mike and Mandy play 5 and 10 for Miley Cyrus tickets.
I mean, yeah.
Why are they giving away Miley Cyrus tickets if they're doing soft rock?
Because
That doesn't make any sense.
The families are listening. The moms, you know.
Oh,
They
really?
want to win for their
they're-
daughters.
So they're winning tickets for their daughters? We used to do a bit.
Yeah, this is kind of the same type of deal.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
What would you do for Miley Cyrus tickets? Just like...
Well, this is 5 and 10.
What did we used to do? Wasn't that
Mommy-
the bottle rocket incident?
Yeah.
A mommy came in and shot a bottle rocket out of her pussy to try to win her daughter Britney Spears tickets. You're
Great
trying to
as
say
that.
this is just like that, Sam?
It's similar. It's the equivalent. Yes. It's the Memphis version.
You know, we've been around long enough to see how things have drastically changed in radio. Could you guys imagine if we got a woman in here, Jimmy, to lay down against this wall, spread her legs, and we would and we would shoot a bottle rocket down the hall? Could you imagine what problems we would have after that?
I was ready to yell no after you said, "Can you imagine if we got a woman in here?"
Right.
No, I can't.
There was a time we said, fuck management, fuck everyone, and we had a girl put a bottle rocket in her vagina, and we shot it down the hall. Just imagine what would happen if we did that today. You think there'd be a lot of And that was regular radio. We should just set that up and see how far we could go before they just completely lose their minds.
You know what? Let's have a girl come in, and we'll have a girl. Let's just have a girl come in, and we'll get a bottle rocket, and we'll have somebody somehow go down, like, we'll sit her out here in the hallway with her clothes on, her bikini.
Yeah.
And we'll have a bottle rocket. We'll have somebody get it to bladder that we're going to, why am I saying this on the air?
You just fucked up the bit.
Yes, I did.
Well, here's the thing.
They're so dumb, though. We could now do it behind the scenes, and they wouldn't even know.
But in our staff meeting today, management will now ask
Also
us.
called the waste of time hour.
That's not what I call it.
Yeah, you do.
I do not. No.
Me or him? Me or him?
Yeah, you do. Yeah, you do. Yeah, you do.
I don't.
Yeah, you do.
I don't.
Yeah, you do.
Management will now ask, are those guys really going to do that?
Oh, really? They
Yep.
will ask that?
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
At least they listen to the show.
Oh, here's just a Joe Listener coming up with a better punchline to that college football joke. Joe Listener, how are you? Also known as James in Chicago. James.
Morning, boys. Why do you think they couldn't do that joke the right way and say, what's the difference between Ole Miss and a 13-year-old girl's underwear? They both look good until the Crimson Tide rolls in.
There you go.
Wow.
The real name of Alabama's team is the Crimson Tide. They couldn't even commit to a halfway shitty joke.
There you go. There's some college football humor for you from James in Chicago. If you got a college football joke, please call the show right now.
We'd love to hear it.
Yes. And James now has to go listen to himself.
That's a little hostile for the morning, though. People don't want that first thing.
Well,
in
let's
the
see what
morning.
Mike and Mandy are doing. They play 5 and 10 for Miley Cyrus tickets. So what is this, Sam? Do you have
Well-
to name 5 items in a subject in 10 seconds, like 5 foods?
Have you listened to the show before?
No, it's a typical morning show bit.
Oh, this is
Is
not
that
a
not new?
This is not a Mike
Oh,
and Mandy
my
original.
God. All right. You have to name 5 NHL teams in 10 seconds. And go.
Okay, so you have heard this show.
No. It's the same show in every city.
Oh.
Do they do Battle of the Sexes?
They didn't do it this show I listened to. Scorch does.
Scorch does Battle of the Sexes? Good
Yeah,
old
but-
Scorch. All right, let's listen to Mike and Mandy playing 5 and 10.
Time to play. Time to win.
Shit.
That time
More
we go shit while
production?
this is playing.
They don't even have a good voice guy. Listen to the voice guy.
Time to play. Time to win. It's Mike and Mandy's 5 in 10.
Yep, most excellent. 7:12 is that time. We have Angie on the line. Good morning, Angie.
Good morning.
Angie from the old Nutbush area, right?
That's right.
Memphis, okay. All right, Angie, so you don't believe this, huh?
No, I don't.
You never get through on the phone line. We've heard it before.
I know.
Not for something like this.
All right, this is for the big one, for your granddaughter now, okay? You don't want to blow this opportunity.
Oh.
Mike, load the pressure on, why don't you?
Come on. Help me out.
This is getting a little crazy.
Yeah.
A lot of pressure.
This is for your granddaughter's love, you old bag.
Stupid hole.
Oh, the pressure on.
What pressure?
I mean, sheesh.
It's morning radio and some lady's trying to win a dumb pair of tickets as she goes to work. Where's the pressure?
How great would it be if she just won them and then she grabbed her chest and collapsed onto a lamp? You just heard the shatter of the glass and her body thud.
Why does it have to be a lamp?
Just because that makes so much noise when it hits the floor. Like if she collapsed into that and a couple of her Hummels, a couple of her collectibles, falls over, fucking teeth first into the coffee table.
Just grabs her shelf of collectibles.
Oh, yeah.
The whole thing goes down.
Yeah, the phone hits the floor. She grabs her chest and her shelf of collectibles, and they just shatter.
Then she slams into the china closet or whatever the fuck it's called. All right, why don't we? Let's continue with the clip here.
Load the pressure on, why don't you?
Come on, help me out here.
4 passes to see Miley Cyrus. Angie, the contest, 5 and 10. We're going to give you 10 seconds to name 5 items in a category. Good luck.
Thank you.
All right. Airlines have announced that they're going to start screening passengers for the swine flu. So give us 5 different airlines. Go.
TWA, FedEx, American Airlines, what is that one? Boing.
She missed her opportunity.
Fucking dumb bitch. FedEx, who flies that? Tom Hanks?
FedEx. And is TWA still around?
No!
Of course not, okay.
Of course they're not. Eastern Airlines, Piedmont, TWA. You asshole.
Pan Am.
Last time she flew was a long time ago. Good improv. was eons ago.
Why? Okay. Why would you? I always have to ask this question. Why would you listen to this in your car? Some
it's
dumb
like
fat broad trying to name 5 airlines. Who cares?
Well, after Mike brought the pressure up to a fever pitch,
right?
You're thinking, oh, is she going to win? Is she? It's like sports.
Why can't Mike just jump in and just call her stupid, dumb?
Well, I mean, you don't want to be mean to her.
Why not?
Because
everyone likes a little.
Her second airline was FedEx.
Not the 5th one in a panic. You know what I mean?
I could see naming that if you had to name 37. Her second guess was FedEx, and the first one was TWA.
Right.
This lady is an asshole.
First 2 are incorrect.
She's 0 for 2, and then American, which is just the country she lives in.
And then boing, boing.
And then boing, boing. What was that one?
She said, what? She said, what was that one? Boing, boing. And then her time ran out.
Boing, boing?
Boing, boing.
Jesus. I don't know, the United flight flipping in Iowa?
Jesus.
American Airlines.
I got to hear all the answers.
Yeah.
This is terrific. She actually said FedEx.
As her second guess.
TWA, FedEx, American Airlines, what is that one? Boing.
No, the buzzer went off.
You only got.
Now we had one more.
You needed 2 more.
Actually, you had 3.
I'm sorry. I was counting my fingers.
Wait, first of all, she didn't have 3. She said FedEx. No one flies FedEx.
She had 1.
Did you think Boing Boing was actually an airline?
Yeah. She goes,
You
I
gotta
only
give me
needed
credit
1.
for boing,
Yeah,
boing.
I made that's a sound that I heard once.
It drives me nuts that they don't go with the obvious. Why can't the guy go with the obvious a little bit?
Well,
maybe not
maybe-
as harsh as we would be, but something.
Maybe since
Like
you
make
guys...
a joke, laugh at it for saying FedEx. What's wrong with that?
Maybe since you guys can't do the bottle rocket thing anymore, you want to start doing 5 and 10.
Get out.
Okay.
No, we should do 5 and 10.
Really?
Yeah, sure.
You want to do one?
I
We
think
got
we
phone calls.
What can we give away?
We got a prize closet.
Let's get something out of the prize
I'll be right
closet.
back.
What do we have in the prize closet? Sam?
We have I think we have an opened video game.
Oh.
With the plastic removed.
I listen to the listeners, and I know they're sick of me saying the same shit over and over again, but I've been doing radio since I was 18, and we can't even get a prize closet 2 decades later.
We have Eric just told me that we have some signed, official, autographed Lita Ford CDs.
Holy shit.
What? Yeah, it's awesome, right?
I'm heating up again.
I'd like to have a Lita Ford CD, actually. Close my eyes forever.
That was a good song.
I liked it.
I like that
I was
one.
happy that Ozzy sang.
I think we have Justine Jolie masturbation feet.
Sam's coming in here with a prize. I swear to God, it better be good.
Okay. Dr. Steve this is why Dr. Steve's a doctor.
What?
And I'm a fucking high school dropout.
What?
She was trying to say Boeing.
Boing, boing?
Boing, boing. She was looking B-O-E-I-N-G.
Oh, I thought it was some kind of, all right.
She probably tried to Google real quick and spelled planes, P-L-A-I-N-S. Rolling Hills, American Indians?
We're getting info on FedEx. Bob in West Virginia. I kind of know this, but still, it's not an excuse. Bob.
Good evening, gentlemen.
Hey, Bob.
The obvious point, and I think you know it, Oak, is the reason the dumb cunt said FedEx. The Memphis radio station, FedEx is domiciled in Memphis.
So, yeah, that's their hub, right?
Yep, that's their main hub.
All right, but people don't fly FedEx.
We have the shortest novel ever written. Bobby and Jackie, a love story.
Really?
Yeah. About Bobby and Jackie? I actually want to read. Let's see.
You don't want to read that.
I do.
No, you don't.
This guy's about the Kennedys.
No.
Maybe we could do a Kennedy-themed 5 and 10.
That's right. If you get it wrong, we shoot you.
And you got Red Faction?
And then Red Faction Gorilla for Xbox, which you can also play on Xbox Live.
Well, I'm so happy that it's not open. That's nice.
Yep.
We got a video game that's not open.
It's
That's
unopened. It was released several months ago, I believe. So
Yeah.
if you haven't had a chance to pick it up.
Yeah.
And a Lita Ford CD, unfortunately, this one is not signed.
Right.
So
let me go to Jimmy James in New Hampshire. Jimmy James, how are you, sir?
Hey, Oak, just had to compliment you on your stealthiness this morning.
Yeah.
With your, I've been doing radio since I was 18, and here we are 2 decades later, and we still can't get one.
Well, I got
Damn, that's smooth.
I got to at least start admitting that I'm pushing 40, because this whole like dropping my age down has really backfired on me. Because now people see me and go, "God damn, he looks like shit for his age." When you're trying to like have people believe you're in your early 30s, that's not smart. Thank you, Jimmy
guys are
James.
all-
We got a bunch of people that want to play 5 and 10. Jimmy, I think you should take this.
Well, Justine Jolie's Cyberskin foot job stroker is actually, she's a fucking, let me tell you, Justine Jolie is a sexy woman, man.
What the fuck is that, though?
It's for people who want to jerk off between a couple of feet. It's
Yeah.
for foot fetish guys, and they are molds of her feet, and they look like her feet.
That's creepy.
Except for the fact they're kind of stuck in the middle.
When you feel like you're rubbing your dick in between like a corpse's feet.
Well, depending on where you stand, I mean, that could either be a negative or positive. A lot of guys would like that.
Or it would be more like a serial killer type thing where it's just 2 feet.
Yeah, exactly. Jerome Brutus.
There's no
He would save
body.
their shoes.
It's creepy. There's no body attached to that.
No.
but it does have the feet.
It sure does. And they're connected at the, what's this called?
Where do you put your penis?
Between them.
Yeah,
which part?
Right in the middle.
In between the arches, I guess.
You fuck the feet.
You fuck the feet.
Like where? Like the arches?
Like here.
Because her feet are together, okay?
Yeah. They won't
I guess
smell
you could use the 2 big toes if you really want to get creative. There looks like a spot where you could get your penis
You
in
could
there.
get it right in there.
Yeah, I see that, Sam. That's just creepy. Would you use that, Sam?
Hell yeah.
For real?
No.
Oh, okay.
Are you into feet?
No.
I'm not either.
You're into feet, Sam?
No, I just said no.
That's so weird.
There's a guy. Oh, I thought he had no arms.
Oh, okay. Let's say hi to Dominic on Long Island. Dominic?
Yeah, guys, you're missing the obvious. The Boing Boing is the Southwest commercial where you are now free to roam around the country or roam through the country where it goes boing.
Yeah.
You watch it during the football game.
Right, okay. Yeah, he's
I think
absolutely
Steve,
right.
I think Steve is right with Boeing.
No, because it's in the commercial where they do the boing boing.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I thought it was a reference to the commercial. Thank you, Dominic.
Thank you, Dr. Steve, for humiliating me.
All right, let's
Your shit information. Don't ever contact me again.
Mike in Florida. Mikey.
Hey, Jimmy, happy birthday, buddy.
Hey,
I'd like to play 5 and 10, but only if you promise not to make me take any of those god-awful prizes.
All right.
Mike, the problem is this is all we got. This is, like, not even funny. This company is supposedly $1 billion company, and we can't get a prize closet.
Good
Like-
God. If I say boing, boing enough, will you make me not take any of those god-awful shit-based prizes?
Well, you could get the foot job stroker.
Yeah.
Where you could put your penis in between the arches of Justine Jolie's fake feet that just are detached from a human body. You could get a Red Faction video game. Now, I don't know the Red Faction series. Is that an older game now, or?
Well, it's not a new release.
Okay. By the way, I need to play a new video game if anyone has any suggestions. And I'm not a big bang, shoot 'em up type guy.
If you can name 5 and 10, you can win a copy
I'm
of
not
Red.
buying that.
Okay.
I mean, I'm not taking that home.
You don't want this.
What's that Little Planet all about?
That I haven't played.
It was the game of the year, and everyone's talking about it. But a bunch of girls are telling me I should play that, so I'm thinking that's...
Yeah, Little Big Planet.
It might be a girly game.
You should. I mean, you haven't played Portal. I think you should get on board with that.
Yeah, that I might have to play.
I'm going to throw in some cash
Real
here.
game.
What are you doing?
I'm going to throw in a little bit of cash.
For Mike? Mike, you hung up. We were going to give you a good prize, for real.
I have $100. That's 5 20s.
Wow, that is.
All right,
You bet it is.
This isn't for 5 and 10. This is... Something else is going on.
For 5
Sam.
and 10.
Whoa.
I mentioned...
What? What's wrong with you?
I mentioned... well, let's get the next caller, 5
Sam,
and
take
10.
his temperature. He's
I'm
not
fine.
feeling right.
$100.
I thought it would be for something really crazy, like you want one of the staff members to fuck the feet or something.
No, I would do that for free.
Want me to play 1 minute highlight of Vagina Bottle Rocket to break? Oh yeah, for the newbies.
Wait.
This is the type of radio we were allowed to do back in the day. All right, what do you got in mind, Jimmy?
Well, I don't want to give the question away. I mean, it's...
For $100?
Yes.
All right, let's go to one of our regulars, Kevin in Connecticut. I'm sure he could use $100. Kevin.
Guys,
Hey.
I'd like to play that 5 and 10 thing.
Oh, by the way, yeah, hold on. I'm going to put you on with Aaron for a second. Just be quiet. Aaron, go ahead. Houston.
Hi, guys.
Hey, Aaron.
Hi.
Love you. Love the show.
As you should.
Thank you, Aaron.
I just want to let you know the Southwest Airlines thing. Pretty sure that's a ding, not a boing.
It is a ding.
Ding! You're
Yeah,
free now.
yeah,
free to
yeah,
move out the country.
yeah.
I think Dr.
Love you.
Very good. I think Dr. Steve's very wrong on this one. All right, Kevin. I'm going to give you to Jimmy. Jimmy, take it away.
We have to time this.
I can time it. I got a clock right behind your head. It'll be very easy, Jimmy.
Okay.
I'll tell Kevin when to go.
Are you ready, Kevin?
I think so.
You have 10 seconds to name my 5 favorite songs. Go.
International. Okay, Iron Man. Black Sabbath, Bloody Sabbath, and Common Chameleon.
Did he get any right, Jimmy?
He wins nothing. He wins nothing.
I tried.
This isn't fair.
It is fair. I got this one. This one has a hard answer.
Why don't we have someone fuck the feet for $100?
No, this next one has an actual an answer to it.
All right. Sorry, Kevin. We're going to go to
you
Cody
guys.
in Indiana. Cody.
What's up, guys?
Hi,
Hey,
Cody. Are you ready?
We're playing 5 and 10 with Jim Norton.
Okay, let's do it.
I would like you to name the 5 most powerful mullahs in Iran. Go.
Your mom's box.
That's 1.
Your dad's box.
You know, I'm actually looking at the clock like this blithering idiot might get 1. I'm going to dope by him. I see my 100 going out the window.
Well, fuck you guys then. Bye.
Bye.
All right. Sorry, Cody.
Is that too hard?
A little bit.
All right. There's got to be a balance between the hard ones and the literacy test that they gave that fucking old lady.
Let's go to Fontaine in Virginia.
Now, Fontaine, there's no money for this one. This is just your opinion.
Hey, Fontaine, you going to go see Jim Norton? I think he's going to be in your area.
I am actually.
How close are you to Virginia Beach?
About 3 hours, and I'm definitely going, Jimmy.
Fucking A. Look at that, Jimmy.
Thursday, Friday, Saturday, I am there in Virginia Beach.
Funny Bone?
Yes.
Funny Bone in Virginia Beach.
And I'll be, by the way, Stress Factory, night before Thanksgiving goes on sale Friday. I won't be here Friday to plug that, but I'm doing one night only in the Stress Factory.
Okay.
So let's hope it's a big success.
It will be a big success.
Bills to pay.
Fontaine. You got something for Fontaine, Jimmy?
Yes. Fontaine, I want you to name, and this is only for the Justine Jolie feat, okay?
Okay.
The top 5 celebrities who you'd like to shit in your mouth. Go.
Justine Jolie, Opie.
What the fuck?
Hit the water, hit the water, hit the water.
He punched out.
I agree with his choices, but how did they just not name 3 more?
Really, I don't really feel like taking Fontaine's shit in my mouth.
No,
Jimmy.
you shit in his mouth.
Oh, I shit in his mouth?
Yes.
Oh.
That's not that bad.
Let me think about this. I just open up and just drop?
Yeah, just keep one foot on his chest like you're the victor, distributing the spoils.
All right, let's get back to the Mike and Mandy in the morning
that
on
bit
the
bombed
river
horribly.
in Memphis. Continuous soft
Terrible.
rock all day long. Mike and Mandy teased the Dirt Alert. And
Dirt
Mandy
alert.
as a whole. What's this, Sam?
The Dirt Alert is, well, see, that's the thing. The reason that every single segment has to have production is because they also have to tease every single segment. So this is the tease for the Dirt Alert, and you know, Mandy has to chime in with her 2 cents.
Okay.
WRBR 104.5, The River. Hey there, Delilah. The plain white tees.
Yes.
People ask my wife all the time, hey, how does your husband Mike like working with Delilah? It's great.
We love Delilah.
One big happy family here. All right, let's see here. A Mike and Mandy in the Morning Dirt Alert coming up. Did David Letterman take his mistress on vacations with his wife?
Oh, that is so tacky.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, cheating on your wife is tacky, but doing that is even worse.
Is it?
It is
it
tacky.
worse?
I mean, imagine how the wife feels, is all. I think that's what Mandy's saying.
Jimmy, you think that's tacky? Bringing your mistress on vacation with your wife?
No, it's smart.
There's nothing to do with that one, Sam. Is that Mandy, that big fat
That's
fucking
Mandy.
thing?
Oh,
What?
sure it's not fucking Manti?
Holy shit.
Ooh. Ooh. That one hurt.
Wowee, look at that. The Dirt Alert. Finally, we get the answer to the big tease there?
Yeah.
All right, here we go.
It's Mike and Mandy in the morning.
Don't tell anyone.
Dirt Alert.
Yes. The New York Post reports this morning that David Letterman took his mistress, Stephanie Burkett, Stephanie Burkett, on vacations with his wife, Regina, and their son, Harry.
That is tasteless.
Now, obviously, Regina thought nothing of it at the time, especially since other friends and co-workers would come along, too. But looking back on it now, she's pretty upset. Now, the official line on Letterman's infidelities has always been that they happened before he and Regina were married and before Harry was born.
Right.
But it's starting to sound more and more like this affair didn't end until recently.
Very recently.
So that does make Letterman that creepy old man that you were all freaked out about.
He is. He's a creepy old man.
On a, but if the girl's willing to go
She's
along with
a creepy little girl.
it, on a Mike and Mandy in the Morning Dirt Alert.
I'd rather listen to this. Jimmy's not even paying attention anymore.
I'm reading a book on the alleged affair, Bobby and Jackie Kennedy. I may actually take this home and read it.
It's great you're reading a book, but
Yeah, it's good.
all right.
You could win the book.
Yeah, you want to win the book, Jimmy?
I'd like to answer 5 questions.
No, you have to name 5 things.
Oh, okay, whatever
in
it
10
is.
seconds.
Sam, you got one?
Yes.
All right.
Jim, you have 10 seconds to name 5 watch manufacturers.
Timex, and then there's Rolex, and then there's the big ones, the Geico, and then there's Meineke. Oh. I was trying to think of that dumb Jeter poster.
All right.
What are there? Timex, Rolex,
And that's it.
Yeah, I don't know.
After
Casio.
that, Casio.
Casio,
sure.
Swatch.
Watch.
Mickey Mouse.
Yeah, Mickey Mouse watches. That's 5.
1 hour later, Mike and Mandy do the exact same story. Mandy reacts as if this is news to her.
Yes.
What is this?
You know, we just heard the Dirt Alert.
Yeah.
That was the 7 a.m. Dirt Alert.
Okay.
8 a.m. comes, and they do the exact same Dirt Alert as if it didn't happen at 7 a.m., and Mandy is once again surprised by the things being said.
All right, let's listen to this.
It's Mike and Mandy in the morning.
Don't tell anyone.
Dirt Alert.
It's extra juicy this morning. Did David Letterman take his mistress on vacations with his wife?
Oh, that's disgusting.
The New York Post reports that David Letterman took his mistress, Stephanie Burkett, on vacations with his wife, Regina Lasco, and their son, Harry. Now, obviously, Regina thought nothing of it at the time, especially since other friends and coworkers would come along, too. But looking back on it now, she's pretty upset.
I feel so bad for her.
Well, the official line on Letterman's infidelities has always been that they were before he and Regina were married and before Harry David's son was born. But it's starting to sound more and more like this affair didn't end until recently.
David Letterman turning out to be the creepy old man, don't you think?
We will.
Fuck you.
Come on.
What about the girl? Takes two to tango.
Well, yeah, but you don't take your girlfriend on vacation with your wife and son.
We'll keep you posted. I'm just the messenger.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
I get it. You're just a messenger. All morning long, you're just the messenger.
The worst part of that was the music.
Right.
And he was trying to lead her to the creepy young girl line that she said in the first hour.
Right. And how about he gives the male point of view on this whole thing?
He's just a messenger. He's not defending him.
I mean, if this affair was going on until recently, I mean, she had to have known.
Yeah.
Why don't you discuss that angle with this whole thing?
I mean, he doesn't want to stir the pot.
A lot of people want Vic Dumb to try to play 5 and 10.
Vic Dumb.
I mean, if Vic wants a copy of the new Lita Ford CD, he's going to have to earn it.
Is Vic Dumb working today?
Yeah.
That sounds like
Hey, Vic Dumb, could you come in here for a minute? Jimmy, you got some a 5 and 10 for Vic Dumb?
Let Sam think of it because he'll probably have a better one. Mine will be ridiculous.
I say we do. Hold on, because he's listening. Vic Dumb, don't look at this. Jimmy, you like this idea?
Okay, I guess.
Yes.
Okay. Hi, Vic Dumb.
Yeah,
How
but
are you?
that one's so easy. Can you name 40 in 10 seconds? Should we tell the audience what it is?
We're gonna,
Yes.
we're gonna do it. All right, Vic Dumb. We're doing. Look, we're just making this up as we go along today.
How do I not get this game?
There's a last-minute sick call today. We're just trying to do the best we can. All right, Vic Dumb. We're playing 5 and 10. Got to name 5 items in 10 seconds.
Okay.
You have to name 5 delicious fast food items in 10 seconds. Go.
The Big Mac wrap. Wendy's Buffalo Chicken Bites. Damn. Out of time.
Jesus, he rolled over on that one.
How can he say the Big Mac wrap, but then not say Big Mac?
What's the Big Mac wrap? Is that the one where it's the chicken?
That's what he does when he's ordering a Big Mac. I need to get me a Big Mac because my neck is fat.
Oh.
Sorry.
They condensed the Big Mac into wrap form.
It's ridiculous.
And what's that supposed to do?
They give you strips.
Is that supposed to be healthier?
No. Strips of the burger patty
Just
in
easier
the
to
wrap.
eat.
Right. That's just dumb, man. What's the one where it's no more buns and it's like everything is a meat product?
No, that's at KFC.
KFC.
That's the 2 chicken breasts with the bacon and the cheese in between.
I had a very funny joke about that.
Oh, yeah? Let's hear it, Jim.
No, I can't do it.
Why? It could be our joke of the day.
Ooh.
E-Rock, can you name 3 others just out of curiosity? I'm looking for 5 delicious fast food items.
Well, the ranch chicken wrap is also delicious.
Mm-hmm.
What do you get at Wendy's usually?
The chicken sandwich.
You get the junior bacon double cheeseburger.
Oh yeah, that too. The junior bacon. No,
somebody likes.
How about a Whopper?
No, that's a double stack.
You don't like
I
a
get the
Whopper?
Junior bacon cheeseburger.
You don't like a Whopper?
No, I don't eat the real big.
Why?
I don't know. I just don't.
Whoppers rule. The best hamburger is a fucking Whopper.
I get not cheeseburgers, chicken sandwiches.
Junior bacon cheeseburgers is what
And
you
that
get.
too.
Why Junior?
Because it's smaller.
With bacon and cheese on it.
Is it
He eats more
smaller?
of them too.
Yes.
What does
No, I
that
eat
mean?
one of them.
Who cares if it's smaller?
I don't eat.
It's
like,
still going to
the
give you a
really-
high blood pressure.
The really big sandwiches, like the Whopper.
You
and
can't open
stuff
your
like
mouth that wide?
No, I could. I just don't do it.
He likes to have one in each hand so he can do the fucking chicken burger dance.
Is this okay to make fun of your food choices?
Oh, that's fine.
Or are you going to cry like another member of the staff?
Oh, I know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
I never cried about that.
Yeah, you have. Secretly behind the scenes. In the bathroom stall. As you put your...
Stop photographing the buffets on my desk.
He has them tied in bags now, so you can't see them.
Oh,
Glad
really?
bags?
Hefty bags.
That's what I meant. God, fuck.
It's okay.
I actually said it normal. Healthy, small portions. Boo.
All right, let's get this Mike and Mandy thing out of the way here. So the last The last clip for today's Jocktober from Mike and Mandy. Little show out of Memphis on the river. It's 3 weeks away from Halloween. Luckily, Mike and Mandy have a song parody.
Well, yeah.
We love song parodies.
Yes, we do.
When I was trying to figure out what show, the next show to do, as luck would have it, last Friday I just tuned in for the end of Mike and Mandy, and was able to catch a little Halloween song that they played at the end of their show.
I do want to remind you of something as we go into this weekend. Watch your calendar very, very closely. You'll notice that tomorrow, 3 weeks from Halloween.
Yeah, 3 weeks.
So you have to remind people that Halloween's 3 weeks away.
Yeah. Start getting ready. Make sure decorations start going out. Might be a good weekend to do it.
We were fucking onto this thing so long ago. Murder in the Caribbean. People are killing their spouses on vacation. They do the old push them off the cruise ships. In this case, in the Caribbean, I think, a tourist is accused of drowning his wife. Easy shit to get done.
Sure.
Easy shit.
And fun.
Who would be suspicious if your wife or husband died on vacation? It's vacation. It's supposed to be a good time for all.
Everyone would be suspicious, but it would be hard for them to prove.
Right.
Like, everybody kind of knows. Especially if, like, the next night you have, like, a fucking... one of those Hawaiian things around your neck and you're being blown by a native while she's still chilling out in the coroner's office.
You think you would blow it?
Yeah, of course.
You would get away with the murder and then you couldn't help yourself?
Yeah, why, while your wife was still warm, were you drinking a beverage with pineapple in it and dancing in a circle with a younger lady?
Singing Journey karaoke for the natives. Having a good old time. Yeah, but there's a big story on TV right now, Murder in the Caribbean. I'm telling you, man, we were onto this thing early. When you hear about the people that are like, drown and stuff because they fall off the side of a cliff or something, come on. That's a pusheroo right there. Yeah. The person's going to be aware, like, holy shit, you're pushing me to my death. But, it's going to be too late for that person.
Who are they going to tell?
Exactly.
Yell your name out on the way down to a rock?
Yeah, the seagulls on the way down. Help me out here.
I do want to remind you of something as we go into this weekend. Watch your calendar very, very closely. You'll notice that tomorrow, 3 weeks from Halloween.
Yeah, 3 weeks.
So I know what you think. Oh, well, I better rush to the grocery store and get my Halloween candy.
Don't do that.
Personally.
I don't think that.
I think this guy likes kids coming to his door.
Well,
Got to get prepared, right, Uncle Paul?
Sure do. I dress up as an older man whose pants were stolen.
And you get away with that?
I do. The kids come. They're like, what are you supposed to be? I'm like, my pants were stolen. You come in and help me find them. Some candy.
Do they come in and find the pants?
Sometimes they do.
Do they find the pants?
Unless their mothers are there.
And then what happens?
Nothing.
Nothing?
I just say, I don't have no candy.
I like Angry Uncle Paul.
People love. I got so many tweets.
Yeah.
People really liked Angry Uncle Paul
From yesterday?
I've been doing that for years.
Tell that lady.
Yeah, tell that lady to shut up. I used to always do that with my girlfriend. Like, Uncle Paul was always nice, but whenever she would eat sweets, that's when he would get very angry. He was very selfish. If she had candy, he would always take it.
And do what?
Gimme! Just eat it, because he's all selfish. And he only confesses to what he does when he's drunk. Everybody knows what he does, but he's kind of on the down low.
Okay, he only confesses when he's drunk?
He's been drinking.
Let's find out about Halloween here. Mike and Mandy are going to let us know what we need to do.
So I know what you think. Oh, well, I better rush to the grocery store and get my Halloween candy.
Don't do that.
Personally, I think it's too early. Because you have all that Halloween candy laying around the house, and it's such a temptation. In fact, I wrote a song about it. Here we go.
Goodbye. Do you think
This
Mike
is
wrote the
embarrassing
song?
because Mandy's a fat pig.
She really is.
And now he's got a song about how you can't help yourself. And you need to eat the candy before the kids come to your door.
She starts buying hers in August. Big fucking monster. She's the type of woman who would fucking have like a snow cone in each hand and eat Reese's Pieces with her fat feet. Or maybe she's not.
Based on the awesome production that we've heard so far, take a wild guess whether you think Mike actually wrote, recorded, and produced this song, or you think maybe he just got it off a Prep Burger.
This is a Prep Burger bit that they're making believe is their
come
own?
on.
It's the song Goodbye Norma Jean is the theme. So it's going to say something...
Goodbye.
Some to my jeans. Has anything to do with jeans not fitting?
Goodbye. Yeah.
It's goodbye. Something Halloween.
Oh, yeah, it's going to
Goodbye
be
for
Halloween.
Halloween.
Yeah.
About it. Here we go.
Goodbye, M&M's.
What?
You were wrong. Goodbye, M&M's, of course.
Norma Jean and Blue Jeans kind of work.
Goodbye, M&M's. Oof.
And this guy really is making believe he wrote this song.
As he said, I wrote a little song about it.
Fuck, man, that's some badass shit right there. Just say, look, I found this silly, dumb Halloween song. Here it is.
He wrote it.
M&M's. I never meant to eat you at all this far from Halloween. From the bull out in the hall.
I deal with the issue.
I understand.
I wolfed down all the Snickers and inhaled the baby roots and the Three Musketeers. How I wish I'd stopped at 2.
Has this happened to you? Has
I
it?
can relate.
Now it seems
Right on cue.
Of course you can relate.
No kidding. We saw your picture.
If that's her, she is a fucking oinker.
She's the reason husbands cheat.
Absolutely.
For real. The fuck? Just because you're married, you can't let yourself go to shit like that.
She really has gone to pot.
She's a bigger lady, but her husband appreciates her personality and her sense of humor.
She couldn't be that funny or nice. It's impossible. Unless she fired out prior lines while you were eating her ass. That lady sucks.
Then you'd be all right with it, right?
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
now it seems to me my Halloween supply of candy's dwindling.
Candy's dwindling.
'Cause there's nothing there to restrain you when the craving sets in.
There's too much laying around.
And I'd really like to show you my double chin. Candy's run out long before Halloween begins.
Keep that in mind. Buy your Halloween candy today.
Oh, it might be gone by Halloween.
Thank you.
Okay.
The Mike and Mandy in the Morning Singers for you this morning.
What'd you guys think?
I hate this business. For real.
The whole thing?
It's embarrassing. Yeah.
That is terrible.
What is it?
It's horrendous.
Terrible.
Even for like safe radio, that's horrendous.
Goodbye, M&M's. Who the fuck laughed at that? God almighty. No one laughed at that.
No. We get lumped in with all these horseshit shows.
You know, your Mike and Mandy's, your Opie and Anthony's.
Goodbye, M&M's.
And she's like, yeah, I relate.
Yeah, I can relate. So get your candy because it might be gone before.
They're
it's
not
going to be gone.
They're not people who should be in entertainment. They're not people who are entertaining in any way, shape, or form.
And then it's embarrassing that you're taking credit for someone else's fucking song.
Yeah, unless he wrote it, which I don't. It doesn't sound like
No,
you did.
it's such a show prep type of bit.
It was funny though. I mean, the song was good, but
It was horrendous.
Yeah, goodbye M&M's.
It doesn't even follow the original song. They're adding all sorts of words. The famous shoehorning that Anthony likes to talk about. There's a lot of shoehorning going on there.
Just kind of do some fun stuff.
Yeah.
Last thing they want to do is give you what you expect.
It's true.
Travis.
Entertainment.
Travis from New Hampshire is begging us here. Travis, what do you got, buddy?
What's up, boys?
Welcome
All right.
aboard.
And can we be done with Jocktober? That was over the line. That was it. I mean,
What, calling her a fat pig?
no, that last song.
Well,
It got the douche chills. It was the worst. Instead, can we have Opie create a character or something for the show?
I don't really do characters.
You can do a character. Attaboy.
All right, I'm going to try.
Yeah.
Come on, let's get him a character going. Get Ted in there. AJ,
Yeah, I think I could do a character.
We could all do characters.
Yeah. Let's.
We could all do characters.
That's great. That's a good character.
I'll call in and I'll give you guys characters, and we could all just do characters.
You know what? We are making it up as we go along today. We could have said fuck y'all and went home early. We could have just went home. But we said, you know what? We need to be here today.
For Mick Foley.
For Mick Foley, who's coming by, and some fucking...
John Shaw.
What is he going to do for us today, Sam?
He does a very good stunt show at the Headless Horseman Haunted Hayrides and Haunted Houses.
Did we have him in before?
Yeah, we had him in at CBS, and we did the walkover.
Why don't I
with him.
remember?
He ate glass on the corner of 57th Street.
Why don't I remember
I do remember
this?
that, actually.
Yeah, he ate light bulbs.
Could you eat a light bulb today?
I don't know how is the problem. I wouldn't even eat steak.
He'll teach you.
By the way,
what?
can someone explain why on Imus they have the screens behind them, but there's constant motion? I wish Fox didn't have constant motion.
Why?
It's hard to watch.
It's distracting.
In the back, yeah.
Travis, you want to do more of your caricature?
Which one do you need?
I don't know. The one you were doing was pretty good. Yeah, because I think we're going to do something here now. I think I'm turning this show into Character Day.
Hey, can I talk to AJ Poopy Shits? Where is it, AJ? I need to talk to. I like the tit.
Okay. What's up, Travis?
Hey there, AJ.
So, Travis, you seen any good movies lately? Something with like a nude scene? Something with some full frontal, some tits or something? That's what I'm into.
Do you want to see something with the male penis?
Oh God! I mean, if it's something you want to do, we can go for you. But I don't want to.
No,
I'm not into that at all.
Do you like the movies with the 6-pack abs?
Oh, I mean, I've seen them because you can't help but avoid them. But no, I mean, it's not something I'm into. No, I'd rather see a chick with tits.
Character Day is starting off horribly.
Well, somebody's
horribly. Travis, your bit is not doing well.
Somebody's got to join the party.
I want this to turn into Character Day on the Opie and Anthony show because we're making it up as we go along. We could do Character Day until Mick Foley gets here, and then some Halloween hack is going to be in here to do a few things for us.
He's pretty good.
Is he pretty good? What is he going to do for us today, Sam?
I don't know. I saw him on the weekend, and he lifted up a paint can full of water hooked onto his eyelids.
Oh.
That shit is crazy.
Fuck. All right.
Yeah.
All right.
He had some lady in the audience hammer a nail into his nose.
That's hack.
Yeah, but some lady did it.
How is that hack?
Yeah.
The nose thing is so hack.
How?
Because there's like a hole. It was explained to me. We had the guy up in Boston that came in all the time. I really liked the guy. He was a good friend of the show. There's a space there, Jimmy, and then there's some room. So that one's hack. That's easy.
I can't do it.
Almost anyone could do that one. But the eyelid thing, all right, I respect that.
And he's got like crazy facial hair that's very well groomed.
Yeah.
So that's something.
All right. We're going to take a break here. Brian. Well, first, Brian in North Carolina. Brian.
I think that might have been the worst one of those Prep Burger songs I've ever heard. I would have actually preferred if they just would have read fucking obituaries.
Yeah, that was really bad. That show was horrendous.
Yeah.
And I bet you they do very well in Memphis. That part of this whole thing I don't understand.
I actually heard Character Day, so I might actually change my opinion.
Yeah, we're doing Character Day. Today is Character Day on the Opie and Anthony show.
I like the idea that.
You're not a character, Uncle Paul.
That AJ Poopy shit.
Oh, you like AJ?
Sure do. That kid's got pizzazz.
AJ, you like Uncle Paul? It's Character Day.
Yeah, I mean, he's a cool guy. He's got some great ideas. Maybe we can hang out sometime.
Uh-huh.
I like that. Teach you how to make the older people happy.
I mean, I'm all for making people happy. I mean, as long as it's cool, you know.
Yeah, it'd be cool.
What do you want him to wear there, Uncle Paul?
You got a skate?
No, I mean, I'm a dude. What would I do with a skirt? I mean, if you want to do a costume thing, we could do it. But
I mean, like the Scottish people.
Oh, a kilt or something? Yeah, we could do a kilt. Okay. They don't wear anything under them, you know.
Yeah, I heard.
Oh, Uncle Paul.
He's cute.
We're going to take a break. But see, Danny found how they do the nail trick. There's a hollow area where the nail goes right in.
If you're driving a nail to the back of your nose, the diagram has the nail near the brain in the head. It's a good trick.
It's actually being inserted directly into the nasal cavity.
Right. So what's the trick?
To put a nail in your nasal cavity.
Because if you miss, you stabbed yourself in the face with a nail.
Yeah. So it's nowhere near the brain. It's not going to do any damage.
All right, so.
And what they do is they kind of widen that area a little bit to make it even easier when they're not doing it in front of people.
He chews up light bulbs.
Oh, someone's saying it was a 14-inch nail. Now that's crazy.
Yeah, it's a big nail.
It's a big nail? All right. Maybe he'll tell us how it's done.
I know chew up light bulbs and all that crazy
you mentioned the light bulbs again, I'm going to scream.
Well, nobody
said anything about... It's a fake light bulb, Sam.
No. It is.
No.
All right.
It's a candy light bulb.
I'm taking one of these out of the socket and see if you can eat one of those.
Just take a bite out of it. It's a little bigger.
It's bigger, thicker.
Yeah. Eat the casing, too.
Yeah, exactly.
Tough guy.
The whole socket. Show us something we haven't seen before. That's what I asked from this guy today, Sam.
Shoot your way through the wires, you fucking creepy ferret.
The eyelid thing we'll check out. We'll check that out. That sounds pretty cool.
I don't know if he's for sure if he's going to do it here. He did it on the weekend.
If he's not doing the eyelid trick, tell him to go home.
Okay,
right.
well, we'll make
Call
sure
him
he
right
does
now.
it.
Save him the trip into New York.
Tell him to kill himself.
I'm not fucking watching the nail trick for the 20th time.
All right, I'll tell him to bring his paint
Something
bucket.
new and different and exciting.
I like
what we asked
excitement.
for. So do I, Jimmy. So do I. Opie and Anthony, stay there. It's Opie and Jim Norton today. Mick Foley, good friend of the show, stopping by in a little bit to say hi. What is he promoting? The Bound for Glory on TNA, live this Sunday at 8 p.m. on pay-per-view. Oh, he's promoting a wrestling thing?
I think so, yeah.
Okay.
He loves it.
He loves that wrestling.
Yes, he does.
And I got a Ron and Fez spy report. Mick Foley was just on Channel 11
Yes, he was.
talking to Jill.
With his mullet.
And the whole Anthony thing came up.
Oh, no.
On TV this morning. This is how it went down.
I got to quickly bring up something. Mick Foley is responsible for hooking me up with one of my ex-boyfriends. If it wasn't for him, I have to thank you until he cheated on me. Mick, so anything you want to say? I mean...
I'm so sorry, Jill.
He feels bad. It's not your fault. We can let it go, as
I
Suki
accepted
said.
congratulations for like a year because of that, and
Well,
now I will accept
It
the
was
blame.
great while it lasted, and I thank you always. And you're one of my great friends, and of
Thank
course,
you.
we're both from Long Island. Give me a hug. Never hard feelings on that
All right,
one, but
thank
thank
you,
you.
Jill is nice, man. I mean, she doesn't say anything bad about her.
I don't have a problem with Jill.
And such a creep. What a dirtbag.
She says no hard feelings as she brings it up. There's hard feelings there, right?
Yeah, she's hurt. Why were you saying you felt douche chilly listening to the old Bottle Rocket thing?
Holy shit. Stephen S. writes it. Wow, you guys sure were enthusiastic in that Bottle Rocket clip. I was so fucking excited that we got that done that I completely ruined a great moment.
I don't think you ruined it.
E-Rock, you want to play that again? My screaming, I sound like a little girl. All set? Yeah, play that again.
This baby is...
I mean, you got to understand.
He's hiding behind El Duque, the big, giant, life-size
It's in her vag.
cardboard
Yeah.
cutout of El Duque.
This
Opie,
isn't something you see every
if
day.
you would please give me the lighter, okay? Yes, clear the range. Clear the range.
This isn't a prep burger bit. We
What
did
a
this for
great
real.
moment in radio this is.
And fire in the hole. Let's go.
Fire in the hole, and that's never been more appropriate than it is right now. Ready? Don't move.
And
We're
here it
lit.
goes.
We're lit.
We're lit.
Oh, my God.
And
So far, I don't mind it.
Oh, my God. It was beautiful. It was beautiful. She fired a bottle rocket out of her most intimate of areas. Fantastic. Fantastic. We have a go, Mission Control.
Holy cow!
Wow. The vehicle has left the vagina.
Wow! I want to go home.
What a douche.
Nah, it's not bad. Holy cow, you could have lost, but the rest of it
It's pretty fucking bad.
It was
but-
a bottle rocket
But
in
you
the
got to
pussy.
understand that
Yeah,
a bottle
do it, please.
rocket went flying down a hallway.
Yeah, if you did that for a bowling fucking thing, I'd fucking hate you. But
yeah,
had a
okay.
bottle rocket out of the vag, it's forgivable.
Yeah, it was. I don't like hearing that one.
It's a big moment.
It's a bad one. Also, we got John Shaw coming in. The Headless Horseman hayride.
What time is he in?
9:30, I think.
Cool.
Yeah, that'll be fun, huh, Jimmy?
Where's Mick? Why isn't he here?
He's going to be here in
Tell him to
15
hurry the
minutes.
fuck up.
I don't know what else he's doing. He's done with
Nothing.
his TV. Now he comes over here, right?
He's teasing his mullet.
Let's say hi to Anthony on Long Island. Anthony.
Hope he doesn't hear this shit.
Hi, good morning, gentlemen.
Hey.
Hi, Anthony.
I've got two fucking words for you, my friend. A leaky ass.
Oh, boy.
I'm going back to CP's.
All right. There goes Anthony from Long Island. We don't need to bring that up now, do we? Jimmy, got a great story here. Man attaches weight to penis to try to stretch it out.
Cool.
Gets it stuck for 3 days.
Was that in like the weight thing? I think I remember this.
Oh, he put in the hole of the plates?
I don't know. He put no. It was like one of those things that can goes around. I don't know how he did it. He got stuck in something, I think.
Would you ever try to stretch your penis out?
Not manually.
Everyone's calling me the hole. I can't even argue it. That was bad.
That's all right.
That was bad.
That's the reaction when people learned how a man tried to stretch his penis to make it bigger. A Costa Mesa man used a dumbbell gym weight similar to something like this, only it got stuck for 3 days. The fire department was called into the ER. The only way they could get the weight off the man's penis was to saw it off, and they did, keeping the man's organ intact. No one knows why the man did it.
Do not put your...
No one knows why the man did it. Really?
That should be, everyone knows why the man did it.
I would
we
assume
know.
if you got a small penis, you would do just about anything to try to fucking make it look presentable. Of
course.
Make it into something. You don't know why he did it, really?
Yes. You want his cock to be bigger? May I offer an opinion, sir?
Yeah, years of being laughed at. Let's start there.
No one knows why the man did it.
Do not put your wiener in a dumbbell. That's probably not the smartest idea.
Great advice, too, for guys.
And there you have it. Some
Yeah.
very sound advice from that woman on the street. All right, firefighters say that.
Why is that sound advice?
I don't know.
Stating the obvious is sound advice now. I liked your dumbbell line. It was very good.
Some very sound advice from that woman on the street. All right, firefighters say that this was something they had never seen before. Surprise there, but say in the end they were happy to save this man's organ.
That's a fine little story, huh?
It's a feel-good story. Did it work? That's the key. Was his cock bigger?
Yeah, that's... No.
They said they were happy to save his giant penis. That'd be a great way to end the story.
I hear you could pull out a little extra from your body, though.
How?
They cut a ligament or something, and they could pull a little out. So there's a little more on the outside.
Really?
Yeah.
But does it make your erections any worse? Probably cut the vein that puts the blood in, so it just never gets hard.
Danny?
I think that's how like the
You had this
penile.
done?
No, I think that's
Oh.
how like the enlargement surgery works. Is that they go in there and they.
Yeah, I heard it described as like, the vacuum like cord where you could pull it out of the actual vacuum. You kind of do that. You pull it out a little bit.
But does it affect your erections at all, or?
I don't know. Dr. Steve, this might be a question for Dr. Steve.
This is absolutely a question for Dr. Steve and a recommended surgeon.
But wouldn't the part you pulled out of the body look just strange or something?
Because skin that was normally on your fucking stomach and your butt would now be your dick skin. Your hair would be growing in a weird place.
Right. Let's find out about it. We're going to get Dr. Steve on the phone. Will, Iowa.
Good evening.
Hey.
Hello, Will.
Opie, you sounded like Susan Waldman during that fire festival.
Yeah.
Oh my God, it's got an hour.
Yeah, I shouldn't be making fun of Susan Waldman anymore. That is horrendous. I avoid that clip.
Why are you yelling, holy cow?
Yeah!
Yeah! Holy cow!
The dumb high voice.
It's all right. You were a happy boy.
in the box.
Yeah, all right, Will.
Yeah.
I thought we were past this. Thank you, sir.
Punching out.
All right, let's say hi to Glenn in Delaware. Glenn.
Glenn?
Hey, boys.
Hey.
That penis stretching isn't a legitimate thing. It's I forget the name of the tribe, but they did it to show their rank in the tribe. It makes your penis long but really thin, and then they would roll it up and keep it in their pants.
Would you want a long, thin penis, Jimmy?
No, it would
Or
look
a
like
short, big, like thick one?
a thick one. Women would prefer
Short, thick?
not like freakishly short, but a long, thin one is going to feel like a stick poking in a chick. Nobody wants a cock that looks like a rope duty. Fucking, and I ate something that's not bad enough to make me completely sick, but my system's still not happy with type of shit.
Yeah.
I hate rope duties.
It reminds me of another old bit that we used to do, the penis weightlifting. Hey, E-Rock, we have any audio of the penis weightlifting? Looking? Okay. Were you part of the show back then, Jimmy? When guys would fucking lift weights with their penises?
No.
A ridiculous amount of weight, by the way. We got away with that bit a few times, but I don't know. Maybe we should ask the boys down the hall, see if we could do penis weightlifting again. Go old school for one day.
What would management say?
I want Steve to ask the boys down the hall if we could do penis weightlifting again. I'm sure the best part is when they come back to us. Good news, we could do the bit, and then there's a whole bunch of stipulations that,
Yes,
that
no
make
penises
it not,
and no weights.
Yeah, that make it not good news. Like, you could use marshmallows. See how many marshmallows they can lift.
Could they put their finger through their zipper like a penis?
Right.
This way there's no nudity.
Whatever. You want to move on to other fine stories, Jimmy?
Sure.
You heard about Paul Anka, right?
Yeah, sued. He was going to sue, but he didn't have to. He co-wrote half of Michael Jackson's "This Is It."
Well, "This Is It" is an old song that Michael Jackson pretty much recorded, and they didn't feel good about the song because they never really released it. But now that he's dead, there's some interest there, and this song will come and go real fast. And Paul Anka is going to get half the royalties, I guess, from that new Michael Jackson song.
Good, he should. He co-wrote it.
But the good thing about Paul Anka being in the news is that maybe we could play some of our old Paul Anka clips. The guys get shirts. E-Rock, we haven't played this in a long time, right? No, not at all. Oh, fuck. For the newbies, this could be pretty good. Paul Anka backstage just losing his fucking mind, just giving his band hell. It starts with this.
You thought 8 things tonight. You're on fucking notice, John. I gave you a list. You had half a list that I gave you with cues and everything on it. Okay? The guys get shirts. Don't make a fucking maniac out of me. The guys get shirts. Do you understand? We're not going to be as strong as our weakest link. The guys get shirts.
Why the fuck would you work for this asshole?
He's probably right, though. He wants things to be a certain way.
Yeah.
He's fucking Paul Anka. He's written some of the biggest songs ever.
Yeah, name one.
My Way.
He wrote My Way?
He wrote My Way. Paul Anka wrote My Way.
I'm looking in your eyes right
I swear to God. Danny, look up Paul Anka if you could. What else did he write? 'Cause I know you've written some.
He wrote My Way?
He wrote My Way.
His version's not as good as...
I've heard him sing. I think it's okay.
It's all right.
What else did he write, Dan? What are some of the songs we got?
You want a gay guy's opinion on the long, thin, short?
Sure.
All right, let's go to Jamie in Louisiana. Jamie.
Hey, Jimmy. How you doing? Happy birthday.
Hi, buddy.
I'm a ghost. I
All right,
love
so
being a
actually,
fucking
really,
ghost on my own radio show.
You didn't say hi to
I'm pretty
Opie.
much the top,
Why the
and I'm
fuck
pretty
when you
much
say hi to
fashion,
me?
but my ex,
I don't
not
even
so
have
much.
to fucking
and
be here today. When
it
Anthony
really
calls
was
in
like
sick,
being stabbed.
that's my
more than
excuse to
actually
go,
being
well,
fucked.
do a best of and just go home.
So you didn't say
'Cause
hi
you
to
don't
Opie?
You don't have to be here. There's no
What?
reason to be here. No one's going to fucking notice.
Why'd you only say hi to me, not Opie?
What?
You didn't say hi to Opie.
Oh, I'm sorry, Ope. Well, Anthony's not there. I just figured, I'll pay attention to Jimmy.
But Opie feels very sad that you didn't say hi to him.
Actually, I don't.
Hey, Ope, how's it going?
Now it's awkward for everyone.
Exactly. Now we're all uncomfortable. We know you don't care.
Jesus, Jamie. What do you got, Jamie? I mean, if
Well,
I'm
that was it, I guess.
all I ask is, if I'm the guy going, "Hey, Jamie from Louisiana," you would think
Yes.
the person would go, "Hi, Ope," even if you don't like me. I understand people don't like me, but if the person is saying, "Hi, Jamie,"
Honest, Ope, I did
it's
actually
nice to
try
just
be
hear a
once, and you just
"Hi,
didn't
Ope,"
put
and then
something
move
up.
on to the
I was
guys you
trying to
like.
be nice.
It's the basics of a phone call. That's all I'm asking.
I'm sorry. Hey, Ope, how's your day going?
All right, it's awkward now. I told you that. What do you got, Jamie?
Well, that was it.
Say it again. No one heard it.
Fine.
Do you like the thin, long penis or the short, thick one? We really didn't. Oh, he's gone
Can we
now?
hear from women, please? What kind of cock do you want? Luckily, I have both.
What do you mean you got both?
Short and thin.
Oof.
Nothing worse than a short, thin. Like one of the little yellow pencils you leave comments in a restaurant with.
Doug in Boston. Doug?
Good morning, Opie.
No, now it's going to be a thing.
You know
I'm
what?
just saying, I don't want the, fucking complete blow off.
No, you know what? Let them say hi to Opie. They all should.
No. Now it's going to be the thing. And,
A
and I
loving
don't need that either.
salutation.
Something in between would be nice. That's all I'm saying.
A friendly, loving salutation.
Right. We could have so easily just not done the show today. I hope people understand that. One guy calls in sick. We just tell the bosses, look, we decided it would be best that we just put a best of on. What do you got, Doug?
Well, on the penis enlarging thing,
Yeah.
it's cutting the tendon at the base of the penis, so it will get longer, but your erections won't stick up anymore. Like porn star Mark Davis had it done. Like his doesn't go up; it just stays down. Just throwing that out there.
And how much longer do you get it? And is it
Like an inch or so, like a good inch.
I guess if your penis is only an inch long, then it's worth doing. But why would a porn star get this done?
To get a bigger dick, I guess.
Yeah. Now everyone's calling just to say hi. You fuckers, go fuck yourselves.
I want to hear from
Bye,
women.
Opie. Hi, Jimmy.
Hi.
Now I'm not even answering.
What
the
kind
phones.
of cocks do women like? That's what I want to hear. Come on.
Yeah, let's hear from the ladies. Dr. Steve.
Oh, you were going to hear from the ladies, and then you go to me.
Yes.
We're gonna
none
hear
have
from
called
the
in yet.
ladies. Yeah.
Hey, boys.
Hi.
Dr. Steve, so we're talking about the penis enlargement surgery where I heard that you cut a ligament or something, and then you could pull the penis out a little further to give the guy some more length.
Absolutely.
How much you got inside you that you could use?
Well, you get about an inch in the flaccid state when you do this. There's about 1/3 to 1/2 of the penis is inside of the body, and it's attached to the undersurface of the bone that's in the above the penis, the pubic bone.
Yeah.
And what they do is they release this thing called the fundiform ligament, and then there's another ligament called the suspensory ligament. So it's at the base, but it's at the top part of the base. And what happens is that it allows the penis to release and kind of come out a little bit more. And you gain about an inch in the flaccid state, but you gain a lot less in the erect state. You don't gain much erectile length, which to me kind of defeats the whole purpose of
So
that.
you just look a little better naked.
You look a little better flaccid, right?
So your dick doesn't stand up straight anymore?
No, if you mean stand up straight, you mean parallel to the body. No, it'll come straight. It'll go at a 90-degree angle. You get a reduction in the upward angle of the penis. You can also get scarring at the site of the incision. You can get fibrosis of the vein. That's the long dorsal vein at the top of the penis. And
what's fibrosis of the vein?
Well, okay. You ever heard of Peyronie's disease?
Why would
Yeah, that's the little when you get little bumps in your dick.
Well, what it is you get scarring at the top of the dick, and then when you get an erection, it can curve in the direction of the scar.
Yeah.
Because it can't stretch, so you can get injury there, and you can cause that kind of stuff. So it's not a perfect thing. Now, a lot of people go for penis widening. Rather than length.
That's what they put on a table and somebody steps on it hard, like a piece of gum.
With a nice thick heel.
Yeah, like a Dutch person's shoe. So what is it, Steve? How do you widen a dick?
Well, they can take fat graft. They can take fat from one part of the body and inject it around the shaft of the penis to widen it.
Does it work?
Yeah, and it's not. It kind of isn't permanent. It's temporary. It kind of turns your dick into a French tickler in the pictures I've seen. It's bumpy and wider in parts.
You want us to send you pictures of cocks? Why?
What?
Why would you want that, Steve? That's weird.
Yeah, it's weird.
You said the pictures I've seen.
Oh, well, yeah. I mean, you see them in medical textbooks.
Why did you have the procedure done?
That was, microphallus.
Small penis.
I didn't have it done, but it's. I've had a couple of patients who have had this procedure done, and they were kind of satisfied with it. It wasn't, a stunning success for anybody.
Steve, you got a big piece?
Yeah, I'm all right.
What's all right?
I'm all right.
Oh boy,
he's somewhere
what does
between
that mean, Jimmy?
5 and 8.5.
What's the translation when a guy says I'm all right?
He either has an average penis or his cock is embarrassingly large.
You can read about it at drsteve.com.
Oh,
Very
look
smart.
at that! Look at that! Are you going to be blogging about your penis?
Yes, he is.
All right, Steve. Thank you.
All right. Hope that helped, boys.
Bye, buddy.
Yeah, it did actually. I knew they were doing that shit. All right, stop saying hi to me. I mean, I made my point.
Yeah, Steve didn't say hi to you. I didn't like that. Dr. Steve's very rude.
These fucking assholes.
Just mean.
You want to hear from the women, you said?
Yes.
All right.
Yes.
Oh, wow. Look at Heather in Pennsylvania. Heather.
Good morning.
Hello, dirty
Hi, Heather.
Naughty Heather.
Oh my goodness. Well, first of all, I just got some awesome cock this morning, so I'm all horned up already. And then I turned on the show, and you guys are talking about the size of cocks, and then I got even all horned up, even more.
Are you in your car?
Yeah, driving to work.
So what do you?
How much time you got?
I have masturbated to your show at least 20 times.
All right, let's make it 21. Let's go.
You ever masturbate to my belly button sniffing stuff?
What's that? No, no belly button sniffing stuff, Jimmy. only when you talk dirty.
What?
Could you get off for us today? Because then I go home with a highlight, and then I know I did my job today.
I mean, I can certainly do it. I've always wanted to do. I always wanted to fuck on your show, but I never could do it.
Well, you got anything you could shove in you right now?
My finger.
Now, where are you?
I am in Harrisburg. I'm driving on 83 South.
Oh, you're driving,
Yeah,
aren't you?
I actually see a lot of wows on.
Yeah, the WoW sticker thing is starting to take off again, which is nice. They're doing a very good job with that. And did we lose Heather? Heather?
Dirt.
Oh, her phone's crapping out.
Heather, your phone's crapping out.
What kind of cock do you prefer, longer and thinner or short and thick?
I like a nice medium, but like the girth is great, but it also has to get pretty hard. But a lot of Jimmy, like if I had sex with Jimmy, I'd come like 4,000 times for you. You're just you turn me on.
Oh, thank you. The real Jim Norton at Gmail.
Oh my goodness! I wanted to send pictures before, but I don't know. I consider myself fairly average. I'm a pretty girl, but I'm not like a 10. Like
Neither am I.
Like you guys.
We're 2 5s. Let's be a 10 together.
Sounds good to me, Jimmy.
So wait, do you shave?
Well, let's get her to.
I do.
Heather.
I do. I like to leave a little sometimes,
Okay.
like this little runway, and sometimes I like to go all the way bald.
Heather, can we get you to do a little something or what?
I can try. The school bus coming up in front of me might.
Well, she's
might
driving.
enjoy it. Let me see here.
Would you say that? Hold on, important stuff here. Would you say that your lips are larger or are they smaller?
Oh, Jimmy, you'd love my lips. I have big fat lips. You would love them.
I really would. I love big fat lips. I want to see
know
them.
you do. You would love them.
Can I see
I
'em?
always tell my man. I could send you a little pic.
Yeah, send me a
I can send you
picture
a little pic.
to my email. I'd love to see them.
Oh yeah. Certainly, I can do that for you. But I always tell my boyfriend I like just suck on these big fat lips, and and I never even realized I had big lips, Jimmy, until you talked about it and how much they turn you on. They're not huge,
Yeah.
but they're meaty, like you.
I like meat. Can you see them? Like if you wear like a white bikini bottom, can you kind of see like a bulge?
A little bit. It's
I like
not,
that.
It's not like a huge camel toe or anything. I mean, you can definitely see a little bit of definition.
Oh, I fucking like that's so sexy.
Like
to kiss
that?
them through the panties.
Like that, right, Jimmy? You're like that?
That's the. I'm looking at a picture right
That's
now.
nice.
White shorts with big fat lips, camel toe. I
It's
like that.
It's
I
a
also
Homer Simpson mouth.
I like when it's also like when it's just a thick pile, like just thick and meaty.
Just a bunch of roast beef
I
piled up.
Fucking love that.
Hey,
and
Heather, why don't you? We would love to.
Well, she's driving, so it's got to pull over.
No, she doesn't. Fuck that, right,
No.
Heather? You're a
Oh
pro.
no, I got skills.
Yeah, she's got skills.
I've done this before. Not on the phone though. Not on the phone.
So why don't we give it a shot? Then I go home with a highlight today.
Well, let me get over in the right lane so I don't piss off Anthony or anybody else who may be driving in the left-hand lane. So I may have to put my cruise on.
Can I say something that Steve just sent me?
Yeah.
He goes, shit, I meant to get this out on the air. For every 35 pounds of weight loss, you gain an inch of penis size. Best way to penis enlargement. That's 35 pounds, though. That's a real commitment.
35 pounds.
Right. So Bob Kelly could actually gain 10 inches of dick.
I was waiting for that.
Right there, boom, you lose some weight, you get a bigger dick. Boom, got your coffee, your Magnums.
Let's see if Heather could get something done for us. We need one highlight today. One highlight.
Oh, I'm already getting started.
Ooh,
So you have the skirt on or jeans?
I'm a therapist. I work in rehab, so I wear athletic gear.
Athletic gear?
Yeah.
Which is what?
I've got yoga pants on, like Puma yoga pants.
Are they tight fitting?
Yes.
Okay,
Yeah, but
cool.
she could get to her,
Yeah, so you have
she
your
could
hand
get to
down your
the-
panties?
She could get to her spongy area.
Oh yes. I've
that a
got
great
my middle
word,
finger in
spongy?
right now.
So, all right, so your hands are what? Your fingers are on your clit?
I've got my middle finger just massaging my clit a little bit, and I add a little pressure, and then just slide it down, like right inside. Oh my gosh, my voice is all shaky.
Why are you shaking? It's really sexy. You're not driving, are you?
I am. I'm driving with my left knee.
Now pull over.
And
No,
holding-
She's got it. I can't have her hit a pole.
She ain't gonna hit no pole.
No, I can't
Come
do
on,
it if
let's
she's
let's
driving.
let's have some fun with this today.
I don't want her to hit something.
Let's keep it risky.
Well, risky, yeah, but I don't want to hear her come. I don't want to hear her.
All right, we're gonna be quiet now, Heather.
I wish you could slide
oh
your
my God. Oh, I want Jimmy to talk to me. Jimmy, will you talk dirty to me?
Yeah, but you got to pull over. I'm not going to have you hit a pole.
No, just let her go. How fast you going?
Jimmy, please.
I'll talk to you.
I'm just going 60. I got the cruise on.
She's all right.
I wanted to hear your fingers inside, but there's no way to do that. Are you wet yet, or are you just not?
Oh my God, I'm soaked.
Well, what do you
I'm
like?
freaking-
I don't know much about you. Do you like to be spanked?
I love to be spanked. I I like to get dirty, but not quite as dirty as you, Jimmy. But I probably would do it just in the heat of the moment. But like, no, like golden showers. Like, don't talk about pissing on me. But
No. It doesn't have to be like that. I like to spank a lot. I like to start spanking you through your
definitely spank my ass.
through your little yoga
oh my
pants.
God, spank. Oh yeah.
And then I'd spank you through your yoga pants, and then slide them down a little bit, and spank
Yeah,
your.
like just around my thigh.
Yeah, but I would leave them around your thigh. I want you to feel your pants still on you while you're getting
Yeah.
spanked. And then while I'm spanking you, I'll caress your ass and rub my fingers down between your legs. And then I check your lips. And if you're wet, I kind of pinch your lips, and then I'll spank you harder.
Jimmy. Can you see that fat pussy from behind?
And I'd like to
Look at that ass.
I'd like to pull your panties kind of snug, and then just see your lips bulging out the sides of it.
Can you see my panties? They're too wet.
Yeah, I'm actually really turned on. I'm grinding right now on the fucking console.
I know. I see that, Jimmy.
It's really sexy.
Yeah, well, maybe for you.
No, I mean,
Oh
what
my
she's saying is really sexy.
Oh, okay.
I think I'd like to lean over while I'm spanking you like that, and then
Yeah.
just kind of pull them aside and suck on
Yeah.
your lips. I'd like to take one of your fat lips into my mouth.
Oh my God. Oh my God. Fuck, I've got 2 fingers in my pussy now.
Really?
Oh
I'd
my
like
God.
you to pull them
yeah.
out of your. I'd like you to pull them out of you and put them in my mouth.
Oh, fuck. Suck those fingers. Suck that pussy juice off.
I like that.
Oh, how's that pussy taste?
Tastes really good. I'd like you to. I want to push you back a little bit, and I want to take your mouth, and I want to slide my cock into your mouth while I'm spanking you.
Oh, fuck. Shove it down my throat, Jimmy.
Yeah, I will.
I
I'll
want to
pull it
swallow
out.
that cock.
Rub it all over that pretty face while it's wet.
Let me swallow that fucking dick down my throat.
Yeah.
Oh, fuck. Oh, my clit's all swollen. I'm gonna come soon.
Give you a good spanking.
Oh, fuck. Spank that ass, Jimmy.
Huh?
Oh, spank it for me.
Okay, hold on. Spank. You've been very bad. You stole Star Wars figures.
Why are you ruining this?
I'm trying so hard to come, you fucker.
We haven't had one of these in a while.
No,
Come
go
on.
ahead.
Come on, let's see if we can get this done. You fuck.
I'm going to give you quite a spanking, madam. I'm going to rend your bottom.
No, I can't allow this. I can't allow this. Fucking asshole. All right, Heather, come on. Heather's going to be a champ.
Oh, I wanted so badly to be the one girl that didn't get fucked with during this bit, but I knew it.
Well, no, I didn't mean to fuck with you. I was actually getting really turned on. And I keep thinking as people listening to this are getting grossed out by my voice.
Yeah, let's get back into this.
Yeah.
And we'll shut up and let you complete.
I won't say anything.
Oh, Jimmy.
Well, I had to do a little Uncle Paul. Because you're driving and I'm concerned.
Don't be
Oh, no. It's good.
Yeah, she
it's
knows
good.
what she's doing.
I got a couple of looks from some trucks passing by, but...
Are you on the pill? Are you on the pill?
No.
No? You do know I'd slide my cock into your raw, don't you?
Oh, would you?
Yeah.
I'd make you wear a condom.
No, I wouldn't wear one.
Jesus.
Wouldn't wear one.
You won't want one?
No, I wouldn't pull out either.
All right. Maybe for you, Jimmy, I'd do it.
It's a fucking fantasy, Heather.
Yeah, it's not for real.
Let it fuck you raw.
Yeah, if it was
Put your
real,
jizz in you.
If it was real, I'd fucking talk about. I'll make sure I'll eat a Valtrex and a lysine first.
Oh, my God. You guys threw me off my game, man. I was doing so good. Threw me off my game.
Is
All right, we'll get you. Don't worry. There's,
Is there any hope? All right, Heather, this is what we're going to do. I'm going to put you on hold. And you do what you got to do. I'm going to talk to a couple more ladies here. Oh, they all hung up. Of
Did
course
Uncle
they
Paul
did.
kill it?
Maybe a little bit.
How about Ted?
Maybe a little bit.
Did you want Ted to talk dirty? Ted's really good at that.
At least Ted has like a dildo or strap-on emporium. Maybe
Yes, he
then.
does.
That's
right, madam. I'm going to make you come so hard that people are like, hey, there's Niagara Falls in that lady's underpants. I'm going to lick the little man in the boat until my tongue is chapped and dry and smells.
Jesus.
I'm going to spank you, madam. You've been very bad. You killed an old lady with a hammer, and I'm going to spank you for that.
See, this is all
Until you're coming like nobody's business.
This is all hilarious, but I was really into listening to Heather today.
I want you to come so hard that your cancer wing falls off.
Jesus, Ted, that's not right.
Rub it quicker. Rub it so fast that people think it's lightning. Rub it.
A lot of people very mad that you ruined this.
She's very wet. I want you to be so wet that it looks like a lake down there.
Heather, is this doing
Yeah.
anything for you?
Oh yeah, that was definitely a turn on.
I have a big one, Heather.
I don't think my pussy's ever dried up fast. Thanks, Ted.
I've got 11 inches, and that's how thick it is. I'm going to put it in you and just give it to you until you're dead.
Oh.
Ted, think of others.
Yeah.
Think of others.
Okay.
Kristen from St. Louis, she writes, well, fuck, I was on hold to talk about cock size, but would feel inferior after this, so I hung up, dumb bitch. But that was way hot. So you're getting compliments from the ladies there, Heather, too.
Oh, fantastic.
And then you got a guy, Mike. Hold on. Mike is from Harrisburg. Mike's on 83. Mike, what do you got?
Hey, I was just heading to work, getting ready to go on 83 North. I had to make a U-turn to head to 83 South.
Yes.
Not
Hey, what's up, Mike?
anything, though.
Would you masturbate for Mike there, Heather, if you saw him on the road?
Oh, I certainly would. I'd show him some love. I'm heading to New York.
Hey, Heather, do you know where any church is at?
Where what church?
Do you know where there's any churches at?
No, I don't.
Sorry, boys. All right, I'll keep my eyes open. I'll punch it out.
All right, Mike, thank you. Are we giving up on you, Heather? Or,
Heather's great. I want an email from Heather.
Do you got one more in you, Heather?
I got about 5 or 10 minutes. I can give you a little love.
Okay. All right, let's Jimmy, let's see if she can get this done.
All right.
Looking for one highlight today. One highlight from this goddamn show. Mick Foley coming in a few minutes, and John Shaw from the Headless Horseman Hayride. So we're going to have a big finish to this show today. All right, Heather.
All right.
We're going to give you the
I think
whole
the
channel.
guy next to me is Mike because he's barking in my window and looks like a big fucking creep.
Oh, really?
Sure he is. Anyone that turns around and is going to be late for work
Yeah.
to watch a lady masturbate with her feet on the speedometer.
Hey, I'm not a lady. I'm a young lady.
How old are you?
26.
I like that.
Too old for Anthony.
No, I'm much older than you too, if you don't mind that.
No, not at all.
Do you
I
like
usually date older men.
Do you like being bitten?
A little bit, to an extent.
Not
Like,
too hard. No, not too hard. Just
No.
till you feel a little bit of pressure.
Oh, fuck yeah.
I really would like to see those fat lips, though.
Tara's from Philly. She goes, I'm a straight girl, and I'm upset she didn't finish. So people really want you to finish out there, Heather.
All right. Sounds
Yeah.
good. All right, I'll do it.
All right, let's go. I think Jimmy's going to be behaving now.
All right, Jimmy. Give it to me, Jimmy.
Well, where were we
Mwah.
before my uncle
Where were we?
jumped in?
I think you were fist
Oh,
fucking
you
your
were
ass.
shoving your cock down my throat.
That's what I like to do. I used to spank this one woman, and what she used to like me to do is like lay you like kind of on the couch, and then take your mouth, and before I even take my cock out, just kind of push your face against my cock.
Oh, yeah.
Through what I'm wearing, and make you kiss it through the fabric or whatever I'm wearing, and then spank you.
And I open my mouth and like just blow like real hot air all over your cock and just make you feel all warm.
Yeah.
I can feel your cock start to fill up and swell.
And then I'll slide down whatever it is I'm wearing, sweatpants, and squeeze my cock against your face. I have a lot of pre-cum. I like to rub that on your mouth.
Let me taste that pre-cum.
Yeah, just clean the tip, lick the tip.
With just the tip of my tongue. I can see that long strand of pre-cum.
Just sexy.
Starting to drool and I want more.
Yeah, I like it sucked really slow and really wet.
Yeah?
Yeah, not too
Oh,
fast.
make it wet.
Nice and deep.
Yeah, yeah. I've got 2 fingers back in my pussy now.
I'd like to hear that.
Oh, so fucking wet.
I would think it'd be very sexy to like lie under you and take your clit in my mouth while you have 2 fingers inside yourself. I'd like you to get yourself off on my mouth.
Oh, fuck yeah. Oh, my clit's all swollen too. Let's spread those big fat lips for you.
I
Show
like
those
that.
fingers in.
Suck that nice fat clit.
Oh, fuck. Oh, my pussy is so wet, it's dripping now. Oh,
I like to even pull your fingers away and just put my mouth on your lips.
oh, yeah. Oh, and then I'll shove my fingers down your throat, make you suck my pussy right off of the fingers.
I'll clean them. I'll clean your fingers.
Yeah?
Yeah, and I'll slide my
Oh,
tongue
wait.
inside you.
Oh, and kiss me afterwards.
I'd like that a
Let me
lot.
taste that pussy.
I'll slide my tongue into you, in between your lips. I'll kiss your mouth while you stroke your clit.
Oh, fuck. Oh, yeah, Jimmy, grab that ass.
Yeah.
Spank it hard.
Pull your clit onto my mouth.
Oh, fuck, I want to come all over your face.
Yeah, come in my mouth.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, I want you to come in my mouth.
Oh, you going to suck it all up?
Yeah, I'm going to keep my mouth on you while you come.
Oh, fuck, Jimmy, I'm going to come.
Come in my mouth.
Yeah, I'm going to come on your face, Jimmy. Oh, squeeze my ass.
Yeah.
Spread those pussy lips open.
Yeah, nice fat pussy
Oh,
in my mouth.
fuck yeah. Oh, I've got 3 fingers in my pussy now.
Mm.
Oh, Jimmy, I'm going to come.
Yeah, come in my mouth.
Oh, oh my God. Oh, yeah. Oh, Jimmy. Oh, I'm coming. Oh, come in. Holy fuck, Jimmy, I'm coming. Oh, yeah. Holy fucking shit. I'm surrounded by truckers on all 3 sides. Oh, my God. My entire body is shaking, Jimmy. I just come so fucking hard. I just came so hard.
That is very sexy. I'm excited. I really am picturing those nice fat lips in those pants that you're wearing, and I know that if I pulled them up a little bit, I could see the outline of the lips. That's really sexy, Heather.
Oh, my God. I am seriously surrounded on 3 sides by truckers, and I cannot get out.
That's great.
Good to know the truckers listen to the show.
Yes. Or they just saw someone jerking off and decided to peek.
All right, Heather, good job.
Oh,
we like
thank
that.
you.
Don't forget that email.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, don't forget the email to Jimmy. And now you're late for work, by the way.
Oh, I know. That's okay.
All right.
It was worth it.
Have a
Thanks,
good
boys. Have a morning.
day. Be very careful while you're driving. Don't do that dirty stuff no more. Act like a
thanks,
lady.
Or Paul. Thanks, Uncle Paul.
All right, there
Hey.
goes Heather from PA, somewhere in Harrisburg.
Were people annoyed that Uncle Paul stepped in before?
Well, one of the calls is Jason from Ohio. I want to talk to Jimmy, the hard-on killer. Let's go to Jason in Ohio. Jason.
Good evening.
Hi, Jason.
Hi, Opie.
Attaboy, Jason.
I was calling to talk to Ted Sheckler, the hard-on killer.
What are you
because he was-
talking about? I made her come like rivers and buckets of goop. She
It's
came
Jimmy,
buckets of goop.
You saved it for me, Jimmy. I was on hold listening, and you brought it back for me. I was telling you, I was kind of creepy getting turned on to your voice, but I got to tell you, you saved it at the end. So,
yes,
good job.
All right. We got someone else that wants you to talk dirty to them.
Okay.
Kevin in Alabama. Kevin.
Hey, Jim.
Hi, Kev.
Jim, dude, keep talking. I'm about to blow my load.
Oh, cool. You stroking your cock?
I'm stroking my cock with both my hands, Jimmy.
It's good. Spit in your hand. Get that cock nice and wet. Attaboy. Now take your other
yeah.
hand. Hold the phone between your cheek and your shoulder. Now take the other hand and reach down between your balls. Massage your balls while you're stroking.
I'm smelling my fingers after.
Attaboy.
Jesus Christ.
Enjoy that oniony fragrance. Rub it under your nose.
Get
and
outta
keep your
here.
oh.
Jesus, Jimmy. 1 or 2 lines would have been okay, you fucking weirdo. Rising Mo from Buffalo writes, there's going to be a lot of fishy-smelling old folks at Physical Therapy today. Mm-hmm. All right, I think we should take a break. Oh, this guy lost 100. Let me go to Mike in Jersey. Mike, go ahead.
Mike?
This is Mike.
Hey, Mike.
I lost a lot of weight and my cock got bigger.
For real.
Thank you.
For real.
It's the title of a great book.
Dr. Steve says...
best diet book ever.
You gain an inch every time you lose 35 pounds.
I lost 170, and I don't know, do the math, but definitely got a lot bigger.
That's so fucked up.
Did you pick up like 4 inches?
Yeah, because everything around it's not there anymore.
It's all a relative comparison. Your dick doesn't grow. It's just it doesn't. Yeah, it doesn't look like a small.
You
Nah, you
freaking
go ahead and talk.
talk dirty to a guy for like 10 minutes.
What's that?
I just got grossed out listening to you help a guy jerk off. Come on, man, work with me here.
You didn't get grossed out. That new, bigger, delicious cock of yours probably sprang up in your ill-fitting pants.
All right, you're weird. This is not
Come
good.
on, baby, where you going?
Dude, look.
Do what? I want to kiss you.
All right. According to Steve's calculation, thank you, Danny, he gained 4.85 inches of cock.
It's true. When it's long. but it actually is a 1/4 inch bigger when it's hard.
You could do that how much bit, Danny, with losing weight and the gaining of cock size.
I've been bouncing something around for a little while. It's time for another one.
Yeah.
I'll get it out.
All right, you want to hear more Paul Anka?
Yeah, I'm going to tinkle.
Well, hold on a minute. I want to tinkle, too. Is McFoley here? He probably is.
Where's that
at this point.
What's it gonna be, guys? Do you want fucking Vinnie Falcone in front? Do you want me to go out and get a conductor that'll sit and ride your asses? Is that what you want? Do you want your jobs?
Isn't he riding their asses, though? Yeah. And then the slice like a hammer as we go to break. Paul Anka losing it backstage with his band. I think when we get back, we'll have McFoley and this John Shaw guy, so stick around.
There is a lot of loose shit going on, and I am telling you, you guys are on thin ice. All right? I'm telling you right now. And when I fucking move, I slice like a fucking hammer. You've seen it, and I'll do it again. When I tell you the band, you better look and make sure everybody's here when you walk in this room. I will not put up with this shit. You understand that? That's just the fucking way it is. Every one of your fucking checks cash with the amount on it. Do any of your checks bounce? Do y'all get full value on your money? I want full value on your fucking service. Do you hear me?
Opie and Anthony. Well, actually, Opie and Jimmy today. Anthony's sick. Hopefully, he'll be back tomorrow. Gary R. from White Plains. Did I just hear a promo where Steve does the voiceover work and mock how much E-Rock eats? That cannot be possible, considering what went down last week. Mick Foley's in the studio, and so I should explain to Mick. E-Rock, you know E-Rock, you know the guys around here.
Sure.
He had a little bit. Are you on Twitter?
No.
All right, we're going to get you on Twitter today.
Fighting it.
Fighting it?
Yeah,
Why?
I'm fighting it. No, I guest tweet on Jeremy Borash's Twitter. He's a big tweeter, so I send out a guest tweet every once in a while.
You would be really good for Twitter.
Okay.
Because you're that type of guy. You would come up with good stuff, good tweets. Anyway, E-Rock came up with a little bit for his Twitter where he would take pictures of Steve's breakfast.
Okay.
Because it was just an obnoxious breakfast every morning, and he would tweet the picture. And then all hell broke loose last week, and everyone got into it a
Steve
bit.
was offended that people were taking photographs.
Very pissed off at E-Rock. But now we're learning that he did like the voiceover work where he mocks how much E-Rock eats. That doesn't make sense.
It's dead air.
Yeah, I was hoping for a little more than dead air. Maybe a couple
I thought you were going to play
maybe
some...
a couple hmms or oh really?
I was
I didn't
about...
expect complete silence.
Well, now that you've said,
and
I
thanks
would
for
be
bringing
good...
it up, making it even more uncomfortable that I started this break with nothing.
When you say you'd be a good tweeter, I don't know how to respond. I guess.
No, you would, because you got some weird observations in that head of yours.
Well, my
you
my
got
friend,
good stuff.
Yeah, my friend JB, he prides himself on sending out good tweets, and he'll show me what other wrestlers are tweeting, and sometimes it's nothing.
What are they tweeting? Some of the wrestlers,
just just that basic stuff about getting on the, I'm getting on the airplane, I'm next to the toilet, just boring stuff. Whereas JB tries to have life's observations,
right,
tries to do live streaming. Videos, and I could see how it would be interesting, but I don't like that whole addictive thing. I mean, when I finally learned how to do MySpace, I'd had it for a couple of years, so there were a couple of thousand messages that piled up. When I finally learned how to do it, there was like 5 or 6 full days where I was just connected to that thing. And
you answered everybody?
I was answering a lot of people, especially if they were female. And after about every extended period, I'd just be like, "What is happening in my life? I'm a loser. I'm hooked on MySpace, which isn't even like the cool social networking thing." And so now I just check it once in a while. I got off it.
You got to move into the social networking world, Mick, because you're doing a lot of different things. So it'll help you.
I understand.
It'll help you build a whole new
tool.
fan base, because now you're doing sort of stand up, right?
It is sort of. Kind of stand-up, and maybe I could ask Norton for advice. I did the Improv in Hollywood. One person responded. He said he didn't even tell jokes. He told stories. And
I like storytelling.
I thought storytelling was an acceptable form of stand-up. So it's not that much different than I did at college, at college campuses. The difference at the Improv is that it was my first adults only. So I got to tell stories that I couldn't have, because there's always 4 or 5 kids at these college things.
Well, the comedy is very different out in California. Jimmy could tell you that.
Is that true?
You might be safer starting on the East Coast.
A little softer.
What'll be fun about the brokerage is, my family's there in Long Island, so they're actually going to go because they booked this as a, Q&A / autograph session, and and I'll tell some stories as well. So it'll be very much like what I used to do at the college campuses.
Yeah. When is it, Nick?
This will be Thursday at the Brokerage.
And Elmore, New York.
That's a good club with a long history, and so I'll get all like the PG-13 stuff out of my system on Thursday, and then we have some more things coming down the road where I can go a little further out there.
And the TNA thing's doing well?
Very well. Yeah, we've got our big show coming up. Ratings are very good. They just signed a new 3-year deal with Spike, so everybody's happy. And now the challenge is, how do you expand upon just being a successful TV show? Mm-hmm. And so this is our biggest pay-per-view of the year, and we're hoping that it's a big, commercial and artistic success. I'll do my part. I've got a wild anything goes match called a Monsters Ball against a guy
let's
named...
talk about that.
Sure.
I think it was 5 years ago you said I was done with wrestling. I think it was 5 years ago.
10 years ago. 10 years ago. But then again, that was when I came on. I said I was going to be a novelist, right? And there's only one problem when you're a novelist and nobody buys your novels.
Right.
And I realized, hey, I could spend several hundred hours by myself in solitude, pouring my heart out on the written page, or I can do a comeback match a couple times a year and make better money.
Just don't turn into, what's his name there, Mickey Rourke.
No, man, what a brutal portrayal that was. Yeah, no.
Pretty real, though, right?
Oh, and a lot of it. Yeah, they really hit it, that character on the head. There were some guys would say, there was nothing like that. And I would say, trust me.
Nothing like that. We interview the old guys. They come in here. We got the Iron Sheik coming in on Friday with one of the Bushwhackers and one of the Demolition guys.
Yeah, especially if
we
they
see these guys at the end of their lives, not just at the end of their careers, and they're still trying to do it.
And everybody's been on a show similar to the one that Mickey Rourke was at, the Legends Convention that nobody attended. And I didn't even know that was Judah Friedlander. He's the promoter who not only stiffs Randy the Ram on a payoff, but then books him on the worst Legends convention of all time. And while it's failing miserably, is trying to convince himself and the guys that it's going well. And he's posing for the pictures, 1, 2, 3, Ram. And Randy looks around, and the one guy's got the catheter, and another guy's in a wheelchair, and it's like he's looking at his own future.
Mm-hmm.
But some of the younger guys came up to me and they said, Mick, you have to understand, you look at that movie and you see what could have been. We look at that movie and we see what still might be. So it's pretty brutal. But as I think Mickey Rourke said himself, it could have been called The Actor, the Dancer. It's about anybody who kind of has it all and lets it go. But it was good.
How do you know Judah?
I met Judah at one of these conventions. I think it was the Chiller, and he was a big wrestling fan, and I love 30 Rock, and so he'd always offered to bring me to the studio, and so I went back there towards the end of the last filming season, and man, everybody was great to me.
They all knew, I'm sure.
Liz Lemon actually remembered me when I was like taking scraps off the Rock's plate. Remember when he hosted for the first time, and they were like the three other of us just like getting in little lines here and there. Mm-hmm. And I was really hesitant to meet Alec Baldwin because I thought, based on what I thought he was a fabulous actor, and I think that Jack Donaghy thing is tremendous. What a role. But I kind of thought he'd be a jerk. And Judah said, I'm going to introduce Alec. He's really nice, really generous. I thought, nice, generous. And Alec came out, and he dropped like 5 F-bombs on me in a row, but they were like the happy F-bombs. Like he was really excited.
Yeah.
But as it turns out, he had just seen Beyond the Mat and didn't realize it was 10 years old. So he was like asking me about my kids and how they were managing. I was like, yeah, they're okay. No sniping deaths. Nothing they can blame their dad on for the rest of their life. And I didn't realize that he thought it was so recent.
Wow.
But it was a good
So
experience.
you just basically thought he was a blithering idiot. So you realized.
Hey, speaking of old wrestlers, give me that picture.
Let's see.
Iron Sheik is coming back Friday. But
Sheiky.
Oh, that's a great one. I love that picture.
This is. I'm going to show you my favorite picture of all time, and we've taken pictures with Mick Foley. I'm sorry. They don't come close to this picture. Tell me what's wrong with this picture.
Look, he appears to have some type of stain in his trousers. I'm going to go with the urine stain, although
he swears he didn't pee his pants. We know for a fact that he did pee his pants because Jimmy was the one that brought it to everyone's attention. He watched this tiny little droplet get bigger and bigger as we were interviewing the guy.
Yeah.
He says that Budweiser spilled on his crotch.
I don't know. I got to tell you, after hearing Norton talk dirty, I had a little stain
Ah,
accumulating
yeah.
of my own. Whoa!
It's the worst when it gets stuck to the undershorts. That's a great picture, man. I want to get a copy of that size.
Well, go get your own because I just decided I'm bringing that one home.
I would
today.
have a much higher quality one time.
Hey, I was asking about The Rock.
Yes.
Now, The Rock obviously can make any movie he wants in Hollywood, and he's going to be playing the Tooth Fairy in an upcoming movie. I think it's going to be out any week now. It's called The Tooth Hurts.
Right.
And he's wearing Tooth Fairy wings.
Yes.
Sounds too much like The Truth Hurts.
What do you think of your old pal?
You know
he's
what?
making some weird choices out there in Hollywood.
I think that's a bold career choice. Remember, there were a lot of people. Vince McMahon primarily thought he was making a bad choice when he played the gay bodyguard in Stay Cool, and it turned out to be the best thing he could have done. Because up until then, he was just doing action films. And I always thought, you remember how funny The Rock was on TV, on our show, and because he was kind of pigeonholed into being the action guy,
Right.
and I think that Stay Cool really helped him. I don't know what his rationale for putting the wings on is, but it worked for that guy in Santa Claus 3, right?
True. All right.
How about Brock Lesnar?
Oh, yeah. That's that.
I actually wanted to
I just
ask
had a
you about
brain fart
Brock.
because I'm like, I know that we want to ask about something else. Right. Jimmy was asking about Brock Lesnar.
Because he's doing very well in mixed martial arts.
Yeah,
He's a very, he's much better than I thought he was going to be. He's like a fucking dangerous guy.
Yeah, man. Well, he was always incredibly driven. I think that was the part of what he didn't like about pro wrestling. I guess he didn't like the travel either. But Brock got to be like right on the verge of being a great pro wrestler, and then I think he just kind of lost interest because it was no longer a competition. This is just my guess, for him, like it was competitive until he got really good at it.
Yeah.
And then it wasn't a challenge anymore. But the last time I saw Brock, I was in North Carolina for UFC's Fight Night, and I was with AJ Styles, who's our TNA world champion. And they had great seats for us in the first or second row, right across from where the UFC guys were, across the cage, the octagon. Yeah. And I saw Randy Couture, and I'd met Randy once before. And of course, you have to give respect to Randy.
He's
yeah,
great.
Real
Animal.
Good guy.
Yeah, absolutely.
I say hello to him, and I went out of my way to shake his hand, and I went back and I sat in my seat, and I look across the way, and sitting right next to Randy is Brock. And so I said to AJ, I said, "Hey, AJ, was Brock sitting there when we walked by?" He said, "Yeah, he was, Mick." I said, "And I just walked by and didn't shake his hand?" He said, "Yes, you did, Mick." I said, "Did it appear to you like I was disrespecting the UFC champion?" He said, "That's the way it looked to me, Mick." I said, "You think I ought to go over there and change that around?" And he said, "If I were you, I would, Mick." And that was about the fastest I'd moved in about 10 years. And I walked over there. I said, "Brock, did I not?" And he goes, "I thought, what, did we have heat or something?" And here's like the last guy in the world you want being mad at you. He's just, not only is he an animal, not only does he have the skills, but man, I saw him on saw this older match with Heath Herring. I saw it only about 3 months ago. And it looked to me like he could have won, but was just enjoying the beating he was putting on him. And it had to have been the most painful for the recipient of any UFC match I'd seen, because they weren't knockout blows, but he was driving fully knees into the rib cage, just traumatic stuff.
Just a freaking animal.
He really is. I mean, he's a fucking really good fighter. And it's weird when you hear wrestlers talking about a guy like, you talk about Brock the way I talk about him. Like, oh, I wouldn't want him fucking angry at me. Right. Like, he is a big part. I was at the match where he beat Frank Mir.
Yeah.
And,
he just toyed with him, right?
He had his arm pinned. And he kind of had him almost like in a headlock, and he was just fucking slamming his fist. I was almost felt bad for the other guy. I'm like, you feel bad for a guy being beaten up that badly.
And then he I'm allowed to curse on this show,
yes,
right?
yeah.
And then when he got up, he said, "Talk shit now." It's like, whoa. And I wish, part of what's great about Brock is he says exactly what it's on his mind, and he kind of teed off. And I think he learned a couple lessons, about promoting matches from WWE. Obviously, that wasn't what UFC wanted him to say. Otherwise, there would have been no apology. But Brock's really put himself in a position where even if he were to lose, a championship fight, he's going to be a big name in UFC
for a while.
years. Based on
Absolutely.
people want to see. That's the way it's always been in wrestling. People pay to see the bad guy lose.
Yeah, it's what, next month he fights again?
He's
I think
fighting
we're a month out at this
Shane
point.
Carwin, I think, is the next
And
fight.
he's
he
a
has.
big ass
Yeah,
motherfucker.
yeah.
He's a big. I supposedly he's bigger than Brock. I think that was
is
what
he?
Dana was saying.
I think I got a shot with him. I'll show you how big he is. I never met Brock, but Shane I think I met once.
Who's at the TNA thing now? What wrestlers you guys got? I can't keep track of all this, Mick. Some of the guys I know from,
Well, Kurt Angle,
sure,
will be wrestling.
Is he all right?
Kurt is a great.
Is he all right though?
Let me give you an example.
We wanted to do a little intervention, but we were a little too scared. He
I'll
was
give
in
it-
here recently, and we're like,
This is a story from. It's in my next book. I've got a chapter called Name Dropping, just name dropping, and you guys are in there.
Thank you, sir.
You guys are in there.
Oh fuck, we'll sell some books for you.
And I just, just stories. There's just,
The steak eating story made the book?
That did not make the book.
What story
Maybe
about
I
us?
should, well, it's going to be a surprise, and you will be surprised.
The Jill?
No, but I will talk about Jill in just a moment. But,
All right, sorry. Go
The
ahead.
Kurt deal was I just finished the first chapter of my book in Dublin, Ireland. I finished it about 5:30 in the morning, and I had this like writer's buzz going on. We had to catch a flight at we had to go to the airport around 6. And we get there, the UFC guys had just had a fight in Dublin as well. And you're seeing guys walking around, got the bruises and the welts. And this guy comes up to me. He looks like an insect. I mean, because his both eyes are puffed out, and they're very measured, not one-sided. Like the guy he was fighting was obviously landing with both hands. Yeah. And he goes, "Hey, brother, how are you?" I didn't even recognize the guy. He said, "Mark Coleman." I'd met Mark in Japan. I said, "Mark, how you doing?" And he was telling me about his fight and how he won the best. He got the best fight bonus. He lost in the last 15 seconds. Apparently, it was just a slugfest. And Kurt goes to walk by, and he goes, "Kurt, it's Mark Coleman." And the two of them hug, and they start reminiscing about these matches they've had in the past. Apparently, over the years, they'd wrestled 8 times and split 4 apiece. And
Mark was a real wrestler.
Yeah, Mark was a great All-American wrestler at Ohio State. And then when he got involved in UFC, he was like an animal. But then they outlawed the headbutt, and that was kind of Mark's.
That was his thing.
Bread and butter. Yeah, I get somebody
That's
down.
his bread and butter.
Yeah. And he was like Brock in that he really looked like he enjoyed inflicting that pain.
Yeah.
And Mark says something about, I remember when I beat Kurt at the 92 Nationals. He came back the next year. And right away, Kurt goes, "Hey, good to see you, Mark." And he walks away, and Kurt's got his head down. And I'm still kind of high on this chapter I've written, which I thought was a really good chapter. "Kurt, you all right?" And, "Oh, it's nothing. And about 10 minutes later, I said, "Kurt, everything okay?" He goes, "I can't believe he said that." I said, "What?" He goes, "Can't believe he said he beat me at the 92 Nationals. I beat him at the 92 Nationals. He beat me at the 90. It was some ridiculous thing like that." And I said, "Kurt, are you serious?" He said, "Hey, I might not have much, but don't take away my amateur career from me." I said, "Kurt," "listen to me. You saw Mark's face, right? He'd obviously been through a war.
Right.
He looked like he hadn't slept since the match." And I said, "And Kurt, it was 17 years ago. Let it go, Kurt." I was like Will Teasel or John Rambo saying that to Will Teasel in First Blood, like, let it go. And he can't, That's that competitive thing that these amateur wrestlers bring. Like, I was always the entertainment guy. Like, I didn't care less. I'm proud that most of my great matches were crushing defeats. But,
you haven't changed over the years. Mick's been doing our show for close to 10 years now. Now, Kurt Angle has drastically changed. We're worried about that guy.
Yeah.
Not enough to call him or anything, but
Well, you should.
Not enough to do anything but watch it unfold and enjoy it.
Right. And make good radio out of it for everybody.
And he will give you great radio.
Yeah.
But then he'll get in there no matter how banged up he is, and he gives you the best match he possibly can. A guy like that hasn't learned how to do anything halfway in life or in wrestling, and so he's his own worst enemy in some ways.
Who else you guys got?
Kurt is wrestling Matt Morgan. Sting will be wrestling our
Still doing
champion.
it, huh?
He's still doing it. Rumor was this was a retirement match. I had a really good match, I thought, in April against Sting in a cage in Philadelphia, which is a tough crowd. He'll be wrestling for the championship against AJ Styles. We still got Booker T. We got a lot of the names that people are familiar with.
Right.
And in my case, I'm wrestling a guy named Abyss, who he's kind of taken a page out of my book. So I watched the interview I did with him a couple of weeks ago. It was actually the first time I ever felt bad about things I was saying because they were maybe a little too honest. And I'm pretty sure I hurt his feelings. He's a big, sensitive guy.
What'd you say?
You know what? I had a photo, a caricature, and on the show, he had mistakenly knocked the caricature down and shattered it off my wall, and then, like a kid, tried to hide the evidence. And so I brought out the picture, and I said, "Look, this is a peace offering." He said, "You fixed it?" I said, "No, it's not the real thing. The real thing's gone. It's a copy. It's a fake. It's a cheap ripoff." And if anyone out there should know about cheap ripoffs, it would be you, Chris. And he was just like the audience there, just kind of like, ooh, like, no, he didn't just go there, did he? And, sometimes it's best in wrestling to do what Terry Funk would call borderlining, where you are really just right on that border of saying things that are hurtful and true. And for some reason, the audience can make that connection, and they can tell when something is real on an emotional level. And then we settle it in a fictional setting. So, we stir up real anger, emotion, and then we do what we can in the wrestling ring to make it work.
So you think he kind of wants to be like Mick Foley?
Yeah, he's got a mask similar to the one I wore in as Mankind in WWE, and he's brought out all the assortment of goodies, that I kind of made famous in this country, the thumbtacks and the barbed wire bat, and we've set the bar pretty high on this thing, and so if it's not just if the violence isn't just gratuitous, we'll be disappointing a lot of people.
Jesus, he's still wrestling. What is your wife saying? Enough? Enough.
She trusts she knows I only have to do it 5 or 6 times a year, and she's finally learned, I sat her on a subway and said, this is what regular people do. They do this every day. And I've sat on a train with you one time when we ran into each other, and then you get to come in here and have fun for a living, even though it's still hard work.
Right.
But when you look at the fact that, especially in this economy, people have to work, 270 days a year going through subways and rush hours, that to get in there, 4 or 5 times a year is not the worst way to make a living.
That was the weirdest experience. I get on the Long Island Railroad. It's an empty car, and it's at the height of your WWF at the time success. And there's Mick Foley just in a fucking seat on the Long Island Railroad coming into the city to try to sell his manuscript for the first book, right?
Yeah, that's right. The first
Which ended up doing very, very well for you.
Wow, depends on what very, very well.
What was it called?
First one was called Tatum Brown, and it did okay. It did better in the UK. Then the second one was a baseball novel, which meant there was nothing for it in the UK. They didn't even publish it over there. And you know what? If I'd really worked at it, by now, if I was on my 5th or 6th book, maybe I could be building like a new readership the same way The Rock kind of built movie fans. Like, okay, first couple movies were successful largely because of the wrestling fans. But, man, like I said, that's hundreds and hundreds of hours, and it's pretty thankless. And then when you have critics, especially of a book, it feels like they're attacking your child, And so I realized I didn't really like anything but the process of writing it. Like once that was over, rewriting, editing, going out on the road, promoting it were all things I didn't care for.
I love editing. I think editing's fun. It gives you a second crack at it. Like you can reread something and go, wow, all right, I fucked that up. That stinks, or this is good. And it's like it really shows you whether it's going to hold up or not.
Well, it is true. And in the case of the first novel, I had a great female character that met an untimely, grisly death. And every editor looked at it and said, you can't kill the girl. And at first I was standing up for my artistic vision, and then I was like, wow, I'm kind of like James Caan in Misery, writing her back to life. And I found out, even women seem to realize that this is like kind of like the guy's loophole, that if you're an author and you create a fictional character, you can have a crush on her as long as she doesn't exist, even if she's based on a real person.
What was the name of your second book?
Second book was called Scooter, which was the baseball novel, and that
You didn't hear any shit from Rizzuto?
You know what? I had a booking. My first signing was supposed to be at Yankee Stadium, and I actually cleared it through George Steinbrenner's office because he was a wrestling fan, and it turned out that if you're covering a book that takes place in the Bronx in the mid '60s,
right,
and you're kind of making a parallel between the erosion of the neighborhood and the team, you can't really be fully complimentary towards the Yankees. And So word got back that, and plus it was, a little bit perverted and there was some violence in there. And I got a call from Mr. Steinbrenner's assistant. She said, Mr. Steinbrenner feels so bad. And I said, well, please tell George not to take it so bad. And I hung up the phone and I realized how many people get to say that in their life. Like, please tell George not to worry about
It never
me.
got
I'm
back to
gonna be
George.
okay.
He wasn't even in the loop with that whole thing.
He
Who are you
okayed
kidding?
it. He
Who are you
okayed
kidding?
it personally.
He was still trying to re-sign Roy White and Reggie Jackson.
Right. He's not the same George Steinbrenner.
I'm actually writing a novel.
Are you really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You didn't ask him about it, Mick.
Let's hear about it.
It's called The Man Who Saves the President.
Is it really?
Yeah.
Yeah. It's about a special agent, and there's things in the White House, and he saves everybody. That's all I have.
So far.
I like it.
That's part of the treatment.
I like it.
Yeah. All right, Mick. They're telling me you got like a minute left here. So
Why?
What do you got? A lot of press today?
No, nothing.
So what the fuck?
Who's
I
telling
don't
you
know.
that?
If you want to stick around, we got
You know
this-
what? I do have to do something on television.
Oh, that dumb television thing. What's that?
It's I believe it or not, it's Fox News.
Oh.
Yeah, so I think they're going to confront me on some of my
What's your political issues? I mean, stances.
I had them.
Your
until
left,
the-
your left-wing leanings.
Are
Mick?
you a lefty?
You know what? I think I'm kind of firmly in the middle, but some of the views are so far right wing that my centrist views are seen as left wing.
Pro Obama? Where are you at with Obama?
I like Obama. I did vote for him, and I think he's going to pull us through this. But I think he may have tried. I think he's attempted to do too much at one time. And honestly, I think 1 week in office wasn't enough time to get that Nobel Prize.
Of course not.
That whole thing is so bizarre. I mean, even Obama's like,
Hey, do I really deserve this? It's like I got inducted into my high school sports hall of fame, and I was like, man, the best thing that was said about me was that I was on the verge of becoming a respectable heavyweight. Like, I never actually became respectable, but I was right on the verge, and I squeaked in due to like other criteria. But Kevin James got in the same.
Did you guys go to high school together?
Yeah, we did, and we were on
Same
the wrestling
time?
team together. Yeah.
Oh, you knew Kevin?
Yeah, I knew Kevin really well. Matter of fact, up until a couple of years ago, we'd keep in touch at least once a year. And,
After fucking Paul Blart, he probably lost everybody in his phone book. $100 million film. Take care, Mick.
Doesn't need old Mick anymore.
I don't blame
no,
him.
I don't think he needs anybody.
Oh, he
anymore.
trimmed a lot of the friendship fat, as it were. He hangs out with Sandler and a couple of other billionaires.
Mick who, right?
He used to actually brag about knowing me, and now that's just like...
Oh, they remind me. Thank you, Seth. Talk about Jill. So you went on Channel 11. You were the one who set up Anthony.
Yeah, I came
and
over
Jill.
here. How many years ago? Like 3-4 years ago?
Not that
When was
long ago, because they broke up about a year this past summer. So about 2 years ago.
I came over here with a simple message, which
A little
was
less, probably.
Jill is single and she's interested. And Anthony went, no way. And we set up the phone call, and then a couple of weeks later, I'm accepting, congratulations on the train. And, I didn't know things had taken a turn for the worse until I was on here about a year ago. But Jill interviewed me. She looked stunning as usual. And she wanted me to send a new message, which is she has no regrets. That it was a wonderful time. She's sorry. You're filming this, Sam? She's sorry it didn't end well, but she has no regrets.
I was hoping there'd be another message that she wanted to fuck another member of the on-air staff.
I think she's going to be staying away from this show for a long time.
I'll be faithful. She's sweet.
All right, Mick. So what are we promoting? We got the big brokerage gig, right?
Right, Thursday from 7 to 9. It's acceptable for people of all ages, but I'll try to make it fun for everybody.
Yes.
Kids might have to put the earmuffs on occasionally.
I think you're going to do all right with that.
I think so.
You know how to tell a really good story.
Well, not today, but...
No, you're fine.
You're always very interesting.
You're fine. Stop.
And,
It's hard to follow my president book.
Oh,
Yeah.
man.
That's a powerful
or
story.
that talking dirty while I was in the green room. Yeah.
You got a chubby?
I'm embarrassed you had to hear that, actually.
Why? He got a little
I would have
chub.
done it better for him.
Well, he sounded kind of monotone,
No.
but that seemed to be
Jimmy,
working.
could you talk dirty to me?
Nope, I
Please.
cannot.
Please.
I'll
Under no
smack it on your
circumstances
face.
can I do
You
that.
like that, don't you?
Yeah.
I invented that line. You like that, don't you? About 15 years ago.
You still friends with that one porn star? Weren't you
Christy.
friends? Christy Cannon.
You know what's cool?
Oh,
Yeah.
wow. And her big, real breasts. She's
Yeah.
fantastic.
What was cool about the improv is that she was there, and I was able to tell a story about her kind of.
Oh, my God.
She drink out of a
encouraging.
mule?
No, she when it's my wife would get kind of obsessed with this pregnancy thing to the point where I would have more sex in like a 4-day period than I had in the first 25 years of my life.
Wow.
And when I thought nothing could lead me on, when I was tired and sore and angry.
Wait, the wife was real horny?
Well, not horny. She was on the clock and she knew, what I mean?
Trying to get pregnant.
Trying to get
Because
pregnant.
I also hear they get really horny when they are pregnant, Mick. Is that true?
There is some truth.
Somebody was telling us that recently.
Yes.
Yeah, okay.
But my wife was
Anyways.
carried away to the point where she'd actually, after the act, she would do a handstand, headstand, so centrifugal force would help, fertilize the egg. And when I thought I had no more strength to give, she came to me with the magic words, which were, want to watch a porno? Like that were like forbidden words in my house. So,
but you want to get pregnant.
I was taught, Christy was there, and she was like our go-to girl. I had the 6-hour, Deep in the Canyon, Best of Christy Canyon, which, to the best of my wife's knowledge, was the only porno we had. Not exactly true, but almost true. There were a couple other missing ones. So yeah, it is
Couple
true.
hidden
that
away in the-
without Christy Canyon, I may only have 2 children.
Wow,
So to tell
look at
that
that.
story in front of her and then to throw an F-bomb in when that's usually not my MO, it felt good, man.
Oh,
It felt
very good.
real good.
How does she look now? Is she still sexy?
She looks great. She
I'd
looks
love to
great.
fool around
Yeah.
with her.
I'll bring that up to her. I think I'm going to do her show on Friday. in
She'll
LA.
say who? What show does she have?
She got night calls on the Playboy station. Which
Oh,
is
all
serious.
right.
You're
On
part of the
Sirius.
same
She's
family
on Sirius?
here. Yeah.
I like Christy Canyon. I would love to do her
Night
show.
Calls,
Not that she'd want me, but I'd do it.
I think she would.
It's not a bad show.
It's a good show.
They do all right.
They talk dirty on that show?
Oh,
They
yeah.
talk dirty, but it's done with a sense of fun, like you. But you were more dangerous, Norton. I didn't get the fun. I got the feeling that you would hurt her.
Oh, no, I'm not.
Heather, good old Heather.
Give her a honey little spanking, that's all.
That she would, walk away from the event with several mushroom dents in the cheek and chin area.
Mick's got to go. Brokerage Comedy Club, Belmore, New York. That's on Long Island, actually, this Thursday at 7 p.m. 516-781-LAFF.
Thank you.
And also the pay-per-view, right, Mick?
A big one, yeah. So I'll look a lot better on Thursday night than I will on Sunday night.
Just don't get hurt in the ring.
I can't promise you anything, Opie.
You told us years ago you would stop.
And then the economy crashed.
Oh, no.
But he looks fine. You look great. You actually look younger.
You know what? That's the tension that went away when I left WWE.
It was stressful, huh?
Well, you know what? It was actually stressful when I was there full time. When I came back, I did things with WWE and off and on for a few more years. And it was actually when I came back where people said, geez, you look like 10 years younger. And I realized I'd had like a 15-year perpetual grimace on my face because the stuff I did, always left me in some type of discomfort.
Did you have to do a lot of painkillers?
No, I managed to get away almost completely free.
How did you take care of
last
that
year,
pain then?
I just accepted that my style would result in quite a bit of pain, and I promised myself I'd never take painkillers unless I really, really needed them. And then every year I would put the definition of really, really needing them up higher. But so there was
Smart.
only like 2 times when I took more than one painkiller in a day, and one would be the Hell in a Cell,
right?
And the other one was when I had a real bad back injury a couple of years ago. But I can understand how people can get hooked on them, and I'd seen that, so I specifically avoided falling into that trap.
Still the greatest matches ever. No one's coming close to what Mick Foley did.
Thank you, Ope.
For real.
Thank
I
you.
mean, that you can't even argue that point.
Well, you
It
can
was
argue the greatest. You could say they were the most dramatic. Or
It's ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous. All right. I guess that's it. There was something else, but fuck it.
Yeah.
What?
I don't know. I forgot.
All right.
I was, I was going to do a yoga thing.
So why don't we start with dead air and end with dead air? Just
Thanks,
1,
Mick.
2, 3.
All right,
Stop.
TNA Bound for Glory. Look at this. This is the big out here. Mick Foley, TNA Bound for Glory, live this Sunday at 8 p.m. on pay-per-view.
Yeah, good job.
John Shaw next. I think he's going to hang stuff from his eyelids, and that's how we're going to end today.
And don't forget.
What? No, Jimmy, don't do that.
Just wanted to ruin it.
How about you plug your gig, Virginia Beach?
Nah, it's not this Thursday, Friday,
Oh, it's not
Saturday.
important? All right. You said it's not important. What?
What's not important is, you're right, it's meaningless. If you're there, come. It's probably sold out. It's not sold out.
Funny Bone, Virginia Beach this weekend?
Plenty of tickets available.
They added a 10:30 show. Is that right?
Yes, to
Funny
Friday
Bone.
and Saturday.
Yeah.
They always have 10:30 shows. They took away the 8 o'clock. All right.
All right, it's Jimmy and I today. Thanks, Mick. It's a
Thank
pleasure.
you. I always enjoy it.
All right, we'll finish up next. It's Opie and Jimmy today. Hope you had fun checking out the show today. We got John Shaw. One more thing to do, and we're out of here for the day. Jimmy, yes. This guy just wrote, "It just now hit me. Please address Jimmy's line to Heather. We're a couple of 5s. That will make a 10.
Yeah.
Did you like that line, Jimmy?
Thank you, I did.
Huh?
I did. I said that.
John Shaw, I remember you.
Hey, man, what's happening?
What's up, brother?
Not much. How you guys doing?
Pretty good. You're doing the Headless Horseman Hayride and Haunted House thing in Ulster Park, New York.
That is correct.
Sam invited me over the weekend, then didn't call for the details. So
Oh, that's always nice.
I want to thank Sam for the partial invite I got.
Well, you have an invite from me. I can get you.
Oh,
in.
really?
Yeah.
It's like, hey, you want to go? Me and Jesse going Saturday. You and your girl. It'll be nice. I'm like, yeah, all right. Call me up and give me the details. I never got a phone call. So it was a fake fucking invite.
That was bullshit.
Where is it?
It's just north of Poughkeepsie. You know where Bananas is?
Sure.
About 20 minutes north of that.
It's
on
going
the
well?
opposite side. Yeah. We did about 5,000 people through Saturday night and Sunday night.
Right.
What time do you do it?
We open at 7 o'clock and go until we empty it out.
Now, John, I was talking about the nail trick.
Yes,
And-
the human blockhead.
But let me tell you something. No disrespect, because you do some great stuff. You really do. That's the only reason you're back. But the nail trick is kind of hack at this point, isn't it? Come on.
Well, it is a sideshow guy's bread and butter, man. It
Right.
really is. If you don't do it,
I mean, if you do it, fine. I mean,
But
you're still
that's not-
getting.
yeah, that's
you're
not the
still
only
getting-
thing you do.
Yeah, you're still getting a really good reaction.
Yes,
but
absolutely.
if you're just relying on that at this point,
yeah, then you suck.
How big's the nail?
I use about a 6-inch nail.
Isn't there like I could almost do it right now if I'm not going to. I'm not
yeah.
even going to make
I mean, I
believe
can
that
teach you
I'm
how to
that
do
tough.
it with like a little swizzle stick or something like that. That's usually what you start out
Because
with.
there's already a passage in there, right?
Yeah, you
and
just
then you
gotta
have to kind of
stretch
stretch
it
it out
out.
a little
Yeah,
bit. Okay,
yeah,
that's
and
what I
that's the
heard over
part
the
that
years.
hurts, yeah.
And then it goes into kind of like
It opens up, goes right over the roof of your mouth. Actually,
right,
your nasal
okay.
cavity goes all the way back.
right. You know what? That's good that you admitted that one.
How do they fucking stretch that out?
You keep putting bigger and bigger nails in it, and it'll just keep bleeding until eventually it'll just open up again.
Has yours
Basically,
bled?
you're pushing you're deviating your own septum. That's basically.
Does it make
what-
your breathing harder?
No, I breathe just fine.
You know
Although
what?
one side is a little bit more constricted than the other.
You
Because
know what? It's not that hack then. If you have to go through that to
Yeah,
make
it
sure
hurts. I mean, it isn't like it tickles.
Right.
How long does it take to stretch it?
Well, I've been doing it for many, many years, so I mean, I get a pretty good sized nail in there. I have friends of mine who do like even bigger than that.
What's the
There's a lot
side
of
effect to
coke, though, I
that?
think.
You dead with a nail in your head?
No, I mean like.
What's the
Does it-
side effect?
Does it leak? Does
No. You just have a really deviated septum. That's the only thing.
right? Okay.
But other than that, you can
Are you
survive.
going to do that?
No, I have I'm going to do a version, but a more modern version, so not
Okay.
so hacky.
Yeah.
All right, cool.
Yeah, we're gonna do some stuff. I'm gonna break out my HD flip if you don't mind.
Cool, man.
I got a YouTube channel that does okay, so can I put a couple of these up there?
Yeah, you can do whatever you want.
Opie Radio on YouTube. Subscribe, fuckers. Oh, sorry.
So
what do you want
I know
to do
you
today,
said you
John?
think that the nail is hacky, so
Well,
I brought a power drill.
Okay, now we're. Hold on, let me. I moved over to Anthony's mic over here.
Okay.
Jimmy, here
Yes.
goes.
You guys ready?
Hold on, I'm going to get a picture of this.
All right.
Yeah, here goes John Shaw with the drill to
Ready?
his nose. Jesus.
Oh yeah. Oh, it feels good once it stops hurting.
What the F?
You got to clean it off now.
Jimmy, you didn't like the part where he cleans off the drill?
He pulled out brain matter on his fucking drill.
It's a sideshow, man. It's not the
God
Hannah Montana
damn.
show, right?
Does that ever get stuck when you turn that drill on?
No, it just hurts like a bitch.
Yeah. Very good. That's pretty
See,
good.
so that's a little bit better than just the nail in the nose, you know.
No, see, yeah,
a little bit more modern.
You made it into something instead of a quick little
yeah.
hammering of the nail into the.
Yeah. You don't want to just stick with the traditional. You got to modernize it.
Jimmy, you all
You
right?
all right there, Jim?
That was fucking uncomfortable, man.
Why?
It was uncomfortable for you.
Yeah.
What came out on the drill? I didn't see anything. Just kind of slime. Why does that stuff bother you, Jimmy?
Just because it was taken out on a drill.
Yeah. They look bored over there, John.
That's because I woke them up at 4 o'clock in the
really?
morning
It's like-
to drive down here.
It said, drive me to the Opie and Anthony show.
We got to get in the car and go.
Now, this is the trick we really want to see.
Is this the one you guys really want to see?
You're-
This is one of the ones people know me for the most.
Wait. This is your signature trick.
This is one of my signature tricks. Yeah, this is called eye socket weightlifting.
Eye socket
Yeah,
weightlifting.
I have to stand up to do it.
How
though.
hard? How heavy is that thing?
Well, the paint can weighs a couple of pounds, but we're going to fill it with water, so it's going to make it a little
Eye
bit heavy.
socket weightlifting.
Yeah. So I have 2 deep sea fishing hooks.
Yeah.
And those are going to go into my eye sockets.
What?
And then I need an assistance from somebody to fill up the water. Who's going to do it? You?
Yeah.
You?
Yeah,
All right,
Mars
cool.
is?
All right, here. You go open that up.
Wait, the hooks are going to go into your eye
Into
sockets.
my eyes, yeah. Yeah, you ready for this?
Yeah, all right.
Oh, here we go.
All right, he's hooking the hooks into his eye socket. They're kind of hanging from his bottom eyelid.
All right.
Yeah. And now,
I'll cue you. I'll cue you. Here we're gonna step
Mars,
out.
your only
Sit down,
job
it's
is to
good.
put water in the paint can.
You ready? All right, fill it up.
All right, he's filling up the paint can.
There it goes.
Making it heavier and heavier, obviously.
Yep.
Which is now stretching out his eyelids.
You ready? Got a
Yeah.
close up of the eyes? Here it comes.
All right, here's the big. All right.
All right. Now, that's not the best part, guys.
No, that's the best part.
And swing.
Oh my God! Now he's swinging the paint can from his eyelids.
That's eye socket weightlifting.
Jesus Christ.
He has nothing to do with it. Although I'm a Jew, so I guess that works for us.
That's quite impressive.
And people can see that 4 times a night at the Headless Horseman.
Yeah.
Along with a bunch of other stuff. The whole show is a half an hour long.
Yeah, and I'll put a little taste on my YouTube channel, but
Very nice.
you get to see the whole show in Ulster
Jesus Christ.
Park, New York. How the fuck do you learn that you could do that?
Well, the stunt itself is actually very old, and I just take it and modernize it. Originally, they used to do it with coins. Indian fakirs would take coins and tie string to it and then lift up like a rock or something like that.
Right.
And I just decided, to take it one step further and use a paint can. I have the audience member fill it with the water and then swing it back and forth as the coup de grace, I guess you would say.
You want to eat one of these light bulbs?
I can't eat those. I can eat regular ones, though. Just not these.
Can you teach Sam how to do that?
I can, yeah. I can teach anybody how to eat glass if you really want to learn.
How do you eat it?
It's not necessarily how. It's a technique on how you bite into it and how you chew it. That's really the whole thing is a technique. Anybody can do it. Just whether or not you want to do it.
How fucked up do you get when you swallow it?
If you don't chew it right, very. Because it comes out the same size that it goes in.
So you gotta have.
I mean, when you go to the bathroom, it looks like a fucking glitter ball.
Really?
Yeah.
But how do you chew it properly and not get like your colon?
You have to you have to chew it up and grind it up really fine as you can.
You gotta
won't
make
cut you?
Nope.
You got to make
Not
sure.
yet. I mean,
it's
I've
all-
eaten thousands of them.
Yeah,
so.
you got to make sure it's all chopped up
you
right
gotta chew
before
it
you
up.
go for the swallow.
Glass is basically, sand and water for the most part.
Right.
Except that white powder turned out to be a natural laxative, comes to find out.
Really?
After you eat a lot of them, you find that out.
You ever get a bloody stool? From that?
No, luckily not yet. I check, though. You have to check.
Yeah, every time.
Every time you go to the bathroom after, I eat like 12 in a weekend, so, it's a lot.
Is it fattening?
No carbs.
No
Carb-free.
carbs on that?
Yeah, it's a good thing.
Yeah.
Fuck that.
You're bothered by this, Jim.
I don't dislike it. It's just it's just creepy shit.
What's the craziest thing you do?
Well, one of the craziest things I ever tried that I thought on paper it sounded like a great idea. I wanted to do a stunt called the Human Christmas Tree, where I pierced a bunch of needles throughout my body, and then I stood in a bucket of water, and I figured if I grab onto some jumper cables, it would shoot sparks out. Well, that worked for about a second, and then it knocked me out clear down onto the ground.
So
Yeah.
no one else tried this before?
No, I hope not, because it was a bad idea.
So
on
you-
paper, it seemed like a great idea.
So you worked this stuff out and
Yeah,
you
you
tried
gotta
it
try
out.
these things out. I mean, you don't practice them. Once you can do them, you just only do it during the show. Yeah, because they hurt and they're uncomfortable and all that kind of stuff. Yeah.
You got video of that?
Yeah, that people can go to my website. Actually, you can link to me through headlesshorseman.com.
Okay,
but if you just punch in John Shaw Freak or Sideshow, you'll find me in about 2 seconds.
So you do what other tricks do you do during your show? Those three?
I do that. I eat fire, breathe fire. I eat dry ice.
What do you mean you eat?
Stuff you're supposed to stick to that, right?
Yeah, but I can let a big chunk of dry ice just sit on my tongue and burn away, blow smoke out of my nose. All
Does it
that kind
hurt?
of stuff. Yeah, a little bit. Yeah. That's kind of my thing.
Are you into pain sexually?
No, not at all. Actually, I'm off stage. Is probably more normal than most people are in the world. I'm probably more conservative than most people would think. But during the show, that's
The
that's
dry
what I
ice on
do.
the tongue. Does that fuck up the tongue?
Yeah, I have very little to no taste buds at all.
Let me see your tongue.
Jesus, that's a fucked up tongue, bro.
Yeah, I put my tongue in a mouse trap.
Really?
I think I did that on the show last time I was here. I don't remember. I think
Oh.
we did it on the street.
Do you have any mouse traps?
Do you have any mouse traps? Do you have any mouse traps? Yeah, I'll do it.
We got a rat trap.
Rat traps are my tongue isn't long enough to fit in, and the thing will
we'll-
actually hit you in the face and it'll break
No.
your teeth right now.
We'll make it fit.
I'll put my hand in it. I don't care about that.
Do you do anything with your penis?
I used to. Yeah, I don't do it anymore, but I used to nail the head of my dick to a table and pull it.
Get the fuck out of here.
Yeah. I had it pierced already, so I would just take it, turn it sideways,
Right.
drive the nail through it, and then pull the table across the stage.
That's not the family version of the show.
No, yeah. I do that at bar
Can you
mitzvahs.
imagine?
Though. They like
Pull
that.
the table across the stage. People are advertising for a moving company. Like if you wanted someone to use your moving company, you're like the other moving companies do this. And
Yeah.
you have pull your cock- Get it?
Imagine at a kid's party he tries that trick.
For my next trick, I need a kid from the crowd.
They're searching for a
I'm searching for a mousetrap.
Yeah.
I could do a thing. You guys like sword swallowing?
Yeah.
I
that
do
one is
something
pretty
similar
cool.
to that, though.
Yeah, let's take a look at that.
It's I do. It's not as dangerous, but it's close. It's balloon animals.
Black radio shows must love you too.
Yeah,
They must go
They're my
berserk.
favorite
They
crowds,
must go
man.
nuts, black people.
Favorite crowds. I love.
Oh shit!
Hip hop crowds are the best crowds, man.
Do they go crazy when you do that?
Oh yeah.
So John, what are you doing here? He's blowing up a balloon. Type of balloon you would make balloon animals out of, right?
Yeah.
So you don't get nervous when you see an all-black crowd?
No, not at all. They're scared of me usually.
right,
Actually,
John.
usually they like me. They like my beard. That's what I get the most compliments on from them.
All right, so he's got the balloon
All
blown
right.
up.
So you get some water back here.
Wait, you're gonna swallow that?
We have a water. There's a water right
Oh,
there.
there's a water right here.
Yeah,
There we go.
it's unopened.
Jimmy, how thick is that balloon? 'Cause it looks like
it's
he's gonna
about
shove.
2 inches.
2 inches thick.
It's about 4 foot length.
Yeah.
So this is the stunt that's made me world famous amongst prison inmates.
All right.
All right. Well,
He's putting it.
he's gonna swallow this like you would swallow a sword.
Mm-hmm.
It's a giant balloon. How many feet long is that?
You can't talk right now, Jimmy. Get out of here. He's
He gagged a
swallowing the
little bit.
balloon like you would the sword that we've all seen a million times. I've never seen this before.
How far? That's all the way down, isn't it? Is it hard to do that without a hand on the back of your head?
You made him laugh. He's trying to shove the entire balloon down his throat. And the last inch, the whole thing is in his fucking mouth. All right, listen, you're not swallowing that, are you?
Ew.
You just swallowed the whole balloon. What the hell, Jimmy?
There you go, buddy. I give lessons. You can send your girlfriend over.
Huh? I don't get that one. Jimmy, what did he do? He swallowed the whole fucking balloon?
Yes.
Shoved
What
the
a
whole
great
thing.
shit you're going to take. A nice long floaty pink one.
I'm like a drug mule.
Wow, what the fuck? Have you ever had your hiney checked out? Everything all right?
No. I don't let anybody go near that thing.
Really?
Yeah, you don't want to.
Is that your girlfriend there?
Yes.
So.
Oh, well, yeah, we got to talk to her. Are you thrilled by his stunts?
I don't normally go to the shows
No, you don't want
Why?
to see it?
because I've seen it enough, and
Are you worried?
I don't worry at all. 'Cause
No.
If we see, the whole thing is we don't fight because I know he's going to go and hurt himself. So
So that
I
makes
don't
her
need
happy.
to do anything. So it makes me happy. The first time I saw him, I laughed hysterically for half an hour.
Yeah, because he's got a sense of humor with the whole thing.
Yeah.
What's the one trick he does you don't like
The
to see?
eye socket weightlifting.
Yeah, that
I
one's-
can't watch that one.
Yeah.
Why?
Fucking
the one
gross.
thing that just freaks me out. That's the one
It's not an
thing
easy
I
way to
don't
pick up
watch.
girls, I'll tell you.
You know, one day his eye is going to just rip out.
John, we used to do penis weightlifting.
Yes. I've
For
done
real?
that, actually.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I don't remember anymore. We've done it a couple times, but the
I
amount
have a
of
friend
weight...
of mine in Vegas who does it with a midget.
A midget
He
hangs
a
from his
midget.
penis?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Wow.
Yep.
He's got like a special harness for the little
Yes.
fella?
I hope so.
It's
Those
a
little
girl,
midget hands.
actually. She's only...
Yeah, he's just holding on with both hands.
The little fella, yeah, he is a girl.
It's a chick. She's 27 inches tall.
Really?
Yeah, and he hangs her from this little harness, and he stands up on 2 cement blocks and swings her back and forth.
For his penis?
Yeah.
I don't know who that's more degrading for. It's humiliating for both of them.
Hey, what do you think about the sideshows going away? I was a big fan growing up.
Well,
and you
the
just can't-
traditional sideshows, there's still one out in Coney Island.
Yeah.
You know, but it's, you know,
but
it's,
they've pretty much
it's more
all
traditional.
gone away because, you know, we all have to be PC.
Yeah,
And we've had-
I hate that. I mean, I have a lot of friends who are, you know, considered, you know, natural born freaks, you know,
Right.
midgets or, you know, people who are born with just half a body,
Sure.
stuff like that.
We've had a few of them in here,
Yeah,
and,
I mean,
they're like, they're taking our livelihood away from us. We can't get
I wish
regular
the people
jobs.
who were complaining about it would ask the people who are doing it whether or not they think they're being exploited.
Yeah.
Because if you saw their paycheck, you wouldn't think they were being exploited
How much
anymore.
does someone like that make?
It varies, but they get paid more than I do to show the fuck up, and I got to hurt myself. They just got to show up and be fucking
What do you
themselves.
think? What do you think a half man would make for a day's work?
A couple of grand, easy.
Really?
Easy
Couple
for
grand.
for just to show up.
Wow, just for mother drinking while she was pregnant. It's pretty amazing.
Yeah. A buddy of mine who's a half man works out in Las Vegas, man, and he gets paid big ass money to work in a show.
It's hard to fire and come by. What do you
Yeah,
find?
well, exactly. It's like, where are you going to find another one?
Where's their penis?
This guy was not born naturally as a half man. He was made that way by an accident.
What happened?
He was a drug dealer in Philly and got into a altercation with some customers, and they want to get in a shootout, and the one guy ran him over and cut him in half.
Wow.
So they made him into one, so he pisses and shits into a bag. But the ones
they
that
actually ran over his crotch?
They ran over to his midsection.
So he has no fucking
From the
penis?
bottom of his rib cage down is gone completely.
So he has
lost
no
everything.
dick?
He has nothing. No ass, no dick,
How
no
would
nothing.
that feel?
Yeah, probably not good. That's what I would imagine.
What does he put under him so he's not walking on a soft stump?
He has
all day?
he has like a little pad thing that gets connected to his bottom half, and then but he rides in a wheelchair most of the
How
time.
the fuck
That's all
didn't he
cushioned
bleed out and die?
He wasn't cut completely like clean. Like it
Right.
was run over and crushed so bad
They
that
had
they
it-
couldn't save it, so they just amputated and stuck him back together.
So that was how they these guys got him back? They ran him over?
Yeah, yeah. He killed one of them. He told me he killed one of the guys, and the other guy got into a truck and then ran him down.
Wow.
Yeah. Don't do drugs, kids. There you
No,
go.
no shit.
There's
How many
an
years ago?
anti-drug. Oh God, probably 15 years ago, I think, by now. But now he's like, totally different person. He said from what he used to be.
Sure.
That'll humble you.
I think he's half the person.
But I mean, I know other guys who were born that way, and they live pretty normal lives. I know one guy, he installs satellite televisions on roofs.
It's always too low, though. It's like on the front porch. Like you're missed by. So, does he have a penis?
Yes, he does, and it's kind of located like underneath the body. Like if you come down where the ribs are and you go underneath, it's kind of stuck down underneath that. It's there, but it's kind of deformed. He has like these little weird midgety feet things that are.
Does
that
his penis
don't
drag
move.
on the floor?
No, he walks. He can walk on his hands.
Yeah,
actually.
I guess you learned quickly. The option is dragging your dick and balls across the fucking ground.
That's so fucked up.
Yeah, I mean it's an amazing thing.
So you know
to-
a lot of these guys.
Yeah, I mean you hang out with them, and it's interesting just to go like through an airport. He jumped on the conveyor belt through the security scan. And then they freaked out because we were in Istanbul last year doing a TV show together.
Really?
And him and this other guy, Penguin Boy, who has no arms. He just have little flipper hands.
Where his
Sticks out of
shoulders
Does he
are?
make cute noises?
He does. Yeah, he
Aw.
break dances. It's hysterical.
I would imagine you guys get a lot of work overseas.
Yeah,
Because
overseas is
they're not as
that's where your
sensitive.
money is.
It is, right?
Yeah, it's not here. It's
They're
over
still
there.
allowing the sideshows. And
They
the
they
freak
still
shows.
have major network television shows that bring on people like me. We're not famous. We just make a living, but they love stuff like us. If you're American, you're weird. They want you.
Yeah.
So they fly us all over. I've been to Paris for the same thing. It's great.
I've been to Istanbul. What a weird place.
Yeah, it is a weird place, isn't
Oh,
it?
You go to
Yeah.
the Blue Mosque?
No, I was only in town literally for like 8 hours. I did the show and I was back on a plane.
Yeah.
I wanted to go, but I didn't get a
They
chance.
try to sell you a rug? Wherever you go.
No,
they try
one
to
of the
sell you a
girls
dumb
almost
rug.
got attacked though.
Really?
Yeah, one of the cab drivers drove her out and left her. Said either you're going to pay these guys more money to drive you home, or something's going to happen to you.
Jesus.
Yeah, weird shit like that.
Oh,
She's-
that's the scam they have.
yeah, that's the scam they have. You got to be real careful. You don't want to go anywhere by yourself,
Did the
especially if
guys-
you're a female.
Did they drive her home?
Yeah, she wanted paying them like $50 to bring her back to the hotel. And she paid him like $35 to get out there, and then she had to pay another $50 to get back.
Why did she go out there?
She wanted to go see the Blue Mosque, and we said no. Stay in the fucking hotel. We're gonna go over to the studio and do the thing.
So she didn't get to see it?
No, yeah, she went and saw the Blue Mosque, and then had to wind up paying a bunch of money to get back.
The Blue Mosque is pretty impressive.
Yeah, I saw pictures of it. It looked pretty cool.
what
Man.
the
It was
hell?
definitely an interesting place.
Yeah, right on. All right, John.
Cool.
We're running out of show here, but I think we got a couple tickets.
Yeah, we have some tickets. I brought some tickets to give away for this Sunday. So if you want to come to the Headless Horseman this Sunday night, I have 2 free tickets for you guys, and you guys can come on up and see the show. And
We'll be able to mail these out in time, I guess, right? It's Tuesday. If we
Yeah.
mail them out. All right. We'll
it
take
takes about 2 to 3 hours to go through our whole haunted attraction. So
Right.
you gotta-
it is a haunted house.
Yeah, we have like.
Is it your haunted house?
No, I don't own it. I'm one of the people who work there, and I run certain aspects of it. And the guy back here does all the special effects, makeup, and everything. I build the illusions for the show.
Is it
and
scary?
It's we're the #1 haunted screen park in America right
You know
now.
what?
so.
Sam's a big fan. Sam,
I've
you've
been
been through
there
it?
3 years in a
Oh,
row.
you? Oh, okay.
Yeah,
You
I
can.
was
Oh,
there
okay. Cool.
And your girl, she refuses. It's too scary for her or something?
Well, she goes, but she gets freaked out every time. It's awesome.
Wait, how
Like,
many
it's
nights a week do you
what,
do
wait,
this?
what makes it awesome, Sam?
Well, there's
I've been through a bunch of haunted houses.
first of all, it's not a haunted house. It's 3 haunted houses
Okay.
and a corn maze
And a
a
hayride.
haunted greenhouse and a 15-minute hayride.
Actually, it's a 30-minute hayride.
Is it?
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's
way
actually
to fuck
30
with
minutes. Yeah, it's a mile long. The
Yeah.
hayride's just a mile long by itself.
And like the hayride, I'd pay to go on the hayride by itself, but that's just to get you to the haunted houses. And then you
Yeah.
got like the
So you
sideshow.
walk through them?
Yeah, you walk through them. Like you go, the hayride takes you to the first haunted house. That haunted house lets you off in like a cornfield, which lets you off in a greenhouse, which lets you off in another haunted house, and then you're in like a village, so you can see the sideshow and go to the third haunted house.
How much is it?
It's only $30.
$32.
When do you do it? Because I'm doing a gig this weekend in Virginia. But when do you?
We are open until November 1st.
What nights of the week?
We're open this Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Then starting next week, we're open Thursday to Sunday. Last week, we're open Wednesday to Sunday.
I don't get that.
What?
It's closing November 1st.
Well, because Halloween
People-
falls on a Saturday.
No, I understand the Halloween thing,
Yeah.
but it's like, people like being scared, so why not do it until mid-November?
We would.
You get a
but
few more
we're not
bucks in
sure
your
if
pocket.
the people will show up.
the
I mean, you're
people would
taking a
show.
gamble every night, every time you open.
You think?
Yeah, I mean, we sell out pretty consistently because we're one of the bigger ones around. So I mean, we draw people from New York City and all the surrounding states.
How many people go through at a time?
In each group?
2.
No, each group varies about 8.
2. It's an 8
On the
hour wait.
hayride, there's 30 people on a hayride, and then we let you guys in groups of like 8 to 10, depending on
How
the
cold
bigger
is it?
group. How cold is it? That varies every night. It's cold though. I mean, you're in the woods. I mean, when you leave the parking lot, you're surrounded by nothing but trees. There's nothing else around you.
You guys should kill one person every season.
Just
to really-
it'd be cheaper than buying the dead bodies. I'll tell you that.
One person every year buys it.
Does she get scared, Jess?
Oh yeah,
I may go.
Terrified. And it's very well organized. Like there's a ton of people that show up.
I went on one. It was like a ride, and it was like 30 seconds, and they had like little lightning inside. It was fucking
Yeah.
horrible.
No, you get a hold of me. I'll take care of you. I'll make sure I take care of you.
Me and Kenny went on one. It was the worst fucking scare because my chick wanted to go on fucking rides. I'm like, no. Like, let's go through the haunted thing in Wildwood. Suck a pile of dicks.
It's horrendous.
The worst thing ever.
All right, we're gonna give away some tickets for this thing in Ulster Park, New York. So you got to be relatively local. We got a pair of tickets to a random caller right now. And John, it's a pleasure, man.
Thank you,
John
sir.
Shaw, the website
It's headlesshorseman.com.
And is that your personal site?
No, that links to the haunted house, and they can link to me right through the homepage there.
All right,
you'll see a
perfect.
picture of my face and just click on it.
Yeah, right on. All right, man.
Cool.
I think that's it for us today too. So we'll see you guys tomorrow.
Awesome.